to work on, I'll work on it, I'll come back and we'll do stuff. We'll chit chat about stuff.
Yeah.
And, yeah, he's good. It's not expensive at all. He charges like $20 for a half hour.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
And I just pay for the month in advance.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. It's nice having somebody to look at what you're doing and correct you,
Yeah.
as opposed to just continuing to do the wrong thing
Right.
and build that up.
How long is he? Is he an older guy or?
He's not that much older than me, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he's 50. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a hard time telling.
Has he been playing guitar for a while though?
Oh yeah. I think he has a picture of himself on his website from like back in the 80s when he was in a magazine in the 80s.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Anybody see anything? I have concurrent views. Oh, he said the apron's back, which means my camera must be working. Let me know if it's buffering, because I'm getting errors that I didn't get ever before, except for right now, so. Hopefully it's working. I gotta figure out the focus, though. Hey Ian, look at the camera.
Okay, just a sec.
Really?
Well, you asked me to do it right in the middle of a text.
Alright.
Right in the middle of texting, and you're like, hey, do this. Like,
Alright, now do that, but step back against the...
you can ask me to do something and ask me to do, or ask me to do something now. Right, you can tell me what and when, but you only get one of them.
I thought it was fourth dimension. You need to have a what, when, where, and what time.
Okay, you only get one of them. It's just still only get one of them.
This is giving me a lot of options.
It doesn't matter.
That looks really small to read.
It does. That's okay.
It is?
It looks small. I don't know. It looks a little small.
Ian breaking quarantine for the cocktails.
That's right. Well, we're cleansing as we go.
Yeah, there you go.
You know.
You guys didn't hear?
Oh, there we go.
Trump said that alcohol kills COVID, so figured.
It's just got to be Everclear.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, if you combine enough of them together, right?
There you go. Look at that. All right.
You never know. You're just gonna want to do a straight shot.
I don't want to put my lips on it now, I guess, do I?
Well, there's glasses galore over there. You want to bring
Where
over
can
a
I
couple
find a
tasting
glass?
glasses?
Yeah, where can I find
How about
a
you
glass?
grab like 3 of those? Well, I just need.
Well, I don't want to use the one we're going to be using.
Well, there's 4 of them there.
These?
Just found
How many are we
your
using?
channel and I love your
Oh no,
videos.
I'm talking about the other tasting glasses. I don't care about
Normal?
those. You can do whatever you want with those.
Normal glasses? Are we doing tastings first?
Yeah.
You want 2 of them?
Yeah. These are not
You
related
guys just have to
products.
stand 6 feet apart.
Yeah, if I'm over here and he's over there,
You'll be
we
good.
get the. We could all.
Yeah,
we could,
it's weird. It like stops for a second.
what?
You're filming.
Like buffers?
Yeah, like yeah.
Hold on.
These pipes are clean. Holy fuck. I don't think I've ever had Everclear before.
Nor will you ever again.
You know, I don't really drink when I'm not here, so.
Yeah.
Does it do it a lot?
No, just when I'm here.
Yeah, I was thinking like, maybe it's not what that is what I'm talking about. You know.
So we finished up our weight loss bet at work. We had to weigh in from home
Oh,
on
yeah?
Friday, yeah.
How'd you do? Yeah, it does it pretty often. Not like real often, but
I think I came in 6th, maybe.
nice.
And I'm down like 29 pounds. So.
Nice.
But that's 6th. The guy who won, he's like an older guy, and he lost like 40 something pounds,
Holy crap.
which I don't understand how he did it because he's like 60.
Yeah.
So apparently he started eating salads and walking like
Walking,
everywhere.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
makes a difference, I guess.
Yes.
So good for him though. But it was a team thing, so it was him and a younger girl. So it was an interesting pairing.
Yeah.
But
So
she's
you
like,
would have thought looking at that if they wouldn't have won given the ages.
yeah, and she wasn't that big to start with,
Really?
so it was pretty impressive that she
Yeah.
lost a bunch of weight too, because
Nice.
it was based on percent, not based
Yeah,
on total
yeah,
loss. Because I think I was probably 2nd in total
Does it
loss,
still do it?
Yeah.
but I was also the heaviest going in. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it still do it?
I can tell you it doesn't do it like right away.
Right,
so.
I just don't know if changing
yeah.
the throttling of the CPU utilization is gonna
Oh,
take effect right away or not. I can close more apps, but there's really not a lot open here.
I don't know what I'm doing on an Apple. Did I just freeze it up? Oh, there we go. I was just trying to scroll the thing down.
Oh, is it up?
It was not.
Like I haven't seen it pop up over here. It says excellent connection.
Yeah.
No?
Never mind, I don't think it did it.
There we
Oh,
go.
it just did it then. It's just a small, like, like someone said before, it looks like you're almost doing a live jump cut.
Jump cut.
Did it? Yeah, but if it, how's the clarity? I can turn down
Oh,
the
it's clear.
bit rate.
Yeah, so you just did it there.
Hold on. I'm gonna stop the stream for a second and start it up with a little bit faster encoding.
The guy lost 45 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's a lot.
Well, our team came in 6th. We didn't do individual ranks.
Do output.
I lost the 3rd most.
So did your partner just not lose that?
He lost 7.8.
Oh, so not really.
So, but he has other things going on in his life that
Yeah,
made it
yeah.
difficult. He's got a sick wife, and so as soon as like there was any hint of like this COVID thing, he like stopped going to the gym and all this stuff because
yeah.
So
He doesn't want to bring that home.
no.
Is it back or did it ever go away?
Oh, I don't know if it went away. I was just talking to Ian, not paying attention.
Is it like live-ish?
Oh, hold on. Okay, see, there's a lag.
Still?
Now I think. No, there's a lag between
Oh.
real time and what's going on my screen.
Yeah. Even doesn't move, you're not gonna see.
Oh, you want me to move? I can move.
No.
Oh no. See, I guess the question is that no? That's frozen. Is Derek on the screen still?
Yeah, Derek's still on screen.
Okay, and I'm kind of got my hands on my pocket. Looks like I'm looking at that bottle.
Yeah,
Okay, and this is the restroom. Okay,
Way
it's
back and
just
forth.
that far behind.
but it's frozen.
No, mine's
Oh.
not.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if the encoding is gonna
Jumping
go down.
jack cuts.
I just shut it so it's streams a little bit quicker. But
What's up, Eric?
so, not that there could be anything that could go wrong. I have a brand new camera. I'm using the new YouTube Live dashboard because they're trying to kill off the old one, and it wasn't working when I originally tried. Mainly because I didn't know how to use it. I've got a whole new live stream encoding device because that one that I had, what was the problem with it? It didn't work at all. I can't remember why. Oh, because this camera pushes out the HDMI port 60 frames a second.
Okay.
Because I record at 60. Very few things can actually handle 60 frames a second. Like if I put it on that TV, it won't work. It just it won't tell you why. It just would be a black screen.
Right.
So I'm like plugging it in everything in the house. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this thing? And finally, I found it worked with my monitor that I have on my computer. It's because it was 60 frames per second, and my stupid encoder didn't work. So I had to buy a whole new encoder just so I can get the right output, so it would fucking not be black. So it seems to be working.
And now I'm going to be looking like this off to the side, as opposed to.
Well, you shouldn't be looking
I shouldn't
over
be
there.
looking at that. I'm here experiencing. I shouldn't be
What
looking.
happened to old camera? He upgraded.
The old camera's right there. Oh, I didn't do this other camera.
You're taller at 60 frames per second, apparently.
I've always been 60 frames per second. The thing is that the old camera wouldn't output.
Do you have new
60.
shoes?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe the soles of his shoes are less compressed, and I'm not wearing boots, and I'm wearing new low-soled shoes.
Wait a minute.
So I'm shorter relative to his height.
Wait,
so
are we having a discussion because somebody actually thinks I'm taller today?
You relatively are taller.
Yeah, Derek seems taller now in 60 frames per second. Steven said that.
Yeah. So I think we just Silicon Valleyed that.
There you go.
Instead of Dick to floor, it's Derek to floor. Did you ever watch Silicon Valley?
No, we started to, and then I never stuck with it.
Did you see Did you watch the whole first season?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
At the end, they're struggling to come up with something because
Yeah.
everything just they got blown out of the water. They thought they got blown out of the water at this competition,
Yeah.
and then like one of the guys is like, "Well, the only way we're going to win now is if Furlock jerks goes in there and jerks everybody off in the room." And then they start figuring out how they could possibly do that and how long it would take, and they come up with a middle out thing. So if it's dick to dick, he can do 2 at a time per
Oh, yeah, I've
hand.
heard this
and-
before.
This was Silicon Valley,
Silicon Valley.
Oh.
so that's what I did with your height
He's-
a little bit.
You're relating your height to a dick.
Yeah.
That's
So
why
it's
I had a double take.
So instead of dick to floor ratio that they were talking about, it's Derek to floor ratio. Yeah, I was gonna say, let me take that cap off for you. I saw you look in the camera and be all confused. I'm like, oh, there's a lens cap on there.
Well, there was.
I know it's been a while, but
It has.
and I'm definitely not the expert.
He
Yeah,
learns.
it's just forced perspective. You got it, Steven.
Exactly. I could have just said that. You're like Gandalf in the cart. I'm Frodo.
Let's see. How do I do this math again? It's 50.
It's
50.
30.
30?
Yeah. For 60 frames a second, it's half. 30.
30 is the shutter speed?
Yes. 130. 1 over 30.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Listen to the producer.
Yes.
Trust the
producer.
gen.
I don't like where this is angled though. Rather have it.
Is this the same as over here?
What? No, don't mix them up. It took me forever to figure out why. So, if you look, one of them has a batch number, and it's in frickin' Roman numerals.
Yeah, one's 4, one's 8.
That confused me.
Of course it did.
And I was like, why?
This one has 2 ages on it. I'm guessing it's a blend.
I don't know. I know that 7 or 8 is the newest. That's all I know.
2 years, 8 months, 2 years,
And
10
it-
months.
And it's 100 and something percent.
What?
Proof. Oh wait, that's high
What?
view.
Yeah, this is
What?
123 proof, yeah.
Let's just taste these because
Is that 123
I
also?
know.
125.
that one's higher.
21.8. Okay, they're getting accurate in their measurements.
Well, I mean, they probably dropped the thingy in and it floats at the right place. And all right, a Hawaiian rum. So Hawaiian rum, that's Kolakai or whatever.
Or
it's called.
soda pop. I've never heard people call it soda pop if they weren't 60.
What? No.
But I've never
I was
seen-
using the no. I was using the soda pop.
What?
Dude, is that a Canadian? I was using the soda pop to get my focus and lighting right. Because if you're running this camera, this new one, actually uses the correct, it doesn't use aperture and stuff because it's a film camera, where these cameras are cameras pretending to be video cameras. So they use the wrong settings.
We've had that before, Kevin.
And this is just going to die
And now
over.
you're going to say, was it any good? And I'm going to say, I don't know.
And so like that camera, I was trying to figure out what the hell shutter angle is and all this crap, and they're like, oh, it's like on these you have to go, okay, how many frames per second, and then you have to figure out a number over another number to figure out what the aperture is supposed to be at. Is stupid. Like you have to do math in order to freaking set this correctly. With that, you just go.
That's
Done.
nice.
Well,
But-
that's a video camera.
It's an
meant
actual
for video.
that's like cinematography near Netflix style
Uh-oh.
cost.
Time to clean up the old facial pores.
I don't think I have it zoomed in enough.
Yes, Canadian
Alright,
thing
good.
is
But
soda
see-
pop.
I would have shaven.
Well,
I would have shorn my face.
I try. People were like, "Well, you should bring it closer to the people," and I'm like, "Yeah, but like to bring it tight is different when you're here because you're almost like clipping off the top."
Right.
And
But
then,
look at us. We're so close in height on that camera.
it's my shoes. Did you get new shoes?
Yeah, I did. And they're
So did I.
And they're shorter. Oh,
But
yeah.
I spent
this force
100
perspective makes a big difference, doesn't it? Holy crap. That's like 6 inches difference.
You never seen the
Yeah, no.
making of the Lord of the Rings?
No, I got new shoes for the gym that I can't use now. But the
You
soles
can.
are. I can, but
You are.
Eventually.
I can't
Not
use
at the
the
gym.
gym that I cannot use, not
Yeah.
the shoes that I cannot
Yeah.
use.
So do you have a gym membership?
Just the gym at work.
Hey, hey.
Wish they closed down.
Kind of a membership. Yeah. They don't let you. They
It's
frown
pretty
upon that.
exclusive. You have to be an employee.
Well, when you actually go to work, can you
Yeah.
use the gym?
What's
Do they
that?
have I said when you actually have to go into work, can you use the gym?
No, they closed it.
Oh, they did.
See, when I went into work at MIT back then, they had a gym, but I had to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because I was a contractor and not a full-time employee. That was
That's
a perk
interesting.
for full-time.
Interesting.
Yeah. That sucked. Fuck government.
All
That's
right,
where I
let's
am.
do
Apparently,
this.
we're standing too close.
Why?
You guys are standing
To
way
each
too
other.
close.
Why? Oh, the whole
Don't
6 feet thing?
stand.
Yeah.
Don't stand.
If
so
you remember,
Don't stand
it's
so
you have to have no more than 20, or what is it,
10.
10 people. And we've only got 3 here, so we're under the
Yeah,
number.
And Jen's more than 6 feet away, so she's
Yes.
fine.
Check this out. Let's see if this works.
And
course.
as far as we know, none of us have COVID-19, so we're good.
It's
Right.
recording.
Of course, none of us have been
I got my
tested.
app.
Well, I
We
don't know.
won't be tested unless you're like definitely ill and in the hospital. So.
All right, you
I'm
ready?
pretty sure I'm good not interacting with most people on a
Yeah,
daily
you've been,
basis.
you've been social distancing for a while now.
This has been a lifestyle for a couple of years at this point. I don't see what the big deal is, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
What are all you people complaining complaining about?
I don't know. I mean, it's nice to get out every once in a while, but still,
Just to
I don't
get
really
out.
need it.
I don't need it.
We use
awesome.
Microsoft Teams. It's just as good as being right next to
There you
somebody.
go. Is that what you guys use?
I use
Microsoft
Zoom and
Teams?
Hangouts.
Yeah, it works pretty well. I mean, we just swapped over. Like,
Yeah. Would you use Zoom before, or?
no, nothing.
Oh.
No, we had like we were using Lotus Notes
Oh, really?
at the same time, which is terrible. We would have been dead in the water if we were still
We're in
on
New
it.
Hampshire. We only have a couple cases and only one down the
About
street.
like 150.
150 cases?
Yeah.
Oh, we got more now. My
It's
bad.
gonna be a lot more in Maine pretty soon with everybody migrating up there.
You got like
Yeah.
2 people there.
I guess
Yeah,
they're
but
stopping.
they should be
People-
stopping. Everybody's
No.
like, I'm sick. I'm gonna go somewhere, so they all go somewhere else and spread it around.
Well, yeah, they're stopping cars on the highway from leaving New York. They're like,
Oh, yeah,
you're not
yeah.
leaving. Get back in the city. You are not spreading your nastiness.
Yet another good reason
Yeah.
to not live in a city.
Yeah.
When does
They
everything
got hit
start?
so hard. Oh my god.
I
Jennifer told me to start, but then she started talking.
Did your friend fine?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's working
He's
from
in
home.
like
Yeah.
New Jersey.
Plus, he's tall. So, like,
Yeah, I mean, he sneezes on people. He does not get sneezed
Yeah.
on.
I bet you there should be some
You're screwed,
stats. There should be stats for that.
Yeah.
Somebody should do an analysis and see if people that are shorter
Based
get.
on height, yeah.
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 There you go, get it.
My mom always says the world smells different to short people.
Why did your mom always say that?
Because she's short.
Oh, okay. Anyway, here we
Makes
go. Ready?
sense. I mean, that's where the farts linger. So, you're
Why?
close,
They're
you're
not
closer to the
heavier?
butts.
You're closer to the butts.
All right.
Moving on.
All right. All right. Today. Oh yeah. Welcome to. How do we do this? Welcome to Comment Cocktails.
I like your mat, but it needs to be followed up with, he says, ouch.
A man walks into a bar and says, "Ouch." Oh yeah. I guess.
Man walks into a bar, he says, ouch.
When I said it out loud, it made sense. For those that are just tuning in, because the show just started, for those on the live stream, the show's been going for a little bit. Haven't drank anything, still sober. I'm just fucking crazy.
That's
Today,
now clear. So now I'm clean.
oh, that's true. You
Yeah.
did have that real clear. So we have the sample bottle that showed up in my post.
The roaming man.
The Roaming Man. This is a batch 5, 6, 8. It's 123 proof.
It's Tennessee straight rye.
3 years, 2 months in age, 61.5% alcohol by volume, which I guess if they just did the math.
They did.
There's paperwork. I don't know how much it really costs to get it, but they just released it. I guess it's got gold medals and stuff. But what did you say it was?
Yeah, remember.
What?
That says Tennessee straight rye whiskey.
Tennessee straight rye whiskey. Now, that being said, what he's gonna do is he's gonna read all the paperwork. He's gonna be like, I know what that is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I should have done this before we started, but I didn't know it existed. I guess I could have looked
There the whole time.
instead.
Oh, I was there the whole time.
So you're in a New Orleans tasting glass and it's hitting you hard, huh?
Well,
So
the-
now you know what you're in for.
the Norland glass removes the alcohol burn from the nose,
Hmm.
but it remains in the actual volume of the product.
I do like the smell of a good rye.
It is this.
It's got a sweet smell and it's
It
got
does.
that musty smell,
And it
but
has
not
that,
not like a dirty musty, like a clean musty.
What exactly is a dirty musty? That needs to be a cocktail.
You know when it kind of like stale-ish, like musty and stale. Versus
Like it's been
musty?
in like a
Gotta be in
cardboard
there for a
box.
while.
Yeah, and this is not like got that staleness to it that sometimes you get from the rye.
I would think not, because it probably was just put out, right?
Well, I don't think it's because of an age thing.
It's 3 years old. It should have a little bit of a
But
staleness to it.
I don't think that's what gives like that the musty
probably
rye smell I don't think age gives it that.
Age doesn't make it worse.
I know what I mean.
I'm glad you do.
Maybe you guys will figure it out.
Special edition small batch, aged in honey barrels. This
Honey
spring,
barrels?
release edition 10 in late summer. So,
say
the
honey
9
barrels?
is coming out in February. I don't know. This was 8, right? So this is their last one. They'll have 9.
That's why it's so sweet.
So they like to put out these batches. It has
It's good.
been a long time since I've had a rye, actually.
It's a good rye. I like it. It's been a long time since I had a rye too.
A little black peppery like spice to it.
It's musty and not stale, Eric.
Yeah. That's pretty good. It is definitely warms the belly though.
It does.
Like that would go good in any drink that calls for rye because I like the higher proof
Rye
stuff.
to Manhattan,
Yeah, I mean,
which is like the quintessential rye drink in my mind.
yeah, I know.
When you think of rye drinks, what do you think of? Manhattan.
Boulevardier.
Dude, in these times,
You
maybe
do?
a separate
Mr.
glass.
just
Campari?
No, alcohol kills it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Boulevardier.
Nah, we're fine. We know each other.
Yeah, it's herd immunity.
And I just swigged some
Part of it,
Everclear,
right?
so my mouth is clean.
Right. So it's all, first off, herd immunity. Secondly, we're standing way too close anyway. So, like, we're
Yeah.
just going to get the viruses. And I don't plan on sneezing. You going to sneeze?
No, I'm probably not going to see anybody for another month, so.
Yeah.
Or something.
We're quarantined. And we're under 10 people. So this is all fucking
Yeah.
by the book.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah. We're just flying it.
Yeah. And this is, like, really high proof, so it's fine.
Yeah, this is 61%, which I think is up in the range of.
It's like an absinthe almost. But it... So, I guess what I was...
Creek 120, it's right in that range.
Yeah. But I guess when you say Manhattan, like, Manhattan's a strong drink to begin with. You don't need 120 proof rye to cut through to Manhattan.
No,
But in a whiskey sour...
You're still cutting it with. I mean, it's a strong drink, but then you're still cutting it with sweet vermouth, right? So
Yeah.
it's
Diluting
basically,
it
You're diluting it, yeah.
with 30%.
In water. I mean,
Dude, it's burning.
since you mix it,
Yeah.
it's a stirred drink with a.
Yeah, you are diluting it. I was just thinking, like, whenever I think of, like, the high proof stuff, like high proof ryes and bourbons, I always think of, like, can it reach out in a drink that's got too much noise in it? Too many other things going on. Okay. Where they're, like, you want to appreciate all the flavors, and sometimes in those drinks, some of those spirits can get lost. Rye doesn't get lost as well because I think of that musty. It's very specific. You can taste the flavors.
Yeah.
But I agree. If you're into Manhattans, this
would be good to me.
you want to, if it's a good spirit, you want to put it in Manhattan. If you like Manhattans and good spirits, because why would you?
Also, just be a good sipping rye.
So I gave a tour of my bar to the guys at work because we did a virtual hangout for Beer 30 for Friday.
Okay.
And so we came through the whole bar and showed everybody everything. It's like, okay, I have a question for you. What could you, if you have like, we have a lot of young people where I work, and they're like, what if you have a bunch of crappy alcohol? What cocktail can you make that'll make it better? Like, zero cocktails.
Yeah.
Like, you can't take some bunch
These
of
are
stuff
software
that's-
engineers, right?
Yeah.
They understand the concept of garbage in, garbage out.
Yeah, there you
They
go.
make a lot of garbage sometimes, though.
Okay.
Like, I go around.
Well, then
proving-
relate this to their code and say, if you put crappy code or crappy alcohol into something, you're probably gonna get crappy code.
But just
Or
get our
crappy
QA
alcohol.
guy. No, you're right. I mean, they don't care. They're just like, I have
That's a
this.
stupid argument. Let's not talk about work then.
I'm just saying, like, there's
They should QA their own shit.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
So anyway, for those that want some Roaming Man or want to give it a try, I haven't really had a lot of. We have the other one, but it's like, it's tasty, and I know Sugarlands has a bunch of like moonshines and stuff like that. I know they're pretty big into. So if you're into like the flavored moonshines, as an example, we have Sugarland Shine. That's also.
Oh wait, these are the people who did that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is like their normal stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm not. I mean, moonshine, whatever. But I'm not that interested.
8th edition, $100 a bottle.
Oh.
Of that stuff?
So it's
Wow.
still cheaper than. Is that cheaper than Knob Creek 120? No, that's probably like 75 to 80.
Now
No,
I understand why it's
Knob
so
Creek
good.
can't be
Yeah.
100. We've never
That's
seen 100
probably why-
besides the Montelobos that we have.
That's up there with Whistle Pig Rye.
So that's why we only get one of these bottles.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on,
why-
Sugarlands, guys.
That's why
Step
you
it
get a
up.
tiny sample.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
But I
Good,
mean,
though. It's a good sample.
I appreciate. I will spend, especially for rye, more money to get something that tastes good. What?
Travis said, have you tried that screwball peanut butter whiskey? It's
Screwball. Yes.
That's what,
So this is nothing like peanut butter whiskey. So much better.
Yes.
But that doesn't do the Roaming Man brand any justice by saying, hey, this is better than peanut butter whiskey.
No, this is better than most ryes.
Yeah.
How about that?
It's better than most ryes. I would say at that price, I would still.
probably not had many ryes. I mean, the Whistle Pig is pretty good. I'd have to have them side by side.
Yeah.
And the Whistle Pig has like the old world and stuff. And,
Yeah. And and the ones I have, I don't think are the same caliber of this.
Yeah, no, this is really good.
And because I wouldn't have, I didn't pay for the Whistle Pig.
Right.
But I don't think they'd give me. I've seen some of the stuff that they had that was higher end, and I'm like, pass that over, and they just kind of like, what? You're talking? And then just, like, never mind. I guess it's really hard to get the high end stuff. Knob Creek will send me whatever.
Well, they're
But-
a bigger company too.
They are. Yeah, they're like, whatever, shing, throw it all out. But these guys are probably a little bit smaller than that, I would think. I just would rather, if I'm going to invest money, I would invest it in this versus like 3 bottles of flavored crazy moonshine. Like,
Right.
I
Although
can't
if I
find
remember
a
right, their
good...
moonshine wasn't bad either.
No, but
No,
it's
it wasn't
moonshine.
bad.
It's like when you're talking about moonshine, like a bunch of things that aren't really that exciting.
This is just straight shine. This isn't any of that flavored stuff.
Right. The flavored stuff is definitely...
No
It's
shine
open.
for you.
Oh, there it is.
That's going to be potent when you open it, I would think.
Why?
Because it all traps inside.
Oh yeah, it smells kind of like cachaça.
Cachaça?
Oh.
Like a
It
sugar?
has like a funk.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably a sugar base because it's called Sugarland, right? So I wonder if it's a sugar shine. Well, there you go. You guys know what the hell's going on now. So that's it. You've got your Sugarlands. What is it? Running Man? Roaming Man. You should call it Running Man. That would be cool.
That's
go
a
out-
Schwarzenegger movie from back in the early '90s, late '80s, right?
I lived in the late 80s.
Remember The Running Man?
Yeah. And
It was
Tron.
like a dance too.
It
It
is.
was. Good call, Jack. Let's see it. We know you can do it, Jack.
Let's do it!
I just had hot wings. You want to see them all come off?
Yeah, this is the single
That'd be a
barrel.
different kind of Running Man.
Yeah.
Like the bathrooms.
The
right at top of
Running
Very
stairs.
true.
The Runzy Man. That's it. Sidebar, more videos. Down below, Awesome Drinks Bartender Starter Kit. We're done. We're teaching you how to drink. Because, oh shit,
Because that's what we do.
11 minutes.
Oh, so that's an app that starts and stops it?
Yeah, I don't have a remote with this.
That's awesome. You can't lose it. You can lose your phone, but
No, we can't.
Well, the problem I had with it is the UI. This is UI problem. But like I'm looking at it and it's like you click to. It's a Bluetooth thing.
yeah.
And so I'm looking for this device, but it doesn't pair the same way as other devices. Like every time you connect to it, it almost pseudo pairs.
87. Thank you, Todd.
And I was looking for the stupid thing, and I didn't notice that there's like all these words, and it says a pocket Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K, and I thought that's what the app's for. It wasn't like telling you that's what the app's for. That was like you need to click on that, and then it will pair. So I'm sitting there, it's like searching. I'm like, what's it searching for? And I didn't notice above it was basically going to search forever, going, how many of these do you have? Because probably people are like more cinematographers, have like a pile of them. So I felt like an idiot. I'm like, oh, what? I clicked. I'm like, oh, that's how to connect. Would have been nice if they had a connect button, though.
That would be something.
Yeah.
UI people. UI.
UI, UX. Yoo-hoo.
That's version 2.
Yeah.
Me too.
It's in the backlog.
Yeah.
The Q18 was. That would be the first thing I would have said is, where's the connect button? like.
Or maybe do some UX testing.
Yeah.
Like maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it's a small company. Who knows? Maybe they don't have a huge software budget.
Blackmagic? Oh, that company. Yeah, it was a free app. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
So you're pouring? Are we on camera or do you want to pour?
We're on camera.
Okay, cool.
Hey!
Have we started?
No. I don't want to. Welcome to Coffee and Cocktails. This is Derek and this is Ian. Our name tags will say who's who. We're going to taste some Headwinds vodka because we can. It showed up.
No, you don't have
I
one.
don't have a name tag. Oh,
It's digital.
It's floating.
oh, okay. Oh, there we go.
This is like the new technology. This is 4K. This is what 4K is for. Side note, I had to redesign all of the fucking name tags because 4K and 1080p look completely different. So it was just like
sure.
these tiny little fucking name tags. That was fun. Which is why there's new intros. Huh?
Just tell them the squids. They'll pick up the names.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
One's shorter, one's longer.
Yeah.
It's a problem
Mine's
with dancing.
longer.
Problem with dancing.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is this?
This is just vodka.
Huh.
Headwinds Craft FWD. Pacific Northwest Vodka.
Gluten-free,
20
crafted in small batches.
$22. You know, so I taste vodkas for the fans because people like vodkas. I understand why companies have them and they help keep the lights on. Like I get the whole process. It's just not the most exciting of product. So my goal, because this is listed at $22, that's pretty damn reasonable for a vodka. Like
Yeah.
for a standard, I need vodka because we have vodka, and you always have to have like at least a bottle of vodka. And I don't like to spend more than $25 on a bottle of vodka because I think it's dumb.
It smelled pretty good when we opened that.
Smells like vodka.
That had an interesting smell.
Sounds good.
Sound.
It's got a good pop.
There you go.
All right. It's ahead of the competition already.
Because of the pop?
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like the effing vodka bottle. Same kind of design to it. Without the plastic. It's got like personal signatures. Hopefully those aren't physically signed because that was
It's definitely more pleasant than the ethanol I put in my mouth earlier.
Yes, this Headwind vodka. It's better than
Everclear.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily. I'm like you. I'm not really a vodka aficionado.
No.
I mean, I know people claim to be,
We've had a lot of vodka though.
but we do it with. I mean, if we're using vodka, it's usually in a mixed drink where it's lost anyway.
Right. But I would think that if
Like the
anybody's
ocean
qualified,
vodka that you guys tasted, you guys liked that.
yeah, ocean vodka's good. But ocean vodka's super expensive. Like, if you're gonna put in a drink and it's gonna get lost, and all you're basically doing is adding alcohol to it, like that's
what's the
Truly
point?
Waters or whatever, then just add a cheap, affordable, smooth vodka. Which
Well, your buddy Derek appreciates.
I'm supposed to bring him on and do a vodka tasting. I keep forgetting.
Sorry, Derek.
Eventually we get him on. I gotta make sure I have enough vodka.
Well,
Like,
and we
I like
have
to
let
save it.
COVID go. 'Cause
Yeah, that's
yeah,
probably true.
yeah,
we probably
you
want
could
to
do
wait
that,
until like we can like touch hands or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because
Reaching out.
it's gonna go dirty with that.
Yeah.
Touching something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something else.
Yeah.
Johnson.
That's after the camera stop rolling.
Gingerly touch tips and prepare for battle. Alright, it's a role models reference.
Overall, one thing to note is we recently did a Roaming Man rye tasting, and that was pretty strong. This is so much more like water by comparison. Like, it's smooth, it's easy, there's no burniness. It doesn't taste like ethanol and medicine.
I don't get a whole lot of character out of it,
No, it's
but then that's just
It's vodka.
me
Yeah.
and vodka.
yeah. I'm sure there's an intriguing story.
It's filtered through charcoal hazelnuts.
No, it is.
Oh, I thought you
And it's
were making
corn
that
based.
up.
No, they were saying no filtering. That's why it's so cheap. I'm like, no,
No,
it's.
the Costco one.
Oh, okay.
Like someone buys a 1.75 liter for $20 at Costco.
I mean, there's a little sweetness because these are usually cut with a little bit of sugar anyway.
Gluten-free. There shouldn't be.
That's corn.
Hopefully, nobody's using any sugars in these. 100% neutral grain, distilled from corn. So I don't know.
So if it's 100%, so vodka has to be distilled to what 96% and then cut back. So it's cut back with, Portland water and probably some type of sugar, a little bit to give it a little bit.
I would
flavor.
say, I bet
Or you get the flavor from the corn distillation process.
Yeah,
So
I bet you get the sweetness from the corn. But and I'm not making any claims here because it's very hard to do this type of research. And they could correct me in the comments if they watch this video, because I'm going to do something that every vodka person or every vodka distiller hates. It says it's produced and bottled by Headwind Vodka in the Pacific Northeast in Oregon. Typically, and I don't know how the wording goes for vodka, but if it says produced and bottled, I don't know if that means it was distilled.
Well, I think that's a law that applies directly towards bourbons. Because,
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know if, agreed. I don't know if the wording, I
Yeah.
don't think the labeling law is the same for bourbon as it is for vodka.
That's why I'm like, this could be sourced from the same place probably Tito's pulls there from. It's the same price. So one way to do it, and I'm not going to say they do or don't, but you could, if you're using your own water source in Portland and that's your key thing, this could just be a neutral grain spirit shipped in, cut with their water to give it a different flavor, plus filtered through, you said charcoal and hazelnut?
Sure. Yeah.
Hazelnut charcoal?
Hazelnut charcoal. So hazelnuts that are burned with charcoal, right?
I don't know.
Because charcoal is created from wood.
Yeah, but this...
So you might as well do it from hazelnuts.
But that's so weird.
It's distinct.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the way you're going to do it. The other way is, obviously,
I can't say if that gives it its distinct flavor, if that's more marketing, but I mean...
Right. There's
it's
probably a little bit of all that.
It's probably a little bit of both. It's pretty cool, I guess.
I mean, if you're trying to stand out in the vodka world, you got to have something to say. This is what we do that's different than the other guy. He doesn't use that type of charcoal. He uses this, and a lot don't think even use charcoal. Typically, the charcoal gives a little bit of a black, like a fennel black licorice flavor in the finish. At least the ones I've ever had that have had charcoal charcoal filtered, that doesn't do it.
Say that again?
Charcoal filtered.
Charcoal filter.
So I don't know where they get their actual neutral grain, if they're using their own distillery to actually still it up, calm stills and all that works. The thing is, it's for $22. I don't know. That's a pretty expensive endeavor if you have the whole facility. It's a lot cheaper if you're shipping in a neutral grain and you're cutting it with water, because water is going to be cheaper than an entire facility.
Agreed. Yeah.
But I can't make the claim yes or no. But I am suspicious.
Fair enough. Maybe they'll correct you in the comments.
But it
Or
is.
they'll clarify in the comments, not correct.
It does exactly what I think a vodka do. Super simple, super easy, not too burny, and it'll get you drunk.
Yeah.
If that's, I mean, I don't know what else to do with vodka. I put it in simple syrup because it won't add any flavor, and you'll get your nice simple syrup flavor.
It stays for a while.
Yeah, then it keeps. If you do a 1-to-1 simple syrup with vodka, it lasts about 3 months. This
Yeah.
is based on Camper English.
Yeah.
Did a study on this.
I do a study by just not using it enough.
So based on Camper English's, I don't want to take this out of context without crediting him because he did the work, but you know, a 1-to-1 simple syrup mix will last about a month. You add a shot of vodka to it, based
3
on
months.
volume, it'll go about 3 months. 2-to-1 simple syrup is you get about a couple months out of it, and then you put some vodka in it, you get about 6 months out of it.
Right. And then you just use half as much simple syrup if you need. If you don't want it to be too sweet, just add less simple syrup. But at least you have a condensed product that lasts longer.
It's also about consistency too. If you're trying to get a certain mouthfeel of your drink, right? If
Oh
you
yeah,
want
you
a
get the syrup.
little
Oh,
thicker-
gum. Add some gum syrup to it.
Yeah, there you go.
I got some of that down there.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Of course you do.
that's it. Sidebar, more videos. You know what? Maybe I'll throw some vodka videos up there.
This
Who
looks
knows?
Like wood. I know it's just a label, but it looks like wood.
See?
Anyway.
Anything.
I think it is wood.
Down below is the bartender starter kit at awesomeDrinks.com. That's my store. Buy from me. Don't buy from somebody else because
Yeah, that's wood. Look at
that's fucking weird.
that. Yeah, they have like a wood
Really,
label.
really, really thin wood. We teach you how to drink.
That's cool. I was looking at it, I'm like, yeah, it looks like a wood veneer. It's like wood.
But who sticks veneer on there? Well, they do.
Ooh, I like Elijah Craig.
Elijah Craig, I got to be some of that. Oh, and I'll check the price in Norway.
Yeah, because he said depending on the
That's
alcohol,
pretty cool.
they do a tax based off of what percentage of alcohol. They
Oh
have.
yeah. Oh yeah, it comes off like a
Splinter.
I was thinking like one of those little, you know, those old balsa wood airplanes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that
I mean,
sound.
that's what it is, balsa wood.
That feels like it would not make it cheaper, but I guess I don't know what the cost of balsa wood is.
I know, right?
nowadays.
Well, this is where marketing cost comes into
But
things.
see, look. Oh, it is. Oh no, they're not. They're
A
not
little
the
bit
same.
different.
I like the balsa wood over the plastic.
Yeah.
I don't know where to put this though.
Well, the plastic's going to keep things from banging around, I guess.
We got more vodka.
Shock absorption, no matter what, or how you look at it.
When you have so many bottles, you can't fit any more.
All right, now we got to do an Aperol spritz.
All right, so I'm going to get some ice.
Oh yeah. Ow.
Bang.
Did
Man
you
walks on a
already-
chair, he says ouch.
Boom.
Boom. Did you already
What?
focus it and everything?
Focus. Oh, a little bit. I just realized I need an entire bottle of Prosecco again, so that's a good time.
Yeah, you just dumped the other one out.
I did.
Well, we'll have to make sure to drink this one. Just throw some peach bitters in there. Call it good.
Peach bitters. Don't
You moved your freezer closer.
No. I did not.
Maybe not recently.
That's a brand new freezer, but brand new like 6 months ago.
Yeah,
Okay,
we've had
yeah,
that
it's
freezer
closer.
for a while.
It's closer than the other one was.
Didn't you notice inside it looks different?
There's a bunch of the same shit in there.
There's all the
Yeah, but
same
there's a
shit.
whole center console with a plastic thing that rolls out. Dude, I've had that for a long time.
I noticed. It just took me some time. Don't get mad. Are you a woman with her hair? Come on.
No, I neither have a vagina nor do
hair.
I have hair.
Woman with a new hairdo.
You,
There's Eric.
Eric, are you expecting Ian to give me a hand slap?
We already figured out how to do the
Yeah,
hand
we
slaps.
just did it. That's a COVID slap.
Yeah.
Yo, what up, J-Mac? This is the stuff, right? Oh, I have to. I could show you the. Did I show you the photo of Liam opening a bottle of Prosecco? 'Cause with this video, we made into a slow.
Oh, there you go.
We made into a video using the slow motion of the camera, and Liam still hasn't finished editing it because he wanted to edit them, and I was going to see if he would
Big
do it.
love from Lauren and Joe in London. Keep teaching us how to drink, Derek. I've been a fan for a good 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Joseph.
That was pre-me, I think.
7 years, yeah.
When did I
Was it
start?
for you?
When was
No, it probably wasn't. I
I
always
think
think
it
it
was.
is, but that was like
You
time
know what?
keeps going by.
2015 is when this bar came in. December 15. That was 5 years ago almost.
Well,
The year before
Dan
that.
was
That was
here in
before
2014 for
Was
the
Bloody Marys?
Bloody Marys.
Yeah, because I was over there. I was here
So
for
you
the
were
Hennessy,
probably Hendrix Gin,
Hendrix Gin contest.
but we didn't record that.
But I
We
don't know
live
when that
streamed
was. No, we didn't live stream that.
I would say 2014 or 2013, right? Oh,
No, it's close. If it was 2013, it would be about.
What do you want to use for? You want to use a
I
tall
want to
one
use Aperol.
for glass? We're gonna a wine glass.
Oh, we need
I know a wine glass, but I was also thinking these work for spritzes as well.
Yeah.
But we can do a wine glass if you want,
I have. I don't understand why I don't have wine glasses up there.
because those are cocktail glasses.
No, but there was always like 2 wine glasses up there.
There was.
Well, not always, but.
Yeah. Don't trust me. I didn't even know you had a new freezer until today.
Oh, well, me and Liam made that video, so they probably put it up here when it was dirty.
I asked you, and I'm like, you're like, they probably go up here.
We are making an Aperol spritz, which is actually delicious.
Yeah, those are good.
I like an Aperol. Me and Dan had those when we went over to Barcelona
Oh,
in
did you?
2015, right before this bar came
There
in.
you go.
Because I remember we came back from Barcelona and we came over and did the wiring in the bar,
Oh yes.
like
yes,
the
that's
weekend
right.
after we got
Yeah.
back, which did not make me very popular at the time.
That's right.
I'll use that knife too for the orange peel.
I got a knife.
What? Is it gonna make a fucked up orange peel though?
All depends who wields it.
Do you really wield a knife?
Do you want me to show you how I wield a knife? Of course you wield a knife. If you're using it, you're wielding it.
Like that?
What are we doing with
You
this?
want me to get my crambit?
What's a crumpet?
Now he's gonna go get it.
I can use this. It's fine.
I know, you can use that.
You need exercise. Go get it.
Well, I was gonna get it anyway. But you might not want to use it for that because my colleagues are like people.
Swap the Aperol. Yeah, I'll put the Campari instead of the Aperol and see if he notices.
Yeah, he'll notice.
We've secretly swapped Derek's Aperol with Campari. Let's see if he notices. Slap my face for $5.
Crambit.
No, I'm not gonna slap it. That. Oh, Karambit. Okay, yeah. One of those. I think I'll use my knife for cutting the orange.
Probably. Oh, why don't we here we go?
Sure, go for it. Do what you gotta do.
Let's just fucking roll. But yeah, it's not really that sharp either.
That needs a sharpening.
Yeah, but look, it's a crambit.
It is.
You ever sharpen a crambit?
No, but I have a
Crambit sharpener?
I have a rounded sharpening stones for these kind of blades
Where?
in my house.
Really?
I've made rounded blades, not crambits, but
You should make a crambit next time.
maybe I will.
But
It probably won't be as professional looking as this, but
yeah, but I can't sharpen that because I don't have a
rounded stone.
sharpening stone
Oh, you need
or
this
any stone.
On?
I do. Oh, so we'll put it in this thing. So figure out how that works on height.
Okay. It doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Orange wheel. Orange wheel? Oh, fuck.
Oh,
it's
I can't do a
orange
wheel with this knife. This knife's too small to do a wheel.
Yeah, I'm also gonna need an orange peel too.
Okay, I
let me
can
get a
do-
different knife. I mean, let me get a different knife and a different orange.
Okay.
That way, we can make it. Deal with that one.
Well, since I have to go so high, I'm gonna have to go this way, or else you get your light in the shot.
Oh, I'm thinking I'm not going to spin this around my finger because no, it's not that. So you have a video of Liam opening a prosecco bottle. I missed most of the story because I don't think there was most of the story.
Huh?
Slide the cup over.
This?
Yes.
Where?
Like towards you. Yes. There you go.
That's gonna suck because I'm never gonna know how to put it there.
Well.
That's why I have it here.
Well, your light is in the way because
That
it's so
sucks.
tall.
It's because of the new camera. Everything's taller.
I mean, maybe I can go back this way.
Or we can just line up the glass of the camera and everything's fine.
No, he's a baby.
I just want to place it in the right place. Dick.
Is that good, Jen?
Dick.
That's good. Yeah.
Here we go, Dick.
Grambit you.
I don't know where I put the
Alright, you ready
video.
to go?
No, I don't know. Does Ian know what the fuck is going on? We got this.
Of course I do. We're gonna make this thing. We're
Yeah,
gonna do
always
it.
know what's going on.
Yeah,
I can't find this video. It's
6
good.
feet your ass. You don't want 6 feet in your ass, buddy. That's too much.
What? Yeah, I'll have to show it to you later. It's pretty funny. But I did a slow-mo video of Liam opening the bottle, and he didn't know it was gonna pop. So he just, but there's no audio.
Right.
So he just opens it and goes.
That's awesome. Oh,
I can open on this set.
everyone's got to learn. It's just funny when they do it sometimes.
All right. The app. We have everything. Doesn't have gin or anything. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Go ahead. You can cut it. I'm going to do the intro. Ready? Welcome to Combat Cocktails. I'm Derek. That's Ian. We're making for you a cocktail. Why? Because you're stuck at home. Got no place to go. There's too many viruses all over the place. You're like, I just need an Aperol Spritz. Boom! We've got you covered.
How convenient.
I know. You just happen to have an orange. I happen to have Aperol
We're gonna do
and
a
Spritz
half
stuff.
an orange, given the glass. Instead of a whole wheel, we'll do a split wheel.
Yeah, we split a wheel too when me and Liam did it.
Okay.
All right, so this recipe is going to be 3 ounces of Prosecco, 2 ounces of Aperol, 1 ounce of soda water, an orange wheel or a half a wheel, whatever you want to do. You add all the ingredients into a wine glass with ice in the wine glass because... What are you doing?
We're not ready for anything.
What? Oh, yeah. Well, you know,
Did you already read the recipe out?
I just read the
cool.
recipe. I put probably a wine glass. So that's it. Oh, we have a new Patreon subscriber, Maurice. Actually, we have 2 new ones. One that just came in during like the beginning of the recording of this. So I'll see if I can dig him up
You always
later.
notice that we're like super organized on the first drink we do.
No. Is that sarcasm?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maurice, subscribe to us on patreon.com/CMC if you're looking to help a brother out who just made it through layoffs. Yes. But took a pay cut. No. Not cool.
Maurice, or you?
Me.
Oh, that's-
So Maurice is helping out.
oh, cool. Thanks, Maurice.
He doesn't know that's why, but
But it
now he
is.
has. Yep. Prosecco!
Come on. I feel it wiggling. It's coming.
It's coming.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. There we go.
There you go.
I know it was one of those counts.
Invented in 1919 by Barberi Brothers, I'm going to say. It became trendy in the 1950s as an alternative to white wine and soda, which sounds kind of dumb, but, you know, you get what you get.
The 50s.
Yeah, it was 50s.
Hey, Derek.
9th best-selling cocktail in 2019 by Drinks International. Yes!
What is Aperol?
What is Aperol?
It's an Italian.
Oh, yes. Somebody asked.
Is it grapefruit based?
I don't think it's grapefruit.
Cordial?
Maybe you're right. There's so many different ones.
Grapefruit.
I think it's grapefruit.
Does it say if it's grapefruit or not? No, but usually you can smell it. Tell. It's got a lot of sugar in it too.
Yeah, it's
It's like a grapefruit rind. It definitely has that. It's like if you took a grapefruit skin and you just like you cut it with the channel knife and all the like oils come out and hit you right in the face.
I kind of think of it as like a
that's the
Campari
taste.
Light because it's a little bit bitter, but it's a lot sweeter and a little fruity.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good
So-
flavored spirit.
The beauty is the Aperol by itself, while it might
But
have
Italian,
that
I believe.
bitterness,
Correct? Italian?
I think it's Italian.
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh look, it says since 1919. I just read that. I should have just fucking watched the bottle. Does that fit on the camera and everything?
Yep.
Okay. It does never work again.
No, it never works. I always try that.
So the tip.
Just because one time it may.
Yeah, that's right.
One of these days.
One of these days.
What I
I'm going to be
typically-
the one who does it too.
I usually do I usually just take the not plastic wrap, but the cling wrap, and I wrap it on there, throw it in the fridge for like 4 weeks, and throw it out later. So
Sounds about right.
yeah, there's no ice in here.
Do we need ice?
Yes, that was one of the ingredients. Give me some. Hit me with that ice, yo. Oh. After the Campari Group purchased Aperol brand, they used the Aperol Spritz to market as a marketing technique to increase sales volumes, because that's what people do. And that quadrupled their sales. So this drink just by itself. Like, super fucking simple. Like, this is not complicated. You could do this with elderflower, too. If you just did, some Prosecco, elderflower, and skip the soda, people do that as a drink. But this brings you a little bit more of that light Christmas introduction to Aperol.
Oh, it's rhubarb.
Gets you ready. Rhubarb?
What?
That's what Wikipedia says.
Huh.
Based on a fusion of selected herbs and roots.
Made of gentian, rhubarb, and cinchona.
So that's where it gets its bitterness from. the gentian
Cinchona is a bark, which is used for tonic.
Among other ingredients.
And then what was the first one was a bittering agent,
Which is
Gentian,
gentian's a
rhubarb,
bittering agent. So you have your gentian,
Cinchona.
cinchona. I don't really know how you say those weird Latin words. I don't even know if it's Latin,
It
but
is Italian.
so
I'm not a Prosecco fan, but I do like an Aperol spritz. They're good.
see, it's like quinine and gentian. Those two things are very bitter. Then you're bringing in. There's definitely hidden sugar going on in there. Rhubarb itself, I always thought was kind of
Its name
bitter.
comes from the Italian slang word for aperitif.
Oh,
Yeah.
aperitif, aperol.
Aperol.
So, which is
But-
a pero, and then they just added the L, I guess.
It's the
Alright.
easiest way to
There you go.
change the taste of your prosecco by giving it a light effervescence, a fruitiness that you can use for like pool time. Real, you could drink these without getting destroyed.
This is a very good like brunch drink or it's good after dinner drink too.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's good all over the place.
it's easy drinking. But so here's the deal. What I am attempting to do for most of this year is to kind of go back and revisit all these old. This is driving me fucking crazy. All these old recipes, and when I mean old, I mean ones we've done. We have never done this, I don't think. But
We haven't?
no, I don't think so.
Really?
What's wrong with us?
I don't know. I guess we've made them like every time we go drinking, but not
You've
on the
never
show.
done it for a video? Wow.
So that was a little bit of a shift. But my goal for this year is to 4K the shit out of all of our cocktails and plan them all out in advance. So that means it gives me the ability to get views again. Because when you're doing these like cocktails that a bar makes someplace in the world and somebody goes, this is a great drink, and you're like, it is, and I'm giving it to my audience and there's like 600 views, I'm like, fuck, why is that?
But then you make an Aperol spritz, something that people drink and look up.
Right.
You need those views, yeah.
And you need the views. So this gives me a chance to revamp the recipes. So I'll do some of it, like we did a whiskey sour not too long ago. So I'll wait on that until the end of the year. But I want to redo everything that we want so that when I say, oh, we made this other drink with Aperol, the Aperol Spritz, and I link like this and it slides across, that video will be 4K like the one they're watching. So that all the content is same format.
It makes sense.
It does. And it gives me an excuse to go back and revisit some of those and rebuild them, pick better recipes or different ones based on what I see our reactions being. Like, oh, this would be great if it was a little sweeter. I could go, okay, well, what did we do wrong?
Right.
I don't think we ever do anything wrong with this. I think
Well,
it's
it's a
fine.
matter of perspective.
Yes. But overall, one of the key flavors in here that I get is a lingering bitterness that comes. It's like a sweet, fruity start. I guess rhubarb. I would have thought grapefruit as well.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was a citrus in
Like a citrus flavor, but it does also have the orange. So obviously somebody was like, "Oh, you know what? There's some sort of pairing happening here."
Yeah.
So you get a little bit of that like citrusy flavor, and then like a very light bitterness, like a tart flavor, kind of like lingers for a while. And what happens is it starts to dry out, and you're like, "Fuck, I need to
And it
do
makes
that."
you want to take another drink. Yeah, yeah. Like
And then you're like, "Oh, it's gone. I've recovered." And then it comes back.
Tough. It's like sugar does that to you too.
Really, it
Sugar
always just
drink,
makes me go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you take a swig
Yeah,
of
that's
orange
true.
juice, you're like, oh wow, I'm really thirsty. Like a minute later.
Right. And you're like, I need more of that.
It's like the
orange
Chinese food of beverages.
juice. Yeah. This
Get
is
MSG.
yeah. No, this is more like the general sow of Italian aperitifs.
Oh, the chinota is the citrus used in the flavor.
Chinota, not the other word I was thinking you were saying.
That's what I was saying. I wasn't saying that word. But I'm guessing it's a derivative of that word.
Well, chinoa or chinchoa or however you say it is.
Cinchona or something like that.
Yeah, that's a bittering. I have a bag of it.
Yeah.
I got everything.
You do.
I just wasn't prepared for this.
We just.
I should just keep the bag here and I can just
don't
fucking
know
pull it out.
why.
Why I have all this shit? I know. It's kind of crazy. I just try to collect all the stuff, the components of all the different drinks. And that's where things get weird. So To summarize, you should go to patreon.com/CMC and help support the show if you are looking for some new cocktail bitters so you can create drinks this summer because you're going to be spending a lot of time at home.
You know where to get those, right?
I know where. You go to AwesomeDrinks.com, and if you do it this month, actually until May 1st, and you use coupon code ISOLATION, you can save yourself 15%.
Such a marketing whore. Such an advertising whore.
Dude, I've used every coupon code in the world. I gotta come up with something new. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. It made me giggle. So I did it.
Isolation, okay.
Just remember, isolation. Yes, isolation. 15% chick. Boom, done.
But you have to spell it the same wrong way that Derek spelled it.
Oh shit, I spelled it wrong?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. I'm gonna copy that and I'm gonna put a little pop-up, which I have to recreate because it's fucking 4K.
Yeah, it looks like a C though. I looked up and I'm like, Isoshin?
I can see that.
It looks like a CH instead of a LA.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, no, it's not. I get it.
No. So there you go. Sidebar. You know what? Sidebar we'll have some videos with April. Maybe the division belt.
When does that expire? May 1st?
May
Okay,
1st,
cool.
2020.
2020.
Because that's the way we work here. We stay in the current year.
Yes. But for people watching this next year,
Yeah,
you missed your window.
Right. So just go to the latest video and see what I say, and watch the whole thing through.
Yeah.
That's it. There's some sidebars over there for videos, I think. Bartender starter kit below. You can use that coupon code for that.
Could be ice elation. So Eric said ice-olation. ICE-olation.
We'll teach you how to drink.
It could be elated ice. You're super happy about your ice.
That's
Ice elation.
some fucked up shit right there.
It's probably one of the least fucked up things I've ever said. I don't know.
Lead in.
Sure. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's start a new video. This, for Derek, means that he needs to put this at the end of the... I'm never going to remember. Let's go. Ready? Today we're going to make it... No, how do we start at these things? I don't remember.
Today we're going to make the
I don't
Aperol
remember.
Spritz, a classic brunch beverage. Stay tuned.
Brunch beverage.
Jump cut. Today we're making the Aperol Spritz, a classic brunch beverage that's also great after dinner.
Why are you so enunciation? I don't know how you can enunciate it.
Cody says,
Why was I
"Lord,
so
I used to watch
enunciation?
your show so much when I was 17. I'm 25 now. I'm glad I found your channel
Oh,
again.
fuck.
Nostalgia."
Okay, we feel old
Would you
again.
be into redoing blind tastings for each spirit category based on the new offerings each year? I don't know what that means.
So as
We do
new
blind
spirits come out every year, so like if over the year there was like 5 new vodkas that came out, do blind tastings of those 5 new vodkas. It's not a bad idea.
Dorito, yeah. Make him more.
Well, I mean,
nice.
instead of comparing them to the same old brands that we
yeah.
always do, compare the new stuff
See,
that
but
came out in the year or to the other new stuff that came out there. It's interesting.
the only issue is one of the best ways to do blind tastings is when people send you a bunch of free shit.
Right. Well, you just hold on to it until you get like 5 vodkas.
Which is how I got here. Like every
Yeah,
time I'm like,
I know, but you just don't do your tastings until then. That's what I'm
I
saying.
know. But see, I did it
Which
with
way is this
Añejo.
knife pointed? Okay, there we go.
Which way is this knife pointed? Away.
The bevel was such that it looked like it could be either way.
It's both ways.
No, it's not
yeah.
sharp on this side, but sharp on this side.
Yeah, but it's sharp
And the
on
way
both
the light was
sides.
reflecting, it kind of looked like a dagger.
Oh, it's not a dagger.
No, but it looked like
Put
it.
another glass there so I can get the height.
Oh, son of a bitch! You're gonna ruin all of my thumbnails.
I'll let you put that where you want it,
Oh, I don't know how to do that.
and I'll let you advance the slide so we know what we're making.
Actually, I have a thumbnail for this one because I took a high-res version when me and Liam were making that film. We
I
got
got 2 thumbnails.
Why am I on the wrong video? What are you doing? Oh, dagger.
Ah, thanks, Steven.
Oh! The fuck?
Did I get you, Jet? Oh, no, you're squinting for the camera. Thought I got you in the eye. You had that look on your face.
No.
You got me in the eye look. That Derek's also familiar with.
Wait,
And
put
I know
that back
and I know
there.
nothing
I
about.
thought you were done by now.
I'm not.
Do you see her squinting into the camera?
Won't you see anything?
Oh my god, why do you have to fuck with my
Because
shit?
I'm lining it up with the camera.
Don't line it with the camera. The camera lines with this. If you notice, there's a pink mark behind the bar. That is where I put
But
drinks.
this is easy to move, where the camera just do more work.
Right, but I have been putting it in the same fucking place for
It's
5 years.
Still lined up. It's just back a little bit.
But that doesn't have autofocus. So what happens is it gets blurry.
Which is why she's focusing.
But if you move it...
All good, Derek.
Alright, we need this.
Best part about working from home is the commute.
Yes.
That's the only good thing in my mind.
Have you seen the meme of the guy holding? He's in the bathroom with the shower rod, like he's
Oh
commuting.
yeah. Try to maintain
The commuter move.
maintain the things that you
Your
do.
arm strength.
Yeah. Yes, your arm
Lime,
strength.
simple syrup. Well, I do that a different way.
Do we have a curfew? Simple syrup. No, we do not have a curfew. There's a thing like that.
No,
some
things do
places
close
do.
sooner though.
My bar never closes.
All right, light rum. We're gonna use.
Oh my god, this is not really simple syrup. I just.
Mimi does have a piece of paper though that says she can be out. I didn't think we were there at that point yet, but I guess we are.
Really? What are you looking for?
Light rum. I'm just trying to figure out what to use. Maybe just use Bacardi or something. You got something over there?
No, I'm just looking for paper towels because I know I just made a fucking mess. In there.
That orange is cold. It was on ice.
Where's my paper towels? Oh, I know. Fucking everybody in the world stole them. They're like, oh my god! There's a deadly virus! Buy all the toilet paper, paper towels!
No, we can buy paper towel. That's about all they have.
Oh, they have them?
Yeah, they had them at BJ. I didn't know we needed them.
We don't.
So what do you? What? I don't understand your argument now.
I was just.
Not sure where you're going with this now.
Well, there were no paper towels at one point.
Where's like
I don't
Bacardi and stuff?
Right here. Bacardi?
Yeah, I just know light rum. And we can use Savannah Club
The
3, but
Bacardi could be gone.
where is your light rum?
Here's the
light
light
rum. How do you
rum.
light rum? Pick a light rum. Okay, let's use that for just a second.
They sound like an old married couple.
Who, me and Derek?
Or me and Derek, I don't know which
I don't know.
one. Either of them would work, so.
Well, you guys are getting to be an old married couple, and I guess I've known you guys for almost 15 years at this point.
Wait, you've known us for 15
25,
years?
sorry.
Alright. You're off by 10.
96. Since 96 I've known you guys. Or probably 97, because I probably didn't know you guys until the beginning of second semester when Eric.
Yeah. You know
He knew you guys. So we'll say since the beginning of 97, which would mean 23 years.
Wow.
And 3
And
months.
we're still hanging out together.
Once a month.
Yeah, that's all we can take.
That's right.
That's all the curfews will let us.
Damn curfews. We've known each other longer than some of your audience members have been alive.
Probably.
Oh, that's gross. Don't say that.
Yeah.
That's just fucking weird.
Hashtag old
Lime
fuckers.
twist.
Just
a
cute
line.
string garnish.
You want to wait? Can we fit this in 2, 3, 4 ounce? I'm just wondering if we could fit in the 8 ounce, but that's a little big, huh?
We can when we put some ice. No, we're not doing ice. How many ounces is your regular coupe?
3, 4, 3, 3. I think it's 3.
Well, we're gonna have some dilution.
20%. Do the math.
20% 4 is less than 1.
Oh, Diana said our silver anniversary is coming up.
Is that 25 years? Wait, gold is 50? Is that what it is?
I have no idea.
What was 20? What did you guys not get me?
What did you guys not get me?
What are you guys cheaping out on here?
I didn't not get you a lot of stuff.
TP.
Yeah.
23 years is the TP anniversary.
Yes. I had to go out and look for toilet paper because I'm like stupid,
Dumbasses.
whacked ass people are like, I need
Whack
toilet
ass.
paper and I need it now.
That's nuts.
Do you have where's the lime? Oh, I brought down a lime just so you can make a whatever twist. Do you think that'll work?
What, the lime or the knife?
The knife.
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
I don't know. You don't need a channel like that.
Twist, are we doing, we're doing the small long
What the
twist,
fuck
right?
you
Oh,
wanna
you
do?
still haven't found any? I managed to find some. It wasn't the nice cushy stuff we're used to though.
We got 2-ply instead of 3-ply, but
But it's toilet paper.
Yeah.
We were gonna have to use wet wipes, which is fine with me, but my daughter flipped out.
yeah.
She's like, I'm not using that. It makes my vagina wet.
Okay.
Just to try it off with the other paper
Is that
towels.
about what you said too? Okay.
I just told her to stand up and fan it.
There you go.
Yeah, you have to understand our sense of humor.
There are ways around all sorts of things.
There are.
My toilet is right next to a shower, so worst case scenario, I'm okay.
There you go.
Like this.
Yeah, I will make my own bidet.
Yeah. You ready to go?
I Yeah, I guess. I don't know what he's doing, but
I'm making a twist.
I just don't understand why you haven't cut the inside of your palm with that.
Because I'm a skilled craftsman who's probably about to cut myself because I said that.
Remember that time you cut yourself in the
Thoughts on
blender?
Tom Brady going to Tampa?
100%. I'll take that bet.
Yes,
Wait a
yes, he
minute.
is.
I'm not sure about
I
that.
don't know. We'll see. I have a feeling he's not going to be any good, but
I don't know. He's Bruce Arians, and I guess he's impressed.
yeah,
them.
but he never trusts anybody. He has to play with them for years before he trusts them.
Who, Bruce Arians?
No.
Anybody, like any
Brady.
receivers,
Brady.
any new yeah, Brady.
We'll see what happens.
That's what I said. We'll see.
I mean, I'm always going to be a Brady fan. Now I'm a Tampa Bay fan, apparently.
No. Dollar store has them, but it only lets you get one roll per person. That's a
One
little
roll?
fucking dumb. Like, it's not even worth going to the store for
Yeah,
one roll
what
per
the heck?
person. You should be able to
Oh,
each get
it's totally worth
2
it
to
if
4.
you're out.
True, but
guess,
you know what?
but-
If you're gonna get one roll per person, just use their men's room and come out with it.
I went to Hanford's and they had like just restocked, but then it was all gone. But I got there and there was like a little stack of single rolls.
Oh, really?
So I grabbed a couple because the guy's like, oh, I think they're limiting to 2. So I grabbed a couple and the woman's like 2. So she took 4. I'm like, okay, well, that's just being a douchebag.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
But they're
fucking,
wa-
just fucking listen. Just do what they're saying and everything's going to be fine.
Right.
Like, we went to get eggs.
If you get the virus, you're not shitting out your ass. You
Right.
can't breathe.
It's a respiratory disease,
Right. It has
people.
nothing to do with toilet paper.
Like,
People are weird.
we went to only time I ever
I
done.
had 2 rolls of toilet paper, which is probably enough for like a month.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are doing in their houses, and I love to shit. I enjoy a good shit, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we know.
Xbox just come on.
Did it sound like Xbox on?
Maybe.
No, he probably
Yeah, he was-
killed his other controller
Yeah.
because he
It's
plays
paired with
until
this
they
one.
die. I mean, he only logs like 16 hours a day.
I'm saving the water bottles with the squirt top as a backup.
We did take do you see that thing I did where we took the heads from our distillate and just made spray sanitizer?
Oh, yeah.
Sanitizer.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I bought myself some hydrogen peroxide, but at this point just getting it was impossible. So when it came into stock, I just hit buy, add to cart, buy, and then I checked to see if it was the right thing. Because every time I'm looking, going, is this the stuff I need? I click buy and it's like, sorry, it's all sold out. So I'm like, fuck you, buy, and if I don't need it, I'll cancel. And so I bought it, and I'm like, yeah, it'll work. But they're all like 4-ounce bottles of hydrogen peroxide, 24 of them.
24 like tiny ass bottles.
So I was trying to buy 12 8-ounce bottles because I can't get one.
Okay.
And so they had they're the same price. Everything's the same. So the bottles are half the size and there's double as many. I'm like, whatever, it's the same thing.
It is.
So I'm like, I got what we need for the spray sanitizer. It's coming in Arizona. She's like, okay, I'll get out the recipe because we had a little here. And you need like a teaspoon. For the whole fucking, for 750 milliliters worth of this stuff. So now I have a lot of hand sanitizer and a fuckload of hydrogen peroxide to last me the rest of my life.
Well, there you go.
I'm hoarding them.
Dan had a sore throat and he doesn't know if he has COVID, so he didn't come.
Yeah, Dan was freaking out.
Dan most likely has allergies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I have
he-
allergies. I'm
or he's
sniffling
work-
because I'm allergic to my fucking cat.
Yeah.
He's been,
And I'm at home all day now.
well, they're
so.
redoing
Yeah,
the
so you're
kitchen
there all the time.
and they're doing the dining room and it's dusty and so he has a scratchy throat. It's like, I was like, I don't know if I have this. I'm like, Dan, you don't have it. If you want to stay home, that's fine. But you're probably not contagious or have anything. Don't freak out.
Yeah.
Because he likes to freak out. That's his move.
He will sometimes.
Freak out?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. So we'll have him here for the May recording.
Maybe.
Assuming.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan's in his bunker,
Yeah.
yes.
He's in his bunker. Just has lots of
Hey,
windows.
Eric saw pictures of awesome looking bunkers the
Yeah.
other
And
day.
there's some silo bunkers and stuff.
Yeah, people are going to be buying those up.
They had
pools.
swimming
They're all-
pools and everything in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, that
You
is
can buy
sweet.
like old missile silos for like cheap money and like
And
you can, like,
keep 'em out.
yeah, like a couple $1,000,000. But the thing is like 10 stories deep and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like you can. Yeah,
It's stupid.
I was looking at those at one point like years
Right.
ago. I'm like, wow, this is cool that they actually sell these things.
Nice.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
of course it'd take a lot of work to make it habitable, but
Do we have a jigger?
But hey, if it comes to the point where you need to move into there, you're going to have a lot of time on your hands.
you know, if it comes to that point, you know, I'm just going up to my parents' place.
It's choppy again. I'll hold out. I haven't changed anything.
Yeah, it is choppy again.
All right. Welcome to Coffee Man Cocktails, Dan. Nope. Welcome to Coffee Man Cocktails, Ian, Derek. There's only 2 people.
Yeah, no Dan.
No Dan. We're gonna make for you a cocktail. It's called the daiquiri. The classic daiquiri.
What?
Simple,
A daiquiri?
a simple daiquiri.
What now?
Wait, is this a shaken and strained drink?
This is a shaken and strained drink. Oh, you need a shaker and strainer. Our
Now the question makes sense.
I will bust out some recipes for y'all. It's gonna be what we like to refer to in the biz as a 2-1-1. Use the black one because I sell those. It's 2 ounces of light rum, 1 ounce of lime, 1 ounce of simple syrup, or 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup for the experienced drinkers. We can do 2-1-1 because it's easy.
Yeah, let's do it. The great thing about this drink is, if you're interested in getting into the bartending industry, this is an interview drink, right?
Yeah!
You could go to a bar attending interview once everything calms down, and they could ask you to make them a daiquiri, and they could be judging you on it. And it's such a simple recipe with a lot of variation because you can change up your syrups, you can change up the type of rum you use, you can modify, if you want, the ratio slightly.
Yep.
You could add some little nuance to it, like a
Rose
hint of
simple syrup or a bitter.
Yeah, or I mean, you can even put a couple drops of elderflower in there or something like that, just to make it a little bit different. But it's like
Little Benedictine.
it's such a basic drink that has so much versatility.
It's like the starting point.
It's
for
a rum
cocktail.
sour when you think about it, right?
Yes, this is a rum sour. So if you decided, so here's what you do if you're a bartender and you want to impress people. You memorize the words 2-1-1. Now they say, okay, show me how to make a daiquiri. Boom, 2-1-1. Show me how to make a margarita. Boom, 2-1-1.
I mean, a bourbon sour.
Show me how to make a whiskey sour. Boom, 2-1-1. It won't necessarily always be the most fantastic of those. Like a whiskey sour to me isn't just a 2-1-1. I like other stuff, but like egg whites or whatever. But you can build all 3 of those drinks in like under a minute, and you're gonna look impressive, and you're gonna sound like you know what you're doing.
Yeah. We're shaking in 4K, buddy. All right. You're kidding in 4K.
Yes, it's a new camera, Bubba Go.
So anyway, so it's a very, and if you want to switch it up a little bit more, or you're in that interview, you could be like, oh, what I might do is I would probably use, say, a gum syrup to add a little bit more of a silky flavor or silky mouthfeel to it. Maybe a little bit of egg white to add a little head to it, give it a little more of a dry sensation.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Throw a little twisty on
I
there.
tried to bring the garnishes this time by prepping ahead of time.
Because you're on lockdown and you got nothing else to do.
No, because I think I've already got 3 months. I have out till June on all the recipes. I put dates on them and that didn't work out so well. So next time I'm going to leave those off until I'm really ready to film. Look at that. I have a garnish twist video. It's right up here. Over here.
If you watch it, you'll find out what I did wrong.
Or what you did
Pay
right.
attention. And learn.
Don't use your fingers?
Well, I didn't have a tool, but yeah, you could not use your fingers if you want. You could twist it around a spoon.
What did you do wrong?
This is the challenge. for them to
He's
figure
not
out.
giving that away.
Fuck you.
Thanks, Derek.
I feel like you're going to punch me in the balls. What are you doing?
You just said fuck you, so I might. No, I was looking for... So you may use the spoon to twist around, and if you notice, there's a twist in the spoon, natural twist.
Oh, look at that.
Right, which
Can
could
I
be-
use that?
You could use that to get your twist on. Did you
Nice.
try it?
I get my twist on. Yeah,
How's the 2-1-1 treating you?
I like it. A little sweet, but I'm fine with that. This is also a good chance for you to play with rum. I almost get like a black
It's a
licorice.
great chance to play with rum, because you know what I love in a daiquiri?
Not that.
Maison.
Yeah.
Great daiquiri rum. I think it's the Jamaica, which has a little funk to it.
Yep.
I was at a bar in Jersey
Not recently.
a couple months ago. I went to go visit Plumber, and they had Maison. I'm like, hey, can you guys make me a daiquiri with that? And they hadn't even opened the bottle. They didn't know what it was.
You know
Oh,
where you know
really?
where the distributor is?
The distributor...
Jersey.
Well, there we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, but
Warren Barbaro. Well, he used to be.
He used to
work.
be affiliated with him, yeah.
We have. I'll try to link it if I can find the right Maison video. But there's some videos up there. When you try this, do you get a little bit? I think it's this. I'm getting like a little bit of fennel back end action going on.
Fennel.
Yeah.
I might have to put that in my mouth again.
Try it again. I think it's this. Well, I know it's this because it's not simple syrup. It's not the sour portion.
Yeah, it's not lime, and it's not syrup.
Unless you have some funky lime.
Super simple drink to make.
And, yeah, I mean, you may taste
got
it, mix
limes?
up the ratios a little bit because it may be too sweet for your taste,
Right.
maybe too citrusy for your taste. Hey, Doug.
Nope, I'm not answering Doug. Sorry, Doug.
Hi, Doug.
He should have been on the live
Hey,
stream.
Doug wants to be on the show. Answer. Doug, you're on live.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah,
Doug, I can't talk. We're doing the show right now. We're actually literally filming.
yeah, it's actually happening right this minute.
New Zealand still loves you. It's okay.
I even have history. I don't know if it matters at this point, but so the ingredients are simple. The history on a daiquiri isn't exactly simple because the drink is so basic. Hundreds of people could have tripped over this drink in the years.
Yeah.
Apparently it was used to avoid yellow fever. It's supposed. You got yellow fever?
Yeah.
It
No,
it stops COVID-19.
I was gonna say if you're going racist, then yes.
Yeah. That is true, right? Is that a racist fever?
Well, if you want to call
Or did you
COVID
actually
a
turn
Chinese fever and say Chinese people are yellow by color,
Oh yeah, it
then
could be.
this could stop the yellow
There you
fever.
go.
Oh yeah, I see the racist there.
I see your line of
You see
racism.
yeah. This is how I.
This is how racist.
This is how my mind works.
Yeah.
You're talking about yellow fever. I'm like, oh yeah, totally.
Like, wait a minute, I see what you're doing there.
You're racist.
Yeah. Oh, where's Dan when we need him?
This would stop Dan in his tracks.
Yeah,
Nah, he's only half Taiwanese.
that's true.
Okay, so maybe not in his tracks.
Uh,
He'd get a couple steps in before he fell over.
yeah, probably. So it's got over 100 years worth of documentation. Havana, Cuba, a big place where you could find daiquiris, and some people say that's where it came from. I'm sure it could have been invented multiple places all at the same time. If you have rum, if you have access to it, you have sugar. Tends to be island specific.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, this could be any island's drink.
Right.
They all make rum. They all have citrus, and most
Right.
of them were sugarcane producing.
and if you dig through all the archives of all the books, the sour ratio is very, very well known. The 2-1 ratio is pretty well known, or 2 3/4 3/4, or 2 3/4 1. Like, it's all close to the same thing. And when you look at those classic sours, it's the basic recipe. The first recipe was a sour, and it actually had brandy. And then it was like, oh, you could also, it might have been a brandy crusted. I don't know if you come up with a name for it too, but it was like, here's another sour, add whiskey sour.
Ah, okay.
Then you come up with
tequila.
fancy names.
It's tequila sour,
Oh,
aka margarita. That's a
Margarita
different-
sounds better.
Margarita sounds better.
And you add a little Grand Marnier, you got
Oh,
something
vodka.
different.
Vodka sour.
Vodka.
Make it with lemon.
That's the
and
only sour.
before.
I guess there is a vodka sour, but that wasn't documented.
Collins.
Vodka Collins, yeah. That's but you get the club soda in that, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But you have to because it's like vodka and like if you add vodka to this, it's got zero flavor. Like I taste the flavor, which is maybe why I'm getting that like that black licorice flavor. Bacardi works really good in this. We just don't know where it went.
Which is why I love the Maison because it's such a great
Yeah, because
flavor.
it brings up the flavor.
And,
Jamaican.
yeah, it's so
I would personally, if it were me, I would right now Smith and Cross would be my go-to. I would also go with the gold rum. What's it? Mount Gay.
Okay.
Like any of the Mount Gay
makes
rums.
sense, yeah.
Those work really good in here. A little sweeter.
Most contested hate or love it drink.
What's the most contested hate or love it drink? That's
Negroni.
our question of the day. What?
Negroni. You either hate it or you love it.
Yeah.
You can grow to love it,
You can grow to love
but
it.
you really start
No,
to
I
hate
But
don't
you-
know if you can grow to love that.
Derek's coming around a little bit.
I
You don't
can
love
survive.
it, but
Love it.
I can survive. If I got one at a bar, I could drink it and not like look like a pansy.
yeah. I would argue that could be the most contested love or hate drink because people are either passionate about them and they
Yeah.
love them,
Yeah.
or people are like, no, I really just don't like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as mainstream drinks go, you can pick out like things like the Detroit Athletic Club or something like that. That's just god awful to some people, and
That was bad.
yeah, it tastes like bile.
Yeah. Yeah. That was that drink.
That was that
That
drink.
wasn't that long ago. It was like 4 or 5 months. Maybe it was long
It was
ago.
a little while.
Okay.
Ago, yeah. But that just sticks out in my
Maybe I'll-
mind as like
Yeah.
a drink that I'm just like, nope. If I see that menu, I just don't need to try it again.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But I think as far as mainstream cocktails go, that's the one that the first
Yeah,
one
and that
pops
is
into my mind.
Negroni's. Not only was it mainstream once, it's like
It's mainstream
now.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like hipster style. Like
Right.
they're trying to make it cool, and then they can't drink it anymore.
Yeah.
Americano.
I kinda know.
But it's really the Negroni. And Americano's like a tapered back intensity of the Negroni. So
Americano's
you got to
good, too.
go right with. Yeah, but if you're gonna look for something that's love or hate, you got to get right to the edge.
Yeah, you got to throw the gin in there too.
Yeah.
Because gin, people are
Yeah.
love or hate on gin too.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
It's a
you got
very,
Campari, you got gin,
Yeah.
and the vermouth is cutting it. But some people are.
I think I just got a comment like 2 hours ago on YouTube that just says I hate gin. I don't know what video it was on, but it must be one with
That's
gin.
why
And you know what?
need to do a Dorchester.
And I didn't like it before either, but that's because like when I was young, the first gin I had was like grassy London Dry gin.
Yeah.
And there's more
Shake.
gins out there than just London Dry.
Right.
And that I would postulate that a London Dry should not be your first gin. You should try an
No.
American gin.
Yes.
Because it's going to be a lot smoother, a lot
Yeah,
more
it's like
approachable.
closer to Sprite than it is to a Pine Sol.
Yes.
if you gotta
Only one of
take
which you
two
should
things.
actually drink. Pine Sol will not cure COVID. We're not endorsing any consumption of Pine Sol.
No, but if you need a bottle of Tanqueray, I probably got one floating
Oh,
around.
Dan hates Tanqueray.
I know, which is weird.
I
Even-
used to hate Beefeater, but I can tolerate it now more because we had so many Dorchester's.
we love gin around here, so we only buy very large bottles of stuff.
Go
Beefeater
figure,
has
I used
the
to
is it
hate
Beefeater
gin, too.
24? That's pretty good too.
I can't afford that.
I bought that one time. It was
No,
pretty good.
I don't know. This is like $25 for a,
I do
a
like Bombay
1.75.
East
So
too. That was pretty good.
Bombay East is
Oh,
good.
we had an awesome gin. We just bought a little one. What was that gin we bought?
Gunpowder, dude.
Gunpowder.
This stuff.
That gin
This
is
is happens
awesome.
when we start talking during a video. We just go off on some kind of tangent.
No, but we
Has
should.
nothing to
It'll
do
come
with
back
it.
around. Just stay put.
I
We'll
totally
be
forgot
back.
we need to review this. You like gin? You don't like gin, but you're gonna love
No,
this.
I love gin.
Oh, then we're gonna have to do a video.
Yeah, let's do
then.
that. I think I
Alright.
tried that.
Yeah.
Did I try that last time?
No,
No,
I
we
just
just
got
got
it. It's only because I've actually been drinking it.
I'll put it over here. So
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
it in.
yeah. So, like I had said in a previous video, the goal this year is to bring back all these classics so that the new subscribers can see them and we can
Thank
redo
you, Diana.
and reimagine some of these drinks. Thank you, Lauren Spies, our Patreon subscriber, patreon.com/CMC, where you should go and help Derek pay his bills. It's a little rough time now. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like everybody's staying indoors and people are like trying to keep their jobs.
We're indoors.
See?
Yeah.
It's not a door, but I'm in it.
Yeah. It could sound like one.
Oh, now my daughter's gonna be like, whoa, why'd you hear something? Anyway, that's it. Sidebar,
I
some
see
more
my
drinks.
cheeks moving in 4K now.
Forgot that's a thing. Sidebar, you got videos down below. The Awesome Drinks Bartender Starter Kit. You can use coupon code ISOLATION. Save yourself 15% off until the end or to the beginning of May. May 1st.
2020.
2020.
Always got to throw that in.
Yep. We're teaching you how to drink. I just don't want to forget.
Okay. Today we're making the classic daiquiri with a classic ratio and some classic ingredients. Stay tuned for this remake of the classic daiquiri.
That was so, like, professional. I feel like I should
Classic,
yell.
classic.
You know, sometimes I just channel my inner Rod Sterling from the Twilight Zone.
Thanks for qualifying. I have seen the Twilight Zone, but I do not know names.
Rod Sterling's the guy who always introduces it. He's the creator. He's like,
Twilight Zone.
you're about to take a journey.
Yeah, that guy.
A journey of the mind.
That's weird. Well,
What are you doing?
it's gone. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You're doing all classics?
Yeah.
I'm just asking. I didn't know if you.
Is that okay, Jen? Are you cool?
It's fine. I didn't
As
know
the
if you were
producer,
mixing classics in
you-
or if it was all classics. That's why I was clarifying.
You should have some input as the producer if you want that input. You have the right of first refusal of your input if you.
Oh, look at what we have. Hey, no! Before we do this, let's do this gin tasting, and we can use this gin in this drink.
Perfect.
Because the next
Nobody
drink,
knows what drink you're talking about yet either.
Yeah.
should we do a teaser and just not let anybody know?
Yeah, no, we shouldn't mention the name of this drink.
All right, but it's just got gin in it.
That's all they need to know.
That's all I know.
Bacardi Raz, I don't know.
It's right there.
Yeah, but a drink with it in there.
You could a daiquiri. This stuff's pretty good.
It's not bad.
I don't know why. Maybe because I like raspberry.
And you like Bacardi, even though you don't like to admit it.
Yeah, we do
I like
like
the
Bacardi.
I don't like. Yeah, you're right.
We don't like to admit it, but
Where did? No, wait. You still got me concerned. Where's my bottle of Bacardi?
Oh. Usually it's off this side, but that's there
That's gone.
now.
a zombie is a classic.
Zombie is a classic.
it is.
It's fitting for this time of
We could use Havana
isolation
Club.
too.
There you go.
Havana
Your
Club
video
would
is
have been a
very
good one.
stoppy.
Still?
Yeah.
Thank
Whole
you.
times?
It's good to be here. Thank you very much.
I don't really know what else I could do besides.
Where else? You had
Dropping
an
the quality
overflow of booze.
I got rid of it all.
Got rid of it all.
You wouldn't have gotten rid of the Bacardi though, right?
Nope.
Oh no.
When you say got rid of, is it at Dan's house?
No, it's
No, I
at
give it
Mimi's.
to me.
Oh, it's at somebody's house. So that's
Yeah.
fine. It wasn't just dumped down the drain or something.
Oh no.
No, that would take too long.
It's easier just to pack it all up and drive it to somebody's place.
That's right.
I have 151.
Nope.
Well, the other thing I did is I organized everything. That kind of hurts.
Okay.
Like I put all the rum together.
I remember when everything was being moved over from over there, and
Yeah.
that was a lot of work.
Yeah.
And that wasn't trying to move stuff around in place where you have to find places and move it double.
Dude, I don't even
Dan
understand.
is at home.
We assume he's at home.
We assume he could just be out partying.
Yeah, he could be out with other friends and just blow us off. But
That would be dickish.
I've got hurt feelings. I've got. Do you know that song?
No.
Okay. Flight of the Conchords. Are you familiar with them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I am, but I have not heard that.
You're not going to ruin my live stream again, are you?
No.
I'm still getting takedown notices for live streams from 2015.
Really?
Yeah. Every couple days. And they come in like 3 at a time.
Oh, listen,
I'm like, well, why is it?
Derek, I know what's happening to your feed. I'll email you.
Oh. Well, there you go. Problem solved.
My feed, the data rate's too high. If you email me, I'm not going to get it until the show's over. I could turn the data rate down.
But maybe it's a second. I don't know.
Raz and chocolate. I'm using OBS, which I used to use.
Oh, that's why. You need to use Obi-Wan.
That's the force.
Yes. Makes all the difference in the world. God, the dad jokes just do not die.
No. Dude, I don't understand. It just bothers me that I don't know where my Bacardi is. Unless we could've drank
Upstairs?
it.
No.
In your travel bag.
No, my travel bag's empty.
Okay.
It's all up here.
Then it must be gone. You must not have any.
I mean,
could've
might have
drank
used it all. We tend to use
The
it.
thing is, I don't usually throw out the original bottle because I buy the big handles and I pour it back into the old bottle. That's where I'm confused. I mean, there is a chance it could have fallen down here when I was just throwing shit around.
No, I think we only had a small bottle.
No, but I had a small bottle, but I had a large one that I would just refill it with. So, but I did throw out a shitload of old, like, small bottles not too long ago. So what might happen is I might have thrown it in the corner, and then I just
Threw it out by accident.
threw it out.
Oh, right.
It doesn't hurt as much to bend over anymore.
There you go.
Well, then you're doing something right.
That's a nice thing.
Let me just check. That was an interesting sound.
Popped my tea.
Well,
What are you doing?
I'm just
He's
double
still-
checking in case there's like something that you're not thinking about. And
yeah, but
maybe
I
I'll see-
literally just got this place. As you can see,
Yeah.
there used to be a camera. There was a refrigerator over here, and like I got rid of that refrigerator.
Oh, it's gone.
It's
Did it
upstairs.
go with the old freezer?
No, no, it's in. It's
yeah,
in.
they're on the beach together
I know.
somewhere.
It's
They're
in my
finally
office.
enjoying their retirement.
It's in my office, so now I can kick my foot and slide across the office and grab either beer or soda or water.
Yeah,
The 3 primary ingredients that make up everything. It's like hydrogen and helium and carbon, but instead,
nitrogen and carbon.
fuck
Hydrogen.
nitrogen.
You mean the thing that's 80% of what we breathe?
Yeah, but it's not the 80% of what I'm made out of. So that's what counts. And don't say shit.
Okay. Fuck that shit. I need to live.
Yeah. Carbon-based units right here, bitches. Anyway, anything else happen down there?
No, let's do this drink.
Oh yeah, I need to start the show. I'm not making a
That's
drink
all you have. Oh, you're doing a
We're
tasting.
doing a tasting.
I see.
because I'm gonna need
Start
it.
the show.
I'm gonna need it for the next
Start
thing.
show.
Interior, boom.
Ooh.
Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. Derek and Ian are gonna make for you. Oh, we're not making anything. We're just gonna pour this and drink it.
We're gonna pour for us
Right.
this gunpowder gin.
Gunpowder gin, Irish gin, gunpowder Irish gin.
Because Liam asked us to.
Drum. Yeah.
Drum Shambo. Oh, you know what?
No, what?
Stand like this.
Are you gonna kick me in the nuts?
I'm gonna Rochambeau you.
Yeah.
No, that sounds like a really bad idea. It's my frames per
pepper.
second.
I love pepper.
Oh well, people need to handle their 60 FPS. I don't really know how to solve that problem. They can turn it down. Can't you just turn to 60 frames per? No, you can't. Can have it. Drum Shambo, slow distilled gunpowder Irish gin. 43% alcohol by volume. Fucking kick-ass bottle. We've used this to make Dorchesters.
Yep. That's good.
We bought it because my son's like, that's cool, buy this.
Yeah,
And
no, it's cool.
it was a small bottle, so we bought a couple other things. So, I bought a bottle of gin for a friend for a wedding because he hadn't texted me back when I asked him a question. I'm not going to say his name because he might watch this. But I was like, you like gin? Zimmerman. And he's like, no, I'm not a fan of gin. I'm like, fuck, I already bought it. So, now I own 2 bottles of Boodles. So that's what I went there to
I can't believe you said that without stuttering.
Why? I haven't been drinking that much.
No, because, I mean, you
2
were
bottles
tripping
of
over
Boodles?
words earlier that
Oh,
made
yeah.
no sense to trip over.
Right, but these ones did, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's why it didn't have me. My brain's not thinking, so everything's smooth.
What type of
It's like 60
gin
francs per
is
second.
Boodles?
British.
So you bought 2 bottles of British Boodles?
No, I bought 1 bottle of British Boodles. The other one I had.
Okay.
So I bought a bottle of British Boodles and a bottle of gunpowder gin and the bottle of tequila, which I actually was going to give him because I knew we liked tequila.
And Bombay Sapphire.
That's
And
good.
we bought Bombay Sapphire?
Yeah. We bought
Gin
Bombay
snuck it in the
Sapphire
car when you
that
weren't looking. That's pretty good. It's strong. It's peppery, which I like.
It is.
Reminds me a little bit of an Aviation with a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't realize was Ryan Reynolds gin, Aviation.
day. Really?
Yeah.
I
I think I knew that.
Yeah.
But that's just the gin, not the drink. Ooh,
Yes.
there's also a little bit of fennel in there.
It's good.
Maybe it's just me. I'm getting a lot of fennel tonight.
Yeah. Or you should just eat a bunch of wings.
I don't know what... I don't know what really hot wings is going to do for me.
It's going to fuck up your palate. That's what it's
Yeah.
going to do.
I'm fine now. At first, I was a little worried. It's not my palate at this point. It's my colon I'm worried about. I gaggle up a little.
That's awesome. Derek's inspired a lot of people.
Eucalyptus.
Ooh, yeah. But, yeah, a little bit.
You know what? I like this so much, I went out and I bought a bag of gunpowder tea. Unrelated, but I did.
Same,
It's like, where are you going with this?
So,
I don't understand.
because it's got the name in it, or is it the same
Gunpowder
company?
Irish gin. My theory is, and I didn't look it up, it's botanicals, right? With gunpowder tea, right? So I was like, oh, I don't have any more gunpowder tea. It's cool because they look like gunpowder pellets. And then when you put them in your tea, they're like, obviously they start to absorb the water and they grow big.
Really?
Yeah. You ever seen gunpowder tea?
I don't know. You have to show me this.
It looks like shotgun shells. Like, not
I
shotgun
get the
shells.
concept. I've just never seen it.
Because they're all rolled up.
Right.
It's like,
You get the concept.
Yeah.
You just don't ever see it before. I get it. What is sticky here? Why am I constantly finding shit sticking on me?
It's got a fucking jackalope on the bottle. That's cool,
It's
too.
right there. Yes. Yes, it is cool. So I bought gunpowder tea. But one of the problems with gunpowder tea is it's got a lot of acidity. So if I drink the gunpowder tea on an empty stomach, I always get nauseous. Which happens with Earl Grey as well.
Well, cut the acidity.
With yogurt.
with milk.
Yogurt works, though.
Well,
I
sweet.
Googled it.
Sweet, sour, acid, and
Oh,
base.
I always want
I guess
red
yogurt
base.
would work because it's a base. But
Yeah. I just go straight to the base.
Yeah.
Ba-doom. No, but like the
Boom, boom, boom.
I liked Earl Grey,
Base.
obviously because Patrick Stewart likes it,
all
right?
about
So I was like,
Of course you're gonna like what that guy likes because he's badass.
actually, it's Patrick Stewart, the human, isn't an Earl Grey fan. He is a different type of tea fan. It's on YouTube.
But Captain Picard is.
But Picard is. So I bought some Earl Grey tea, and I was like, and it took me months to realize why I kept at work. I'd be coding, and I just get nauseous. And I'm like, why am I always nauseous at
Tea will do
10:30?
that to you if you're not.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, this is weird. And then I started catching on after about 2 months. I'm like, oh, I think it's the tea. I stopped, and it was fine.
There you go. I do
Side
English
story.
breakfast tea.
Great story.
Yes,
'Cause
English
I don't have-
breakfast
I
tea
don't have a
does not
coffee
have that
maker.
problem.
So I do tea.
English
I like
breakfast
tea,
tea. English breakfast tea does not bother me.
It's good stuff.
Not this though. Gunpowder tea is good. It's just very highly acidic.
So the gin's good.
Don't you like the flavor?
I do like the flavor.
It's crisp. It's bright. It's like energizing. It's got
very
like
herbal.
the.
This would not
Very
be
good.
a
Cold,
recommendation
like-
for a first gin drinker, though.
I guess I can't play that game anymore. I don't even know.
No, I'm just saying for the. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking-
No, I know. I'm just trying to, like, be that person in my head.
No, I'm just saying because the flavor is very strong.
It's pine.
Yeah, I guess
It's
so.
got a heavy herbal flavor,
Yeah.
and it's not going to be as approachable for someone who doesn't know if they like gin yet or not. They may love it and be completely turned on by gin by this, but I don't think that's the standard reaction.
This
to
might
tasting
work
gin.
better for them. No. No.
Where's your Amsterdam?
Yeah, New Amsterdam.
This might work better for them.
Yeah. That's a
This
good
is always
starting
my
gin right
recommendation
there.
for a
Yeah.
first gin, just because it's so
And if you hate gin,
non-complicated.
because this is the only thing you've ever had, there's a problem. See, I keep certain things around as baselines.
Yeah.
So when somebody goes, I don't like gin, I go try this, and they go, see, I told you I don't like it. I'm like, now try this. I do the same thing, and I have my baselines for my tequilas. Like
Well,
I keep
you
things
pull
I don't
this out,
drink.
and you also pull out the acai,
the Brockmans?
Brockmans, yeah.
Or a little bit of Hendrix.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Or some St. Augustine's if they like.
St.
Like,
Augustine's.
I don't like gin,
Yeah,
but I
but
do like citrus.
Brockmans is like berry. So that's like
Yeah.
if you're drinking Arizona iced tea. Like that's
But it's good.
It's a different
It's-
type of thing.
But that's not you wouldn't substitute that gin for a gin and a drink.
No.
Because-
But you got to open people's minds up to the fact that there's a lot of variety in the category.
Yes.
And it's
Yeah.
not just all London Dry.
Yeah.
You know, want to cry.
You get all those different flavors. But like once you're there, then you try this and you're like, oh dude, like this is completely different from all these other
Good
things.
gin.
Yeah.
This is another good one. It's still
This
London
one's
Dry.
good,
That one's probably more classic flavor for those that like London Dry gin. I put the things here. Bulldog, fantastic.
Plymouth is very good as well.
You
You got some somewhere probably.
I think I got rid of. No, I drank all the Plymouth and I just never bought it again.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway, yeah. So
But so we're gonna make a cocktail that's gonna have that for this month. I'm saying it in very open ended because I don't know the order. But I'm gonna try.
if
to
that
put this out
cocktail
first.
comes out before this, then
yeah.
we made a cocktail this month that has this.
So
Which-
go back and watch
Which
the-
typically happens is as I'm editing the video, I'm like, fuck, there's a review for this. Now I have to figure out how to like get it out first.
We have to speak in the right tenses.
Yeah.
Vague enough.
So I can do it in any order.
There's a drink with this gin that we do
Soon.
At some point.
that's good.
In the now time.
Speaking of which, let's cut to that.
Sidebar,
going.
more videos on gin down below. Bartender, awesomedrinks.com, bartender starter kit. That's it, my friends. We're teaching you how to drink gin.
All right.
We don't do
You got to get one ingredient. I'll get the other ingredient.
Alright! Should be in here now.
People already know what it is, I'm sure.
Let's see.
Oh, we're gonna say it in the intro anyway. So boom, boom. People know.
Oh, gross.
And this is a stirred cocktail.
I'm gonna ruin my gin with Campari.
This is where I was like, where's Dan? We could totally stir shame him.
We can still stir shit, man. That's okay.
He doesn't have to be here for that.
You know, Dan can't stir.
Really?
Shame.
Jeez.
Shame.
But you know what? It's never the same as watching
Shame.
it happen.
No, it isn't.
That's it. Get undressed and do the
This
walk.
is where the video editing comes in. You gotta get a couple
Cuts.
shame-worthy cuts of Dan stirring and
There you go.
just kind of
I was gonna put those together.
do a
at
little
some point.
blend or something. Yeah, you have to at some point.
I don't know if I did it in the bloopers or not.
Since this is a stirred drink.
Ice. Yep.
Illustrator. We're getting better at this.
We are. We're getting better. We'll have to do more live streams because we have nothing else to do. Just fucking sit around. Just turn on the camera.
I got stuff to do. I'm busy as fuck. Got 2 level 60s on Raiden Molten Core right now.
Are you still
I
playing?
gotta work.
I gotta
Are
work.
you still playing the classic version of that?
That's so good, man. That is good.
You already got your second one up to level 60.
Yeah,
It's really hard to get up to level 60. I guess you got a lot of time on your hands.
It is. I got a 60. My first 60 was a bear tank, druid tank, and now I got a mage, frost mage.
Oh, you got a mage.
You got the
already,
two
60?
like the classes nobody ever wants to level.
There's
Well,
so
no,
many mages right now.
Druids are fine, but really?
Yeah, there's so many mages.
Because of the portal.
Oh yeah, ports are huge. Yeah, and mage water.
Mage water.
You got to make your water to drink to get your mana back up. And mages
And you
can
sell
make
'em?
level 55 water, and you sell them. And then I got a 41 rogue and a 21 hunter. Those are my next two coming up.
Dude, that's stupid. I tried playing. I couldn't do
It's
it.
fun though. I mean, you got to find a good group. You got to because
No, it's yeah.
it's so
that's fine.
collaborative because you
is.
Yeah, if our
Classic
clan
is-
was there, then
there's no dungeon finder or anything, so you got to be social and you got to work with
Right.
people. And like, I'm fine
How do
jumping in pubs and stuff. How do I do it?
Yeah.
Because I had a good digital presence.
I don't even know what that means.
The in-person one is not so great, but the digital one is
But you can make friends online, no problem.
yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Anyway, your cameras are
Oh yeah, yeah. And this is like a gigabyte a minute. All right. Here we go.
Streaming issues. I wonder why.
No, it's not streaming. It's just writing to that big ass fucking terabyte disk on top.
But it's streaming to someone. And you're having video issues.
Anyway.
Unrelated.
I'm sure.
Welcome to Combat Cocktails. Derek and Ian are going to make for you the Negroni today. Because everybody loves a good Negroni. We just talked about this like one or so videos ago, or like, hey, what's that love it or hate it cocktail?
One or so videos ago.
And then,
Nailed it.
see, I did the big thing. Because I don't know when the gunpowder gin's going to come out now. So I'm trying to like be all like secretive. Hopefully I put out the gunpowder gin review by now. We're going to use gunpowder gin for this drink. So it's a 1-1-1. 1 ounce Campari, 1 ounce of gin, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, and an orange peel. Can we still do the orange peel? Probably.
Sure. The one we actually talked about this in, though, was the
Daiquiri.
daiquiri.
The daiquiri. Link for the daiquiri. Where we talked, somebody had asked, question of the day. They gave us a donation, asked a question. We answered it to our best of our abilities. And it turns out this is the drink. Now, this entire catalog of videos that I put in order was designed for Dan's presence because two things. I know his wife likes Aperol Spritz, so I thought that would be good. Obviously, they weren't able to make it this week, but...
And you know he can't stir.
And you know he can't stir. So I was like, this is fun. We can have a... Don't hide in shit in front of your
I
workspace.
thought you were making space for him.
No, I'm trying to make it so people can see what you're doing so they don't complain. Like, why does Ian always make drinks behind shit?
It's because I have a better digital presence than I do a personal presence.
I could put my other camera up here. I'm still figuring it all out because 4K is big, fucking huge. So I'm just trying to make sure I can handle all the fucking data. See, it's so
A lot of data.
yeah,
It's all about the data.
it's like gigabytes a minute. It's insane.
It's a lot.
Yeah, more I could download in college ever.
Yes. Over the whole year.
Yeah,
We tried on Napster.
I know.
Yes.
Showing our age.
Or, what's his face's porn computer?
Oh my god.
John or Luke.
No. There's somebody that he lived in one of the other dorms, and he wanted me to keep his computer while he had to go home for something, and I'm like, why is the hard disk red? What's going on? He's like, well, I'm kind of serving porn. I'm like, on college campus in my dorm room. He's like, well, yeah. I'm like, so nobody could use the internet because it wasn't routed right. So when I shut off his computer, the entire campus internet came back. And I was like, motherfucker, this guy's computer's off as long as it's here. And then he finally eventually took it down. Even with the adult check in the front, it still was fucking... Anyway,
It was ridiculous.
it was stupid. This drink?
What are we doing for a garnish? Are we doing a full orange peel?
What, I don't know. What do you do? You're a Negroni guy?
I'm an idiot.
1919, Florence, Italy. Boom! That is the scene. There's some lore around it that says that an Italian bartender requested a stronger version of Americano.
I feel like I'm there, Derek.
And then, here you go. I'm like, Ian, I would love a stronger version of Americano. Does this pour over ice? I don't know.
This is a neat drink.
Eric said he's trying to sneak in the roofie. I see you, Ian. I see you.
Straight
Well,
in
you
a
can-
glass with a large cube.
Okay, I drink it neat.
Really? Well, you can drink it however you want.
I'll put it.
If you drink it neat, then that's you.
I'll
you're
put
the
some
guy.
ice in there for you, though.
We don't have a large cube, so.
So I have two shots. I got this one, and then so you drink it like a Sazerac?
Yeah.
Huh?
Because I just chilled it.
Because yeah, it's true.
But
the-
now
the
I'm going to
glass.
dilute it.
No, you're not. You're gonna drink it way faster than that.
Maybe.
Wow. So Gary Regan, who did some historical research on this drink, says it showed up.
So good.
It's showing up in cocktail lists 300% more than it used to just 10 years ago.
I believe
Thank you,
that.
hipsters.
Yep. Second,
Thank you, hipsters. The only thing I'm ever thanking you for.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
this is a fucking hipster drink.
It is.
Like, this is what all the hipsters are ordering because they're like, nobody knows about this
I
one.
don't care if everybody's drinking it.
That's right. You
I don't
had
care
a
if nobody's
hipster-
drinking. I like it.
You had a hipster encounter at some point with this, didn't you? I thought there was a story last time we made a Negroni about you being hipster, or maybe you didn't want to be a hipster. You thought you were being a hipster. By
Oh,
ordering.
yeah. No, I don't want to feel like a hipster when I order it. I just like the drink.
Yeah, that's the problem with some really popular things. But when they happen, you're like, you don't want to be like,
He doesn't want to be hipster.
just to let you know, I drank this before it was popular.
I would never tell anybody that.
Right, because now it sounds like a lie.
Yeah. Now
So
it
you-
sounds like you're trying to
You're trying to not be
have
a
status,
hipster.
and I don't really care about
You don't want to do
status.
that. Just get- that is a hipster move right there. You don't care
Shut
about
the
status?
fuck up! I'm not a hipster. Just because I'm wearing a hat.
Hipster hat.
vest and a hat and have a beard. I'm from fucking Maine.
Those
dude.
were cool once. Maine was cool once. Remember that guy that wrote those books?
Bennett Arnold
Stephen
migrated
King.
there. Stephen King.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He still lives there.
I don't know if he's cool, but
He's
I don't know.
freaky.
So
I met him once.
Did you?
He wasn't that cool. He was nice, but not cool.
How do you know? Did you hang out with long enough to know that he wasn't cool?
Well, the interaction I had was not necessarily the coolest.
No.
So I'll go with that.
um,
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't
Just
cool.
wasn't- yeah, you wouldn't categorize it as cool.
I wouldn't categorize as cool.
so to answer Steven's question, when did Derek last do a check to see if we were actually recording? So here's a freaky funky fact for you, Steven. My old camera had the red record button under it, so I had to go like this
Now
in
it's
order
on.
to
Can
see
you
it.
see it from where it is?
It's right
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't know if
Oh.
with it coming out, if you were behind it.
Oh,
so
because
it
of
was-
the,
yeah.
the
'Cause
fucking big ass expensive motherfucking lens I got on the front of that thing.
Yes. I didn't know if that got in the way of the light.
No,
But,
But-
you're tall enough now. Apparently, now that we're in 4K, you're tall enough to be over that.
I had to get a lens adapter for that thing. The lens adapter was $500.
Your live stream may just pooped itself.
Why?
Oh, wait, we're back.
Like that. Just the
Funny fact: more people are pooping themselves now than previously. I bet.
is this a COVID-19 toilet paper joke?
Yep.
Fun fact: if your audio doesn't match the video, hit refresh. You know, it'll solve it. It's not necessarily the right answer, but it is an answer.
Do like the icon.
See,
The emoji is cool.
so if you want to, you can either go to patreon.com/CMC and donate to the show like Lee Gibbons did, or you can become a YouTube member and hit the little join
No,
button.
Travis, no.
And if you hit that, you'll be able to use some of the custom emojis that exist that have like my emoji of the hipster.
It's a hipster emoji.
Just saying.
It's all right. It's not a me emoji because there's not as much salt and pepper in that beard. That's okay.
I can craft it.
It's okay.
I
It's
drew
okay.
the emoji. I can.
Did you really?
Yes. I can go in and hack it up
So
for you.
technical. I
Yeah.
should be more technical for a software person, but I am not.
No,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's okay.
So uploading emojis are hard to work on because they're going to only be like 40 by 40, and you have to set it in pixel mode, and you have to like literally
Hit the pixels like in Paint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking pain in the ass. So about this, bitter, not as bitter as it used to be, because I've had like at least 5 sips.
Sweet.
It's stupid that that's sweet, but yes,
Well, it's sweet vermouth, and Campari is actually quite sweet.
Campari is sweet.
It's bitter
Campari
too,
is
but it's
bitter.
sweet.
Yeah, it's bitter and sweet. It's bittersweet. But the difference
This
is,
is like a symphony of bitter and sweet.
wow. The problem is, it's if you hand somebody who's never had a cocktail before and you said, look, this is a sweet drink, you know, just like a painkiller, right? It's not like a painkiller. Probably the same level
No, but it's
of
got like a
sweetness.
fruit punchy look to it too.
Yeah,
So if you
right.
hand that and say, "Oh, this is sweet,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't really mess somebody up.
No,
But
so
if
is a Sazerac.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it is sugary sweet once you get past the fact that it's got a blast of bitters. It's got the that sweet vermouthy fortified wine taste. The gin comes through. The gin still keeps a lot of its herbal qualities, but they get blended into some of the Campari and the vermouth. Like, I think the gunpowder gin works fine here. I don't know if you can. I mean,
This is not a drink where the gin shines.
yeah, that's the problem. Like, you need like
This
a
is a drink
Dorchester
where the
or
other
a-
ingredients shine. The Campari and the vermouth
Southside.
shine on this.
yeah,
Because I've used Punamez, I've used
all of the things.
sherry before. I've had like Harvey's Bristol Cream Sherry that I used as a substitute for the sweet vermouth, and that's where you start mixing up the flavor a little bit because you can't change out the Campari.
Right.
No,
There's a lot of different varieties of vermouth. There's a lot of different types of gin you can
Yeah.
use. So if you're doing something like this I think pretty much calls for a London Dry, but you could change it with an American gin or like a citrus forward gin or something like that and mix it up.
but you're still.
You're gonna lose the gin more than
Yeah, you don't use the most expensive gin you find unless that's what you have. It is what it is. I can taste some of the herbal qualities of it. And I'm sure you can tell the difference if you put them side by side with like an American gin like New Amsterdam and be able to compare the two and get them. But if you're not doing that comparison, it's not gonna fucking matter. Both of them are gonna taste like a Negroni because Campari is center stage going, "Hi, I'm bitter in your fucking face."
I was thinking if this drink would be worthy of a deconstruction, and it may be
do
by
that?
swapping out the vermouths. and then or maybe swapping out the gins independent of each other. So you do like, Campari, Carpano Antica, and 3 different types of gins, or you do
Like Coke Americano.
Coke, that's not gin.
I know. I'm talking about the sweet vermouth.
Yeah, you pick one sweet vermouth,
And
and then you vary the gins.
Yeah.
Or you pick one gin and vary the sweet vermouth, as
Right.
opposed
Or
to
you could do a draft. The thing is, it's so much easier to change these because you're only going to get 2 or 3.
Well,
like
there's
sweet vermouth
a
options.
couple different ones because the Coche Americano has its own flavor. This has its own flavor.
Oh,
Punta
Punta
Mez
Mez,
is a lot
yeah.
more spicy. It's got a spicier flavor. Then you can just put sherry in there.
Did we do this?
I don't know. We've done a lot of shit. and I don't
Question of the
remember
day:
everything
did we
we've
do
done.
a deconstruction of the Negroni?
Yeah. Let me Google that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other question that somebody asked what type of camera we're using, I think it was on the rocks. This is a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K. Pocket Blackmagic PBMCC or something. I don't know. 4K. I don't know. There's words for it. Like if you look, 4-letter acronyms are really complicated.
FLAs.
Yes, 4-letter.
TLAs are self-describing.
you should
4
probably
lays are
set
not.
your thing
FLAs
down.
are not.
It's stuttering all over the place.
All right. That's it, my friends. Sidebar, more videos from us down below. The bartender starter kit from monstermix.com. Use coupon code ISOLATION and save yourself 15% until May 1st,
2020.
2020. That's it.
He just doesn't say 2020.
Teach you how to drink.
He just doesn't.
I don't. Oh, we need a lead in.
Today we're making one of my favorite classic drinks and one that's grown on Derek over the years. The Negroni. Stay
Fucking
tuned.
awesome.
Yep.
Not so much.
Why is it doing it now? It wasn't doing it before?
It's doing it a lot now. Oh, so better. Not bad though. I like
Right?
that.
It grows on you. Of course, so does mold.
Change the bit rate.
Yeah. If you stay too long, mold will grow on you.
Quarantine not moving, so
There you go.
beware the mold of the COVID.
So the screen may bounce as it just resets the live stream. So you might see it go offline for 5 seconds or 0 seconds. I don't know how it works. Usually, if you do it really quickly, it doesn't. You can't see the difference. There's a drink for you.
Grazie.
Yes, we're running a porn server here.
It's one way to make money.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be having to do the show. Like running a porn server at the same time. Ooh, vodka. We could do that drink with that vodka stuff.
We're making that drink, aren't we?
Here. Oh, you're gonna need to find a triple sec. That doesn't suck. It's probably in here. How about this? Blue Curacao?
Yeah.
I mean, Curacao?
Curacao. Senor Curacao.
Is that a triple sec though?
I'm wondering.
You need. What's triple sec? It's what's a brand of triple sec?
Well, you got the basic brands, then you got your Grand Marnier.
But Grand Marnier doesn't have
Cointreau.
3 oranges in it.
We could use Cointreau.
Yeah, you're right. It's more of an orange liqueur than a triple sec per se, right?
I mean, triple sec is an orange liqueur, right? I mean,
Yeah.
This
it's
is like
3
high-end.
oranges.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
right.
triple sec is usually sweeter.
I thought there was a blue one.
the Senor Curacao Blue.
Sorry. No, green. Like it was a green. I had a probably not have. It's probably Luxardo triple sec, right? At some point.
Who's on the Rocks has the same camera.
Really?
So Curacao is that's like a triple sec.
It's not. Yeah, but a triple sec is, I thought, 3 different oranges. Curacao is just the Lahara orange, but I don't think it's really gonna fucking matter.
Nope.
Because the triple sec they're using in this drink is probably like sugar water and citric acid.
Yeah, it's like the Arrow or the Bowls or whatever.
And this is gonna be better than those.
I mean, Bowls has some good stuff, but I'm not trying to knock on Bowls or anything. But I'm thinking like the.
Yeah, they have a Bowls triple sec.
They have a triple
Well, you have
sec
like your
that's-
Red Apple, your Peach Schnapps, that brand. Oh, De Kruppers makes a triple sec.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but I probably. I thought if I had it, I would put it in the front because of what it is. We could just substitute peppermint schnapps.
Yeah,
'cause
because
that
that's
makes
the
sense.
same.
Okay.
Jinx.
Well, then let's just use this. I must have went through the green bottle. It's probably really old. I don't know. I gotta find some high triple secs that aren't the shitty stuff that's cost $6.99. Triple sec is triple dry. Nothing to do with orange. Triple dry. Cointreau is a triple sec? Really? Then let's use Cointreau. Steve knows stuff.
All right.
Steve knows stuff.
What about Curacao? Is that a triple sec? I don't know what makes it triple dry. How do you make something dry?
And then triple it.
Put paper towels on it? Don't,
put three
fucking
black
not
pepper.
toilet
Yeah.
paper. Not toilet paper. Lime juice.
Yep.
Orange peel. Boom.
Oh,
What are we doing for the?
You have to change it? You have to do it again?
you need a cup
Oh,
to pour the drink into.
cram it?
What are we doing with an orange peel here?
I'm putting it in the drink as a fucking garnish,
Are
dude.
we flagging? Or what are we doing?
Orange peel! No, fucking peel. Beep.
Peel.
Nick and Nora.
Like
Peel it.
the Negroni one night?
Yes.
Okay.
Just peel it, Ian. Peel it.
Guys are so bossy.
Curacao is brandy based? Really? I don't know.
Curacao is Curacao based.
I thought, no.
That's not intelligent.
Grand Marnier is brandy based, isn't it?
Grand
Oh, yeah,
Marnier.
Grand
Grand
Marnier.
Marnier.
Pieces of-
How can this be brandy based? It's clear. They don't use unaged, do they?
Clear brandy?
Grain. Oh, I changed the data rate. I brought it down 1,000K. It's still clear though?
So it's only 3K now?
No. No, there's different Ks. There's these, and then there's the data rate. How many physical K worth of data per second are you going to push?
So
Yeah,
you
it's clear.
You're cutting down on the smoothness, basically.
Apparently, but it's making it smoother by doing so. The data rate
Oh,
that...
grappa.
Oh, grappa? Fuck no. The data rate for that YouTube suggested was 6,000K a second. Or 6K a second, not 6,000K a second. That's like a terabyte. Yeah, 6K a second. When I brought it down to 5, everything seems to be okay for now. It might have to do with just upload speeds too. Like upload is never
Yeah.
something you get a lot of on a standard cable provider.
And everybody's home now, so.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Well, when I tested it locally because you could just create a private live stream, which is weird. Everything seemed fine, but I also wasn't on for that long with the fluctuation of the internet.
Private, meaning it's not going out?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, you can make a private video, or an unlisted video. So you can make unlisted live streams.
No, meaning it's going out, just not being seen by anybody.
Right, because it's going to YouTube, but it doesn't ever broadcast anybody but you.
Just like an internal, private. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't leave your home network. I'm
No,
like, of course it's going to be.
I think that's why when I first tried the new setup and I went live, nobody saw it. And I'm like, why isn't anybody on here? It's because by default it creates a video that's private, so only you can see it, which is pretty silly for a live stream because you literally say go live, and it's like you're live to yourself. Like, well, fuck.
It's a good thing it's a good thing you can entertain yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why you got a
the
hand, right?
camera's already running.
Good drink.
All right, let's start it up. Start me up. Welcome to Combat Cocktails. Ian and Derek are gonna make for you the kamikaze.
No zero planes involved.
No zero planes. No planes at all. This is 1970s cocktail. Citrus forward flavor. Easy to make. Served in a cocktail or shot glasses. Shake it. Strain it. Do that shit.
Sure. Oh, actually.
It could be a shot or it could be a cocktail.
Yeah,
This is always a shot growing up.
Much like the Negroni, link up here. I'm just waiting a half a second. Much like the Negroni, this cocktail is 111, 3 ingredients. 1 ounce of vodka, 1 ounce of triple sec, 1 ounce of lime juice, and an orange peel. It's the same fucking drink as a Negroni.
It could be 333 if you're
Making a lot of them.
making a lot of them, or if you're using third ounces.
Simple ratio. Don't fuck with the ratio because the kamikaze will bite you. It's a vodka-based drink. So, in other words, this is basically, let's call it a fucking vodka sour, right? You've got a sweet component, triple sec. In this case, we're using Cointreau. What I learned from Steven is it's triple dried is what makes something triple sec, not 3 oranges.
No, no.
Steven? I was going to use Curacao. You can use it if you don't have Cointreau, because let's be honest, Cointreau costs 3 times more than all the rest of the ingredients on the table.
Which is interesting that it's not called triple sec.
Right. You can use a triple sec, but if you're using a $6 triple sec, you're going to get what you pay.
You're gonna get a $6 triple sec kind of drink.
Right. it looks kind of like what drink do we make?
Daiquiri.
The daiquiri.
Looks like.
But
Yeah.
with the ratios, did you get my orange? But with the ratio, with the ratios of a Negroni with a little bit of vodka. So this is not going to be what you call a stellar, like fantastic flavor profile drink, but I can explain to you how to make it better in just a second, because that's why you're here.
There you go.
Diane just wrote, went to Prohibition Grill in St. Augustine. The guy boasts that they can make any drink I asked for. So I asked for an aviation. They said no.
Can't make an aviation. You need to have violet liqueur. That's all it's saying. Special thanks.
Yeah, but if you're boasting, you can make any drink she asked for.
Dan would love this.
And it's got a lot of lemon. Lime. Special shout out to Marco on Patreon, patreon.com/CMC. Support the show. Go ahead.
That first sip is a doozy.
Yeah, I get used to it. That was pretty weird.
Yeah, I was trying to do the Groundhog's Day thing. No, never mind. You probably don't know the movie.
Of what's his face from Ghostbusters that wakes up every fucking day? Yeah, I know the movie.
Ned Ryerson. Careful for that first step. It's a doozy.
Ned Ryerson. That's not the
The
main
insurance
character.
salesman from Groundhog's Day.
Who's the main character?
Bill Murray.
So, I know Bill Murray.
There you go.
That would be who the only actor in that movie I would have quoted. But the fact that you like take some guy that says one line,
Well, you see him over and over again, so it's
and
kinda
you
drilled
know
into
his
your
name,
head.
his real name.
Because no, that's his character name.
Oh, okay, then I'm okay with that. I was like, you are going out on a limb if you could fucking name this guy in that show by his
Somebody in
actor
the
name.
chat knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, sure.
I only know like people from shows I watch, and that's not one of them. It has to be Stargate, Star Trek. That's it.
I know. There has to be a star in the name. I understand.
It does. It's
No,
weird.
it could be Star Wars. You wouldn't know that name.
Yeah, I'm not very good at Star. I know. The guy there that played Darth Vader. I knew it yesterday. Or James Earl Jones.
Yes.
That's it. Oh, and fucking what's his face? The guy.
Hamilton.
Yeah, Mark Hamill. But Hamilton.
Did you say Luke Hamilton?
Luke Hamilton.
You got it, Jen.
Him, yes.
Luke Hamilton. He's a fucking awesome guy.
It's a good thing you guys don't come here for pop culture.
Yeah, good thing.
This cocktail was invented around the time of Star Wars.
Darth Vader was cutting his teeth on the Force
Yeah.
when this drink was coming out. Yeah.
He was pretty much cutting his teeth on the Force.
Luke, I'm your father. And then he handed him a kamikaze. Let's celebrate.
I think we all remember that
Yes.
scene.
Any good Jägermeister?
And then Luke's like, no! Because he knew it was not, his favorite kind of drink. So
any
I
good
can
Jägermeister cocktails? I am sorry to tell you, no. Like, there's no such thing as a good Jägermeister cocktail. Prove me wrong. Right now,
Jaeger bombs, let's do them.
it's not a cocktail. It's like
Red
two
Bull
things
and
put
Jaeger.
together and fucking shot. That's
It's a highball. Highballs are cocktails.
No, it's not. It's a highball. That's a name for a reason. Cocktail has three ingredients.
It's a family of
It's
cocktails.
got a core ingredient, modifying agent, and then the other thing, which I can't remember off the top of my head. Bitters.
This doesn't have any bitters.
This doesn't matter. It's got four. It's got three ingredients.
Ain't bitter.
It's fine.
Lime.
It's got triple sec. That's bitter. Come on. Look. So, and you went.
I'm not gonna die on this hill, but
I'm trying to think of
Yeah,
like.
Eureka.
I'm gonna frown disapprovingly.
No, like okay. What is the bitter that you think would make this a better product?
I mean, you'd probably go with the citrus bitter because it's so citrus forward.
But then you got citrus. It's already there. Like,
Yeah.
what do you get?
So maybe I'd go with like a lavender bitter or something.
I was looking for that, but I couldn't seem to figure out where it went. And it's not. That's what I was looking at. It's. Yeah, but use one I sell.
black currant, maybe.
How come I don't have lavender?
Just put that.
Well, how come I don't have lavender bitters up there?
It's right here.
Yeah. So
We looked at it 5 times.
lavender
You
bitters
too much stuff.
from
Yeah,
Scrappy's.
We are an old married
One,
couple.
two. A little lavender bitter.
Look, it changes the color too.
Change the color a little bit. Gets some pea yellow color. So
That sounds appetizing.
Yeah.
basically, what this tastes like right now is like a candy. It's just like a lemon
It's
drop,
like a lemon head, yeah.
without as much sweetness like a lemon drop
With
cocktail
a
would have.
lot of bitter.
Because they have the lemon drop cocktail, which we'll eventually do again, has a lot of sugar, like granulated sugar in there. It has no flavor from the spirit. It has citrus and lime. And lime itself is a citrus. So you're adding orange and lime, giving you a sour cocktail that has nothing else but citrus flavor.
Right.
Very basic. Which is fine for people who just want a
You're
vodka
getting a
cocktail.
little bit of sweet from the control.
Right. So now what we did is we added a couple dashes, about 2 ml worth of lavender bitters. Smell it!
It's interesting that we kind of both went to lavender eventually also.
Why?
Eventually, also.
So
I mean, it's also interesting that we both kind of were thinking lavender. I was thinking citrus berries, and then
I fell back on aromatics. I didn't want to use Orleans because that's going to add a black licorice fennel to it. Cardamom was going to be a little too herbal forward.
Yep, too much.
And lemon and citrus, and they were all like,
I was
out.
bringing beach to the sand.
Right. Bringing
Who's on the
beach
rocks
to the
Strike
like
that,
Stargate,
reverse it.
too?
Sand to the beach.
What now?
Who's on the rocks like Stargate? Stargate is awesome.
Farscape was excellent
See?
also, but
Farscape, which
Henson? Jim Henson?
yeah, you know Firefly? No,
Yes.
not related. But like half the people in Firefly are in Stargate Atlantis. They just keep fucking showing
okay.
up in there.
So it's probably a good show, but I'm probably not going to watch it.
You haven't watched Stargate?
No.
Stargate Atlantis is pretty good.
I'll watch other shows.
Jason Momoa, you know that guy?
Yes, I do.
He's in Stargate Atlantis. Like
I
when he
watched
was younger.
Aquaman, Khal Drogo, yeah.
Yeah, but younger.
But I watched D, and he's in that set.
Yeah. See, but I watched it. I'm like a hipster sci-fi
You
guy.
watched it before it was
I
cool?
watched Momoa before he was fucking known.
Before he was Momo.
Yeah.
He was Momoa a long time ago. Before Game of Thrones, he was something.
Oh, yeah. Was he?
And it wasn't Stargate. I
well,
mean, that was before of it.
Stargate was
Aquaman,
2010-ish. Aquaman's new. I think.
I know, but he was.
What's your favorite sci-fi television show? Question today. Write in the comments. I need comments because I need something to read. I'm sitting at home all fucking day.
I think what I know him from. I know him from something before all that.
I like this with lavender bitters.
I
I'm
do
gonna be
too.
honest with
It's
you.
good, yeah.
It tastes like you added like some violet liqueur to it or something. Is violet liqueur lavender? Seems like it would be
It was
violet.
Violet.
It's just the interestingness of the violet, of the floral aromas that are like the lavender flavor coming through. It's like it's calming my spirit because it's lavender, and it actually comes through. And it's only 2 dashes of lavender bitters. Oh, you can get these at AustinDrinks.com, and if you use coupon code isolation, you can save 15%, which is great because I've put in a
Until May 1st, 2020.
in an order. I put in an order for Scrappy Bitters not too long ago because I was out of like all of them, and the Scrappy's guys were like, "Hey, dude, are you gonna buy some of these?" I'm like, "Fuck, it's gonna really be expensive." So if you're looking to help me get out of debt, it would be great because I buy a shitload at once and I have no money and I end up all crying in the corner, shaking, and then somebody finally buys some and it writes the ship. So I need you to write the ship.
Derek likes Doctor Who too.
Doctor Who, the new stuff, not the old stuff. That's weird. That's stuff like Ian would watch.
I
Like,
like Torchwood. That was good.
oh, you like that?
Yeah.
I was watching that. They only had a couple seasons though.
Jack Harkness. Yeah, that was,
Anyway.
that was good.
What? Rick and Morty? I haven't watched Rick and Morty too much.
Oh my God, like Liam. loves
Okay,
this
yuck.
movie.
Fuck Jägermeister.
Pim's Cup. There you go.
Oh, Pim's cocktail's awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to do that again, but later in the year when it's like,
When Dan's here,
Fruity.
we'll make him do all the Pims.
why they have to? You don't have to stir those.
A lot of work.
It's a lot of work to
Oh.
make a Pim's cup.
I'm really
It's a
liking
salad.
this now.
Yeah, it is a salad.
It's a Pim's salad.
Pim
Yeah.
salad.
That's
This-
what I used to always get it when I went to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
They
no
know what
one
they're
else
doing. They're good
made
at it,
them.
Dude, the other one I was thinking of was that I passed on was chocolate because I'm like, no. Chocolate and lemon or chocolate and lime just doesn't seem like it's gonna work.
Yeah.
I'm happy with this lavender stuff
Good.
because lavender's hard to work with.
I'm happy that you're happy.
Yeah. He's happy for you.
I'm just saying. So you need to pair this up with some lavender bitters, some scrappies. Lavender bitters can be more of a challenge to work with if you don't have some good cocktails. The problem with lavender bitters is if you find a cocktail that calls for lavender bitters, you've got it. But everything else, lavender bitters can kind of like bump up against it and it's going to add a weird flavor. But when you have something that's super neutral, or if you have clear spirits like vodka, gin, maybe mezcal, you can use those lavender bitters to kind of like give it a completely different flavor and change it up a little bit, especially vodka. You need bitters with anything with vodka, otherwise you're just a fucking college kid. That's just weird. I mean, it's
Step
not
up your
weird to be a
game.
college kid. Yeah. You just gotta step up your game.
Elevate yourself. And you know what? Even if you're in college, you buy a bottle for $10-20, it lasts you all fucking year.
Easily.
You gotta
Yeah.
10x yourself. Be right there.
You can be the bitters guy.
Yeah.
You can be the cocktail guy on campus.
I would be. But, well, it gets expensive because everybody expects you to
Tony
make
the
them drinks.
Barbarian?
Yeah, you just
Baywatch.
call it. He wasn't Baywatch. Yeah.
Batwatch, not Baywatch.
No, he was in Baywatch.
That says Baywatch. Are you on crack?
He corrected himself 2 statements later.
Dude, Battlestar Galactica,
Bat
Deep Space Nine, the new Battlestar Galactica. You see it? It's on Hulu. Fucking watch it.
Nope, watch Noah's Ark right now.
Dude, you need to watch Battlestar. Great series, the new one. The old one's fine.
I watched the Battlestar Galactica. When you say new, like in the last 10 years new?
Yeah, like not from the 70s.
Yes, I watched.
Okay.
It was okay.
Deep Space Nine, one of the first Star Treks that had
Anyway,
episodic content
This
that
is
built over
not
time.
a stupid Star Trek.
Anyway, don't listen to our producer. Sidebar, more videos that you're going to
So
love.
I'm not engaging.
Engage! That's it. Bartender starter kit below. You can get your bartender starter kit and your lavender bitters and your Nick and Nora glasses in the same fucking order. It's going to be awesome. Drinks.com. We're teaching you how to drink.
I just loved up a big old grapefruit as a softball now, didn't I?
Boom! Woo! Go ahead.
Today, Derek's energy kicks in full force as we're making the kamikaze. Watching
force!
Crash and Burn.
Sci-fi.
Is that culturally insensitive? Crash and Burn kamikaze?
Oh, I get
You
it!
get it? Okay, there we go.
Someone does.
Culturally insensitive?
I guess I had to spell it out, so maybe it's
It's
not.
called a kamikaze. It's already culturally insensitive.
Okay.
We set the bar low.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
See? Because you like the lavender flavors.
It does taste flowery.
Yes.
Someone's wife wanted you to make an aviation.
What?
Somebody's wife requested an aviation.
Dan's in there?
No.
Aviations are awesome.
I didn't know that many people knew about Torchwood.
That's one of my go-tos. Like if I'm at the
Aviation.
right bar, I'll get
Yeah.
an aviation. I love it. Manhattan's like the go-to feel the bar out kind of drink for me. Like
Yeah.
you don't know if they're any good, so you get something to kind of give them a test.
Yep.
Negronis. I've had to explain how to make Negronis to people for some ungodly reason.
Speaking of a test, here comes the test. Again,
Fuck.
was
Why am I
planning on
making this
Dan
one up?
being here.
Okay, thank you. That makes more sense. It just seems like a waste at this point. Okay, we'll keep that out there. We'll keep this out here.
No! You gotta use a better. I mean, you have to go too high. But, yeah, that's probably good.
Gin.
Oh, you get the gin. I'm gonna go get my Sprite. Because I'll wait in the refrigerator. Whoa, $10!
You got the wrong channel, real deal. When are you gonna start chugging 40s?
Never.
Yeah.
Unless he's calling us 40,
Yeah.
which we are. We're in our 40s.
The day after, never.
What did we just use for rum, and why am I spacing it? We just used backwards.
Oh my god.
Sounds like a party up there.
No. I'm gonna go take a photo. I'll bring it down. I'm gonna throw it on Instagram for everybody to see.
Oh, shit.
Oh, great. I don't even want to know. Don't want to
I
know.
don't know. Yeah. You guys have kids. You get it.
Yeah.
And they're your kids, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got vodka, rum, tequila, gin, liqueur, lemon lime soda. What are we doing for sweet and sour mix? We're just gonna do lemon and sugar.
Shit,
Lemon
yeah.
and sugar. Wait, we need 2 ounces of syrup of sour mix.
This is our walkway upstairs.
Oh.
So my daughter's painting, and she decided she's going to, what do you call that stuff you put on? Primer.
Yeah.
Just some parts of it.
So it's gonna show through. Wait, she's not priming the whole thing.
She will.
No,
but-
they're upstairs
Okay.
priming. They must have just said, hey, let's just draw on the walls.
Is
You gotta
Jack her boyfriend?
No, Jack
Jack.
E would be my niece.
I just see Jack.
Because that's
Yeah,
what it says.
That's all she wrote.
At least she didn't say crack.
Jack butt crack.
Yeah.
That's what we call her.
Poor girl.
If you go to Instagram.com/everydaydrinkers,
That's what her,
you can see my
Her
hallway.
brother gave her that nickname because her
Butt.
chin is like a butt crack.
So I guess you gotta put that on Instagram too. Jack butt crack. My daughter.
Jack butt crack.
Is she painting with her, or is it just Brianna doing all that?
I only saw her painting. Brandon's up there someplace, and the music's blaring, so it's gonna be interesting.
Or Brianna calls her Mrs. Crack.
Yeah.
All right.
How much of it was
Simple.
Soshu?
We need some syrup.
Oh yeah. What do you need? Sour mix?
Yeah. Or do you have sour mix?
I kind of remember being in my 40s. How old are you,
Because
Peggy?
I need like
Let's do lime sour. You want me? You know what? I got lemonade upstairs.
Oh, we got this.
You want me to use lemonade? It's already got sugar and lime in it.
If you want to, yeah.
I mean, we could make a lesson out
It's
of
a little redneck, but whatever.
it. Dude, this is adios, motherfucker.
Yeah, we're not making a classic cocktail.
Oh, I love Ardios, motherfuckers.
Then this one's all yours.
I'll drink that shit. I like AMFs.
This just smells good.
Smells good.
Yeah. The bowl of our bitters.
Yeah.
It's good. That's limeade. I think
Did I
there's
call it twice?
Doesn't sound like there's very much left.
there's
in
2
it.
ounces in there.
Oh, there's gotta be at least 2 ounces in there. I might have had some earlier.
Slow down. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
So I'm gonna warn you now. This is gonna be fucking high test amounts of foam in there.
Okay.
It's gonna be awesome.
Eric,
What?
the ghost go away.
Make it go away. Oh yeah, Steven. Oh!
Oh yeah.
That actually kind of hurt. Making aviation. So this is the last drink. So we could probably make an aviation after this, and make an actual show out of it. Because
There you go.
Oh, it's good with whiskey.
what?
Oh, it was whiskey.
There's like a little bit of whiskey left, a little bit of that rye left in the glass.
It's
Right,
still
so
gonna
not
be
bad.
foamy. It doesn't matter how much you pour out of it. Just FYI.
Yeah, it makes a.
We'll fight him through the whole thing.
It will be a whole thing of foam.
It's like me waking up the next morning sometimes.
TMI, Ian. TMI. Oh, almost happy birthday.
What?
Her birthday's April 13th. She'll be 54.
April 13th? Well, my birthday's the 21st of April, so
It's the day before my sister's.
well, the 23rd is Eric's, so we're all like
Oh, look at
April
this. There's a
babies.
whole bunch of Tauruses.
Tauruses. I don't know if Peggy's a Taurus.
Taurus makes sense with my sister. No, she's an Aries. My sister's an Aries. So
'Cause
she's
it's right
gonna be
before,
Aries,
right?
Yeah.
It's Aries and Taurus, because I'm at the end of the month, so we hit the Taurus number. Just like The Rock, I gotta get one on my arm. It's not on this arm.
Let me sketch it out for you.
Yeah, let's put it
All
someplace
right,
different.
camera rolling.
No,
Go.
hold on. The camera's not rolling over here yet.
Well, happy birthday to you too, Eric.
Whoa! Here we go! Whoa, shit. Welcome to Combat Cocktails. Ian and Derek are going to make for you the adios motherfucker. Actually, Ian's going to make it. Derek's just going to talk really fast, really loud, and tell you what the recipe is.
Take your time.
Okay.
There's a lot of ingredients.
All right. So the AMF is what we're going to call it when you go to watch this video, because if I put adios motherfucker, I won't make any ad revenue, and that makes Derek a sad Derek, and Derek doesn't like to be sad. This is going to be a half ounce of the following ingredients, also known as 15 milliliters. Vodka, rum, tequila, gin, blue curacao. You need blue curacao. 2 ounces of sour mix, 2 ounces of lemon lime soda. So here it is. This is what you would call what would happen if a Long Island iced tea tasted better, right? So the AMF
What would
is
happen if 3 people drank this one night?
there are stories. We used to make these things like religiously.
Lincoln, Dan, and Jen.
Why do you have to build behind everything? Why do you have to do
Because
that?
I don't have a good in-person presence, man. I think I do.
We've been through this.
God, we're on the internet. You're not in person.
Well, it's kind of personal.
It's a fucking camera. No one's looking.
Hiding.
Yeah.
There's probably some history behind here. Let me just check.
One day at a college far, far away.
Yeah, nothing for history here. There's a different name for it. It's also called the Blue Motorcycle. That's my history. So
Good
you
job,
call it
buddy.
the Blue Motorcycle. It's a stupid name. Cocktail called the Blue Motorcycle, or a cocktail called the Adios Motherfucker. What do you think? This is an easy
One's gonna get you ad
soda
revenue, one's
siphon.
not. That's what I think.
Yeah. Ad revenue. I could do a link to Amazon to affiliate link to buy one of these.
You should be able to get it within a month.
Yeah.
This is true. I've been getting some really slow ass fucking orders from Amazon. You know what's funny? If you use the coupon code isolation to save 15% on awesomedrinks.com to buy bitter syrups and cocktail gear, you'll get it before Amazon gets you your shipment. Which I have never been able to say before. You know why? Because I don't sell toilet paper and hand sanitizer. That's right! That's all you have to do.
You can sell hand sanitizer.
Dude, I'd probably make actual money. If I can rank, I rank for hand sanitizer.
I will say, shake and strain all ingredients except for the soda.
Yeah, don't shake that, 'cause especially if you make it with this, because this is real straight up. So the way I did this is an easy soda siphon. I have an easy whipper, which I use for cocktail infusions and frankly whipped cream, which is made for. The soda siphon, for this, I'm using syrups that I bought for my soda stream that I got rid of years ago because I really got annoyed having to buy all the cartridges for the soda stream. This one you can buy I bought 24 of the little fucking carbonators for cheap money.
Carbonators.
Yeah. Carbonators. Can anybody see what you're doing?
Oh, it's the blue drink. I love the color of that one.
See, it's a fantastic looking drink.
Glows in the dark.
It goes.
Unless you shut the lights off.
And then it doesn't.
No garnish really needed for this. If you want to, I would use a lemon wheel to just contrast it. I like how the carbonation isn't over full force because you let it sit and rest.
There you go.
He's a pro.
Did that on purpose.
So the story behind this is when we drink way too much sometimes, we get into this thing where we're like, hey, let's make adios, motherfuckers. And then we do it. And then what happens is we'll make 3 or 4 of them for different people. In one case, 3. And as people are drinking it, they have to fucking keep drinking and keep up with each other.
Yes, they all have to stay at the same height.
Right.
It's a waterfall? Oh,
So-
no. Different than a waterfall. Yeah.
You put it down, and if one person's here and everybody puts them side by
person has
side,
to drink.
everybody has to get down at the same level. So the person who drinks faster causes everybody else to drink faster, but that person usually at the end goes, okay, I gotta slow down, and they're like, oh, now you're fucked, so I'm gonna drink faster.
Yep.
And then when they're done, they're like, let's do that again! And
You know what a waterfall is?
No.
Everybody starts drinking at the same time, and you have to go in order to you can't stop drinking until I stop drinking. The person next to you can't stop drinking until you stop drinking.
that does not sound like a good idea.
You have a lot of people go. You do it with beer. You don't do it with mixed drinks.
That's probably true, yeah. There's certain things you don't make for decisions.
And then you wake up the next morning and you are hurting. And Dan had to fly, and Lincoln had to work, and
Yeah.
I thought I had the flu.
Those are just poor life decisions.
Dan got on a flight with a massive hangover, thought he was gonna die.
Yep.
Our other buddy had to go to work, which was insane fun, and I didn't have to do shit, but I told them they're all fucked. And then Jennifer woke up, and it was the first time she thought she had the flu, and I'm like, no, you're drunk. So instead of saying, she's like, I think I got the flu, I got out my phone, and I'm like, Jalitha, Jennifer thinks she has the flu. She's like, oh, that's
I was gonna
cute.
say you've been drunk before. No.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she hadn't been drunk before.
Okay. I don't.
That drunk. Yeah, actually, I probably even had a bit.
You were drunk on your bachelor party.
Oh, no.
I can name many times that I've
I do remember that.
been
Explicitly.
drunk. Yeah.
Yes.
What's your worst drinking experience? Write it below. You have to.
3/4 of a handle of Jim Beam when I was 19.
Oh.
Had to work for 13 hours the next day.
Oh, I think I remember you telling that
Yeah,
story.
I was a
yeah.
teller
That-
at no TB, so I'm staring at a little tiny screen trying to listen to people place their horse bets. I don't know how many times I puked that day. And everybody had been there at work, so they were just all making fun of me, and they were getting me soup and stuff, which was nice, but
The
it was miserable.
Yes.
I haven't had. I mean, I had a not comfortable experience once. Like when I went to game developer conference once. At night we had a party at Microsoft's facility. They had a party, and they had drink tickets. So you get 2 or 3 drink tickets. But I found out that you can make a Long Island iced tea with 1 ticket. So I'm like, why am I gonna buy a fucking Bud? You can get a Long Island iced tea for the same value, right? So
Value.
Yes.
So a couple of those later, I wasn't really even that drunk. I wasn't drunk. I was in San Jose watching people who were way drunk. They were thrown up on the tea thing, and it was sliding around. But the problem was I got up either the next morning, wasn't good, so I had to throw up. I ran to the bathroom, but my buddy Rob was in the bathroom taking a shit. So I got to the door. I'm like, what the fuck do you do now?
Sink.
Sink. It was right there because they outside the bathrooms because it's up there. Yeah, that was not good. He's like, "What are you doing?" That's me. I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm like, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Those shots
What are
of
you doing?
1800 broke a window with my head.
Making lemonade. That's what.
That
Oh, I did that once with a box of wine. I was drinking a box. This was in college. You remember my roommate Andy the last year? Andy Knapp and
We
Matt
weren't
Meyer.
No,
Do you,
but
do
I
you
know
remember
I know
these
that,
guys?
Yeah.
So I was drinking. I had like a Wednesday off. It was close to graduation, and I had like a box of Franzia for some reason. And I was just hanging out. I went outside. Me and Matt were throwing football around. I was toting the box of wine with me wherever I went. I was watching a movie. I
Never a good idea.
Man.
finished off the box, and then I got up, and I'm like, whoa! I was funny drunk, and I decided to like put my head through the wall, and I like carved out this big area in the apartment because I didn't want to stop for some reason.
You tend to damage things.
And then Andy came home and he just saw sheetrock everywhere. He's like, "What the fuck?" And it was like right around a corner, so I'm like, pick my head out, and I'm like, clean it up. And he just laughed at me.
It's always good when your friends can
funny.
laugh at you when they see wallboard.
That was like a funny bad drunk, but
Yeah. That's not very good. So before we move on, this drink.
I blame my first marriage on soju.
Soju?
I'm sure a lot of people can blame their first marriage on some kind of alcohol, especially if they have a second marriage.
There you go.
This doesn't taste that bad to me. Like, you don't like this?
I mean, it's better
It tastes
than
like
some things.
it just tastes like citrus soda
Yeah, it's awesome.
with a lot of
It
orange.
doesn't
to
have
it.
a lot of complexity to it to me.
No,
No.
no. This drink doesn't have
It
complexity.
seems like it would be really easy. Well, I understand
It's
Jen's
light.
situation.
It's
Yeah,
refreshing,
see?
right? It's light.
See, now you know my problem.
It's got that carbonation.
I don't.
It's with the last drink
It doesn't-
of the night.
I wouldn't say refreshing, but easy to drink. I would say.
I guess refreshing is also not the right thing to say,
Yeah.
but it is definitely light and easy to drink.
I can see where you want to keep drinking it because it's like one of those drinks when you
It's got a
drink
little
it and
salty
you're like
flavor
a
to
little
it.
thirsty after you drink it.
Yeah, that's that stuff. Like you get a little bit of ethanol creeping up, depending on. But if you do this as your first drink, you might taste a little bit more. But like as we've had a couple drinks, it kind of it's so much different than a lot of the other vibrant drinks you get. Super.
Soda's pretty good.
I know, right?
You make good soda, buddy.
Yeah, I know. That's my new profession. I make fucking soda. My kid's drinking like a day.
Now they can actually call you a jerk. It won't be.
I
offensive.
am the original soda jerk.
Yeah, you gotta jerk it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The Generation X, buddy.
That's right.
I didn't have a Caribbean jerk wing.
Those are good.
Yeah.
I probably have
I thought about ordering from Buffalo Wild Wings this week, and then I'm like, I'll be good. I gotta weigh it on Friday.
So, since we pretty much wasted your time, if you're still watching, we know you're
you.
diehard, right? Here's the deal.
Yes, it's the AMF.
AMF, adios motherfucker. This drink calls for sweet and sour mix. We used virgin lemonade because for this drink, it doesn't fucking matter. What you need is you need that citrus and you need that sour to give it like
Some semblance of balance.
yeah, you need to give it some more of that body and like a full drink feel. Where if you just put syrup in there and booze, there's no balance.
Then you have a Long Island iced tea.
Yeah, pretty much. So the sour brings it and makes it a little bit more natural. A Long Island iced tea can have some sour mixed component to it with Coke, but it tends to be lemon forward. I chose citrus forward for 2 reasons, or fucking lemonade forward for 2 reasons, or limonade. I had it, and if I had Newman's Own lemonade, I would use that as well. But we had lime, and we had sugar, so we were going to make our own. And we're like, why would we do that when I already have this here, no high fructose corn syrup, it's perfect, fits the drink. Just need either a malic acid or a citric acid in there. I wouldn't go with an orange juice, because I feel like that's not acidic enough.
Malic being the active acid in
Lime juice, and citric for...
Absorbic. Citric acid is not the citrus stuff. They swap.
No,
right?
but
So
citric acid tastes like lemons.
that's absorbic acid.
I thought
Citric acid's like a preservative.
Which one do I have upstairs? I have one of
The
those.
only reason I know
I probably
this
have all of those.
is because when I worked at the Moon,
I thought absorbic acid was apples.
one of the other bouncers I worked with was a chemical engineering major in college, and what he was doing is he was buying a bunch of citric acid in bulk, and he was using that as like you
Using
trade
clean
stocks.
stuff.
No, like you trade stocks. He was buying in bulk and then selling out in smaller pieces.
Really?
So you know when you buy in bulk, it's cheaper.
You're right.
But not everybody needs barrels of citric acid.
You're right.
So he would buy a barrel and then portion out what he needed
But
to
who is he
resell.
selling it to?
Companies. He was basically a chemical reseller.
That's a
And
pretty...
that's why it sticks in my head that citric is not the citrus. It's not citrus acid. It's citric, which is different.
But citric acid is also like used for cleaning copper and cleaning anything really.
Yeah,
That's what we use for. Well, if we had a
It's
still.
a cleaning and absorbent.
You sure citric acid isn't in lemons? I feel like that's in there. I thought absorbic acid was apples, unless somebody already knows. But the
Google.
The moral of the story is this. For a drink like this, the sour component that you're using just needs to have some sort of acidic quality to it. I would prefer lime because I like the taste of lime, and lemon isn't as fun. Lime makes me think of like summer and daiquiris and stuff. So it tends to work well in this drink, especially with the lemon lime soda. But if you go lemon forward, or you go with the way we typically make a sour mix, which is going to be 1 lemon, 1 lime, 2 sugar. So an ounce of lemon, an ounce of lime, 2 ounces of sugar, something like that, depending how many volumes you need.
We add ice cream as an emulsifying
Dash
agent
that
to keep
in
fats
there.
from separating to caramel.
Science is happening in your face, isn't it? Also, did I say...
That's what you put on lemon heads, I think. Like sour.
Citric acid.
Citric acid, yeah.
Yeah. And same with Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, sour.
It's just fucking citric acid and like gummies.
But it's also a cleaning agent.
Now you
Yeah, we use it to clean
I
the
have a
soap.
bag of citric acid I use to clean shit. Maybe cocktail bitters. I don't know. I've used it for other stuff too. But it's fun stuff. Science is awesome, and cocktails is just science. That's it.
Absorbic acid is vitamin C.
That's not what I thought it was.
You thought it was citric.
No. Vitamin C would be those.
Oranges.
Yeah, but I thought absorbic was apples. That might be ascorbic. There's an ascorbic, isn't there?
Anyway.
Fuck it.
This is ascorbic acid. Yeah, why did that respell on me?
I learned something once, and I remembered it. I'm happy. Sidebar, there's going to be more videos for you, stuff that involves cocktails and cool stuff. You know what? Just because one of those is going to be my videos on acids.
Maybe there's no absorbic acid. Maybe it's abscorbic.
Okay.
I just always mispronounced it.
It's ascorbic.
Ascorbic. ASCORBIC.
Yeah, I know. I have a video.
I think I've always called it absorbic.
Yeah.
No.
I thought there was an absorbent.
No.
Ascorbic. Yeah.
I have a video on acid, for Christ's sake.
Awesome.
Watch it.
No. End this video, damn it.
AwesomeDrinks.com, bartender store, kit below. That's it, my friends. We're teaching you how to drink.
Wait.
Today we're going to be making the Adios Motherfucker, the AMF. And in this video, you're going to learn something about acid. If you watch to the end, you're going to also... Don't you fucking dare. You're also... No. Put that... No. You put that down. We're going to play with some SodaStream stuff. No, that's not SodaStream. No. Easy.
That would have
Whipper.
been a great ending to the month shows. Though.
No, because we saw that now we have to make an aviation because Steven wanted it and he's paid money.
Okay. Well, since he paid money.
See? See what I did there, Steven? Fucking added in some layers of guilt. Guilt goes a long way.
I ain't Catholic, buddy.
That's what made me a
Trying to
manager.
be nice.
I managed people once. They took them all away.
Is that how Doug
They took them all away.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
how Doug disappeared.
Yes, that's why I took this period and burned them. Yes,
And abscorbic acid.
Dude, did you ever tell me what the hell lemons were? No, you didn't.
No, I don't
We'll
know.
watch
Fucking
it.
useless,
Calm
isn't it?
down.
Make way for
What? How come there's a hole right there?
parade.
There shouldn't be a hole there. This doesn't go there. Oh, this goes there?
Yep, that goes there.
Oh.
And he puts it right back within my reach.
What? No!
Somebody else wanted it. He just paid for it.
Why am I hearing myself?
You're hearing me. I don't know.
Did you unmute something?
I clicked on live stream. What acid is in lemons? Citric acid, motherfucker!
Citric is lemon.
Citric fucking
I
acid!
always think. I always,
Tastes like lemons.
I always have it backwards for some
You
reason.
want me to get the citric acid? You want to taste it?
I do not.
Come on.
Maybe I
Everybody
should-
wants to taste citric
Aviation.
acid.
Gin.
How do you make one?
Violet.
Let's see.
Lemon.
Recipe.awesomedrinks.com.
You need this. You need lemon juice. You need gin. And maraschino.
Did we use lemon juice yet this month?
Nope. But you did unthawed.
I did. Did we use grapefruit juice?
Nope. But you did unthawed.
Any other questions?
Lime
What
juice
the
we
fuck?
used.
Well, now you got it.
You know what? Okay, so you know what the problem is? I did 3 months worth of films, and I keep clicking on... I always think the last one I did is this month, but because I did so many in advance, I keep looking at other videos. Like next month, we have the South Side and cocktails like that, so that's what it is. But I gotta make sure to say Matthew Hill, because I forgot the last video.
That's not a shake and strain, right? This is gonna start because we got juice in it.
Shake and shake.
Yeah.
15 seconds. boom, shot. Oh, can we put this in a 2, 3? Oh, we could totally put this in like one of these.
Nick and Nora?
big ones.
Oh.
We have these in stock, right? I think
I would
just bought a
typically
bunch
use
of
like a cocktail glass like they're using, or Nick and Nora for this.
these. They?
Cocktails
It's me.
are nice.
You said they like it was like
So-
some fucking third party. I made that.
Oh, is that
video.
your site? Oh, that's
Yes,
beautiful.
it's my site.
I've never seen it before.
It's recipe.acidrinks.com. You go there every week.
I do?
You must.
No, I've never been there.
Yeah, you go there
I
and
go
you
to
click on
YouTube.
stuff. Oh, well, that's your fucking hand right
It is
there.
my hand. Holy shit. I didn't sign a waiver.
My hand didn't say you could use it.
Yeah, but I don't sell.
Take
those
them all
glasses.
down.
I sell these glasses now.
Oh, okay. We'll sell these glasses. Yeah.
That's just a fucking cocktail.
This is
glass.
just like the perfect glass for aviation, I think. These Nick and Noras
You
are
can
beautiful.
put it. I don't sell that Nick and Nora though.
No, it's okay. Let's not.
I sell the clear ones.
I'm just saying.
Just saying.
I saw
I think
clear
they look
ones.
beautiful in the cocktail glasses like that. I think
You don't think it's gonna look beautiful in here?
I think it's gonna look great. I think it's gonna look great. No
You
matter
think
what
it's
it
gonna be
is.
too big though?
Yes.
Well, that's not cool.
But we can make double, and you guys can drink it.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just set the serving size to 2.
Yeah. You want to throw the recipe up over here? And are we doing an actual
Yeah,
video
I'll
here?
make a video. Why not?
Okay.
I could probably use it. I
You
just
want
gotta
this
say
camera?
Matthew.
Oh, you doubled it. Oh, look at that. Hey,
I know.
did you notice you can do that on your website?
I did. I set servings. You want it ML, CL, or
He did it on
ounces?
purpose because he has to make him a dance.
See how it says ounces? Yeah, I always make them in sets of 4. It says ounces because it does a geolocation.
Should we use-
And it knows I'm in the U.S. If I was in,
That's smart.
if I was one of those people over there that's watching our show in Europe, that would come out in ML. If it doesn't, then there's a bug.
Should you? Should we use aviation gin for this?
That would be a good idea. That feels like that's a right move.
Want this camera?
Yeah, because I'm gonna need a thing now. I can use that one, but I think it would be better using it in this new glass. Aviation. I have that right.
Yeah, you do. You did.
Hopefully we didn't drink
It's a bottle with some vertical
Yeah, it's got weird curves on it.
grooves.
Sit down. Oh, ow. Why don't I
Don't
see
sit down like that. You might have gotten.
it? What are you doing?
It's not there.
We didn't. I feel like if I drank it, I would
We
remember.
may have finished it a while ago.
Really? I have plenty of boodles.
Well, let's use boodles then.
Should we use an American gin? Like New Amsterdam?
I mean, we can. I would say like a London Dry, but not a heavy London. You know what I mean?
Taste that. Is it heavy? No. I have violet fog.
This is perfect. Let's use
You
this.
didn't even taste it.
I smelled it.
Okay. That's close
I
to
can taste
tasting.
it too.
Where's all my shit? Somebody's got my aviation gin
Yeah,
and my
that's good.
Bacardi.
That's good.
Someone's hiding my stuff from me.
Now I'm gonna have to go shopping.
You know who I blame? Dan. He's not here.
Duh.
Actually, he probably has it. I leave shit there.
That's
and
actually
he
7
splits it.
ounces. That's a lot of.
Drink.
This is an 8-ounce glass.
Yeah, but this is a lot of drink. Let's just make a single. I'll make a single serving.
Why?
Well, I'll make a serving and a half. That seems like. Are you guys gonna drink 8 ounces of aviation? I have to drive, so I'm not going to. Can you do it? Serving and a half.
No.
Can I put it in a ticket?
Just do it in your head. Just
If you
have
do
to
4
say-
ounces,
I'll do it, mate.
Yeah.
I do it in my head.
I don't have Jira. What the fuck? I have GitHub. You can put in a GitHub issue.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You ever see the Saturday Night Live with the gyro place and the juice?
No, I don't see that in it life.
Oh, you like the juice? The juice is good. No. I'll get you some juice.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
All right. Okay, throw up the ad intro. Let's get this shit done.
Throw up the what?
You know, when you say we're doing this.
When you say welcome.
Oh, you mean this? Welcome to Combat Cocktails. Ian and Derek are going to make for the aviation because one of our fans, Stephen Foisey, said, make an aviation. He donated money in the live stream. We're like, fuck yeah. I don't know when the last time we made one of these for the show, but if it's based on that picture, it's old.
But it was for someone in our chat, in our stream, whose wife actually wanted it.
It's not that
it
old.
wasn't
It's at the
Steven?
bar, so it's within the last
Yeah, but
5
see how it
years.
has a CMC bar mat there? That
Yes.
was like first year.
Okay.
Like I change something every year to make it different. This year is 4K.
So I'm making a serving and a half because Derek and Jen are going to drink the shit out of this.
Yeah, and
But Derek's going to tell you the ingredients in serving.
okay, a single serving is 2 ounces of gin, 3/4 ounce of lemon juice, a 1/2 ounce of maraschino liqueur, and a 1/4 ounce of creme de violet. Now, creme de violet, fuck, I didn't even use that in the last video I made on exotic liqueurs. If you watch our video that we did not too long ago, that I did, on exotic liquors, I talked about different type of products. One was Luxardo maraschino liqueur, and how these modifying agents change the perception of a drink without it's just a basic drink. This would be, in effect, a gin sour. It's got gin, lime juice, and then it has to have like some sort of sweetening agent. In this case, maraschino liqueur and a little creme de violet, which I don't think has a lot of sugar in it.
Nope, it's pretty bitter actually.
But it has a lot of violet flavor to it, and it just adds the effect of an aviation. Without the violet, it doesn't come out to be an aviation. But Ian did make a cocktail that used creme de cassis to create a variation on this.
Because we did a side-by-side comparison.
And you had a good time with it.
I thought it came out pretty
Wasn't
decent.
as good, though.
No, it's not. This is a much more delicate cocktail than that was. But yeah, that was part of our contest, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
We
for
did-
our March Madness
March
of last
Madness.
March.
Yeah, so look that shit up.
It's right there, March Madness, where we
2019.
2019. It feels like time just flies by.
Because they had no March Madness.
Because it does.
Yeah,
This is March sanity.
yeah. March distancing.
That's
See?
a pretty drink.
It's got that, it's just that purple. Now, if
Did you cut
If
that
you-
in half?
Yeah.
Or did you make 2?
Well, dilution.
Yeah.
20%.
So good thing you did, or else it wouldn't have fit in that glass.
Hell yeah.
And it would have overflowed because you would have just.
Does that look good?
'Cause I
Because I'm
wouldn't
going
have
to use
stopped.
this
I have
photo.
no self-control.
I have a
I have
photo.
no
I
idea.
want to update my recipe to awesomedrinks.com photos. That's a better photo right there. Like it looks
Yep.
fucking sexy. And you're like, ooh. Now, one thing to notice is
What
that
are you doing, Ian?
the Bitter Truth violet liqueur might be a little. What do you think? It's not a. Is it too purple? Or is
No.
that normal?
I think that's pretty normal. I mean, light purple is normal. I mean,
Is it
Bitter Truth,
blue?
I think, is a little bit darker than some of the other creme de violets. There's not a lot of creme de violets out there.
No, I know, but I feel like this has lost some of its vibrancy because it's so
Oh,
old.
that's what you're talking about? Nah, I don't think so.
The flavor profile is definitely going to be floral. You've got Luxardo, which brings a little mineral earthiness. Watch the video I posted and probably already linked to for modifying agents on some of the tasting notes for Luxardo. Violet liqueur, floral. It's like elderflower, but without the elderflower and violets instead.
Without the sweet.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
have the
it's-
sweet.
It's not as overpowering as a flavor. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend multiplying the recipe because it is a spirit-forward cocktail. There's a lot of booze in there right now.
So what you're basically saying, this is pro.
That's a lot of drink, is what I'm saying.
That's 8 ounces of pro.
Yeah, I think it fits really well in like a 4-ounce glass.
Yeah.
Of course, these are excellent glasses as well.
From
These are
awesomedrinks.com.
really cool glasses.
This
It's
is
like
a
an
coupe,
oversized
8 ounce.
coupe.
Yeah, so I have 2 coupes. If you go to awesomedrinks.com, there's going to be a drop down selection. You
Three
can
if you
go.
have a TT. Do you still have a TT?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, 3 coupes.
that's not exactly the same type of coupe.
True.
This is an 8 ounce classic coupe. This is a standard classic coupe. I think it's 3.5, technically, at the surface if you had this thing fucking full.
Yeah.
So this is like your step up from that. Here's the issue: this drink in an aviation works fine for most people. The problem is if you're making the drink, it becomes a pain. It becomes a pain in the ass because somebody's gonna finish this drink so fast, you're gonna be like, "Oh, what's next?" Right? And what happens? You end up making a lot of drinks.
That's 2 ounces.
Yeah. Why is it got floaties in it?
Because there's lemon juice in here.
This, because it's an 8 ounce drink, you can make basically 2 servings for a single individual, and if they're responsible in their drinking, that should last them at least 3 minutes. It's 4.5 ounces.
That's 3.5 right there.
Yeah, but you still got another ounce.
You want to put another ounce in there?
I think you can fit it. 1 full ounce.
1 full ounce.
Not over.
Not over. Don't go over an ounce. You just pour it without even fucking thinking.
Does that look like an ounce? Okay.
Oh, I didn't do
Yeah.
that. No, that looks over an ounce, but we'll see. That's probably good. I mean, we could fucking measure it down to the decimal. Did you see how you did that without even thinking and it worked?
It did.
You want to know why?
Because you knew how much it would fit.
Because I've had so many customers calling me telling me that does not fit 4 ounces, and I'm like, fuck. Well,
That's
I don't say it
4.5
this way.
now.
Yeah, it's 4.5. And I can't say fuck you. I try to be polite
Probably
about
because
it.
they're putting ice in there too.
No. They're like, this just doesn't fit 4.5. I'm like, it fits exactly 4.5. He's like, I don't think so. I'm like, I'm like, here, I'll fucking send you the photo of me pouring 4.5 ounces. It fits 4.5 right to the rim. And they're like, oh, thanks. So I'm like, try it. And they're like, whoa, it does. Right. Because I've done this for customers over and over who go, that's too small. I'm like, no, it's 4.5 ounces.
Because you're not there to lie to them about the size
No, I
of
have
their
no
glasses.
desire to lie to them. I have an 8 ounce. If it's too small for you, get a fucking 8 ounce. But here's the thing. This is a 4.5 ounce glass to the brim, which means you're drinking it on the fucking table.
Right, you can't move it.
Right? Because you're not moving anywhere. You're going to be sipping it the whole way.
Now
and
you
that's
can,
fine.
You can just point them to this video next time.
There you go.
Yeah, the swearing's really going to work for them.
Good point. You could post a video
Yeah,
of all your liquid capacities of all your glasses that you sell.
I do.
Do you have a video of all that? Then you
No,
just
I
point
don't
it-
have a video. I
point
have a photo.
Okay.
That's not good enough for people.
No, you have
They got to actually see you.
because you can manipulate a photo for no reason and personal gain.
I know. That's where I get confused. But the drink has violet flavor, cool color, simple to build. Well, besides the ratios aren't easy as 2-on-1.
Some places they're really made excellent too. Like
This is a good way to judge a cocktail bar as making a good drink.
Yeah.
If they can't make it, there's only 2 reasons they can't make it. They don't have a violet liquor,
Or they don't know
which
how.
is fair, or they don't know how, and they try and they fuck up.
Yeah.
So that's a way to qualify them.
I mean,
Just
if you
cost
go
you
into a
money.
bar and they can't do this, that's not necessarily the bar. It's not necessarily a bad bar.
They just don't have the
It might
one
just not,
key.
they might not have that one key ingredient. Or it might just not be that kind of bar. I mean,
No.
you don't go into a PBR bar in Vegas and order
Yeah.
a Sazerac.
Right.
You get beer, right?
Right. Yeah. I always start with beer and I work my way up a penny. But it's a cool drink. It's still considered a sour. It has that sour and that violet flavor. I know
say?
girls like it.
Violet flavor.
Violet.
Okay.
Violet.
Violet.
There's a fight in my mouth right now.
But the moral of the story is this. You go to awesomedrinks.com and you get yourself some classic scoop glasses. Hit the drop down, hit 8 ounce. Boom! Now you can make an aviation double and you don't have to keep making the drink. It takes a while. You built it, right? It's not instant. You might as well make 2 at a time.
It's 4 ingredients.
Boom.
It's not rocket science, but if you're squeezing your own lemons,
Yeah, I know.
there's no EMF.
No, that's true. You don't have any way to dilute it down. But yeah, I agree with you. Putting it in this drink is good for people who need to be responsible. If you have to like have a life after this
Well, I mean,
little session.
I mean, certain drinks you just don't need a big one of, right?
No.
Right.
Like a Negroni.
Like a Negroni. You don't make a pitcher of Negronis for yourself unless you're in quarantine.
It's thanks.
maybe.
It's Friendsgiving. What'd you do? I made a picture of Negronis. Just
Oh, who
pull it
came
right
over?
off the tap.
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Celebrating by myself.
You know you're an alcoholic friend.
The person who makes a picture of Negronis either has a fucking lot of hipster friends or
No friends.
no friends. So there you go. There's a lesson for you there. Patreon.com/CNC. Head over there. Help donate to the show. Derek can use some cash. Took a nice pay cut because of this whole Corbett thing. Apparently customers aren't buying like they used to. Stock market fucking tanked.
They did.
That hurts.
Glad to be in the medical business right now. I'll tell you that much.
Do you have any
Yeah.
stock?
No, it's not a public company.
No, you. Like,
yeah.
in general.
Yeah, I'm fine. It's long-term stock. It's not stock I'm trying to sell in the next week.
Yeah, I know, but like, just to see
But just to see
a
that
roller
you
coaster.
lost, like,
Dude,
Yeah,
I
no,
lost
the-
like 2 teacher salaries in like a day and a half.
Me too.
Yeah.
But the problem is, if you
hurts.
sell it, you haven't lost it, so
Right.
you sell it.
all right.
No, I
So
know.
don't sell it.
My financial advisor sent over like, hey, I liquidated a bunch. He kept some stuff, but like because he goes by my age, so he knows like how to
Risk
put certain
tolerance.
things into certain categories. So I think he sold mostly international stuff.
You still got more than 10 years to retirement, right?
Fuck. 10? 10 years? I'd be 55. When do you retire? I think it's like 65, right?
Yeah.
65.
Meaning,
20
meaning you have
I have another
plenty of
fucking
time for
career.
recovery.
I can start over right
You
now.
have plenty of time
Yeah.
to recover.
I'm not worried, but it's
Yeah.
still scary to watch it go.
Right.
Oh, and I did this in 2008. This is not the first time I've watched the
Diane
shit.
wants to know, would the large cup work for a drink with a bigger head?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Like something with a pineapple
Whiskey
foam,
sour?
Large coupe.
pineapple foam, egg foam to it. Yeah,
Yeah, whiskey sour fit in there.
totally. Yeah.
What I would do
That's
is I
good
put a
reason.
whiskey sour in there, and then when I'm done, if it was too small, I put 2 whiskey sours in there
Yes, you would.
because fucking whiskey sours. That's all. Like you want to have those.
You drink that much, huh?
No, but if I'm fucking lazy. If I'm gonna make a cocktail, I want it in a bigger glass.
True.
If I'm making a cocktail for her and 3 other people, like her, Julie, and Dan, which is
Well,
normal,
just for Jen, you'd make it in that glass.
when I make cocktails for
Then I would
her,
have the flu.
when I make cocktails for just her and Dan, I start with at least 4 to 5 servings on recipe.awesomedrinks.com. I click 4, and I start to build there, and that's where I begin, and then I figure it out from there. So that's a promo for you guys. You can go to recipe.awesomedrinks.com, search for ingredients, search for recipes, and find all your shit.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I'm gonna guess your local Irish pub probably wouldn't have violet.
Irish pubs not gonna have this. Just ask them. Do you have violet liqueur? If they go no, don't even ask.
Yeah.
Don't insult them. Just ask.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I go, do you guys have ginger beer? No. Okay, I'm not gonna ask for anything that has ginger beer.
Right.
No. What the fuck has ginger beer?
It's called being
Mule?
an informed consumer.
Yeah. What's the ginger beer drink? It's not a mule.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Moscow Mule?
Is that really it? Oh no, Dark and Stormy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't order mules. That's vodka.
Well,
I'm not paying for vodka.
You get a Kentucky Mule, which is bourbon.
The real mule?
That's good.
I would get that.
Yeah.
I get that all day.
It's pretty tasty. We do that when we go home.
See? That's it. Sidebar. Oh, use isolation. Coupon code isolation on awesomedrinks.com so you can buy yourself some bitters. I would get, if you watch any of the videos this year, I can't guess, but this month, lavender bitters, that will give you the closest approximation because I don't think they make a violet bitter.
I don't think so. Bitter? But creme de violette is a lavender liqueur.
And it's made by a company that makes bitters.
This Bitter Truth stuff is,
Yeah. So, it's all good. Just buy these glasses, some bitters, make yourself a drink at awesomedrinks.com using our coupon code. 15% off till May 1st.
2021.
No! 2020!
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You're not giving a whole year for one coupon code?
I don't know what you're doing.
It's a fucking long coupon code. What do you mean you know what I'm doing? You said 2020 like 6 times already.
But you never say it, so I'm like, I'm going to throw a monkey wrench in the gears here.
Fuck you! Sidebar, more videos down below. The Boston Shake. No, it's not a Boston Shaker. It is, but a bartender starter kit for us drinks.
Which includes a Boston Shaker.
It does. And a bunch of other stuff like jiggers and shit. This exact setup.
Auto strainer?
Everything that Ian used in this video, except for that glass, is in that starter kit.
And except for the liquor.
Yes.
And the lemon juice.
True.
Yeah, you can buy your own lemons.
Yeah.
Or citric
They
acid.
don't shit the same.
They don't have the same shelf stability.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Teach you how to drink.
Get your own ice, too. Just clarify.
So basically nothing here you can buy at our store.
So these things.
Rubber fucking mats. Just shit like that.
I think you did it. Oh, Dooley did.
Yeah. Today we're making the aviation.
We are. Oh, yeah.
It's very purple and very delicious.
And this is water.
Derek needs that now.
Did you
Yet you would not let me spray you with the...
It's fucking water. That's a whole lot different than spraying with sugar water.
Did you ever make a show on how to do bitters?
Wasn't that funny?
No.
That's why you
I
get
found
married,
it.
folks, so people can bring you back down to earth.
I found it entertaining, Derek.
That's so too. I figured I could probably use that. What were you guys saying?
Did you ever do your show on how to make bitters, or did you just do that to make?
I made how to make coffee bitters. How to make bitter.
Yeah, because Diane or
Yes.
Vicky or somebody was asking for a show.
I have. If you search for coffee bitter, I did this Friday at work. Somebody was like, I'm like, oh, you should use coffee bitters in whatever cocktail. I think it was a whiskey sour or something. I'm like, try coffee bitters or chocolate bitters. I'm like, here's a coffee bitter. So I Googled how to make coffee bitters. And I found myself. And I was like, oh shit, I made a video on this. So I have a video on how to make coffee bitters.
Diane said, oh, do a show about making your own bitters.
So the trick is, for the coffee bitters, I used the sous vide system, like the little water
I understand. Bath.
Oh, it was
Water
on
bath.
Patreon you did it.
No. Coffee bitters?
Steven said you did a show on, you did a bitter show on Patreon.
I probably did, but I have one on coffee bitters on YouTube, which uses a sous vide system, which I believe was the actual video for the sous vide. That they didn't pay me for it, but they gave me the sous vide to make a video, and I used that one, and I created the coffee bitters. I think it was cocoa nibs, coffee beans, and there's one other ingredient, probably gentian or something that has a bittering agent to
Yeah.
it.
Chin 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 chin.
And then you can make.
Oh, Ian's a cutie, says Sin.
Oh, and bourbon. You need bourbon. This is our coffee bitters, bourbon based. I had a couple of them, but I gave them away to Patreon subscribers at some point.
Ian kind of reminds me of my uncle, but with more facial expressions.
So your uncle just
I
stands
am an
there
uncle.
like a corpse?
I have a couple nephews,
What do you think this is?
Yeah.
but I remind them exactly of their uncle. So
Yeah, wow. How
So,
about that?
is this scary?
a blue bottle that you don't know what it is.
Yeah, and it
Yes.
doesn't open?
You should totally just put it in your mouth without thinking.
What is this? I screwed it. It's still fucking on here. How does that happen? That's not a...
I think it's stuck.
Oh, there we go.
Good call, Ian. Good call.
Put it in your mouth. Your
Ooh.
motherfucking mouth.
What is that? I don't know. Shit. This is the beauty of having like fucking science project in your house is you can like... Oh my god, this thing is so crammed up. Can you rinse this?
What do you think Dave Arnold does?
I don't know, but can you rinse
He
this?
probably uses labels.
I have labels. Just not on this. I don't know why that...
It looks burnt. When
We
he-
were able to make hand sanitizer because we have all this crap.
Yeah,
in
you
our
fucking
house.
made hand sanitizer. Give me some credit here, bro. With like, I have everything. You need some gentian? Got it. You need some shinoa bark? Got it. You need some cherry bark?
I need a mini wire brush to clean this shit out.
That's not
I don't have a mini wire brush. So the coffee bitters,
Q-tip? That wouldn't even fit down this thing.
just the tip.
Yep, just the tip.
I have lemongrass bitters. I made some chocolate mint. What's this? Chocolate mint tincture.
Dude, nothing's coming through this. I need like a needle or something.
And the haystack.
See how it's like holding water?
Or a toothpick.
Oh, holy shit! That's holding water. No, I got it. Watch.
Yep, guess what I just tried to do.
Oh.
And now your mouth's on it. I used the other end though. I tried to blow instead of suck.
Oh.
I guess that tells you all you need to know about you.
Yeah. You want to suck because it's
You
gonna.
guys just showed your.
So he blew, I sucked. What does that tell about us?
We spent a lot of time in college together.
There you go.
And Derek paid his way through college, as we all know, as a male prostitute.
Because you always tell that story.
Yes, I do.
So
Because
we
it's
don't
a-
all know that. You just say it. It's gonna need a fucking vinegar bath. How about some tiki mugs below? Whoa, hold on. I gotta rewind. I want to try to make macadamia nut bitters.
Oh, I have some of that still.
Macadamia nut bitters?
Yeah, remember they made it and they don't now?
Bitter
Bitter old men.
Bitter old men? Oh, nice job. Yeah, bitter old men. He was making the macadamia nut bitters. Then he stopped. That's the story.
Yeah, but we used the hand sanitizer was from the heads of our distillate.
Yeah, so we used 160 proof.
Yeah, we had
heads.
to bring down 160
So-
proof.
Ah! When you distill the first what 30 no it's more than that
No, it's more.
100 ml about 100 ml probably the first 100 ml I
very,
use
very first.
yeah that's the acetone
Yeah.
acetone
Acetone. Yeah.
acetone and methanol. I use that to clean paint off of shit, and then the next that was more than that. I think it was
Next
probably 200
big-
ml 300
yeah.
ml of heads we throw in a bucket and I just or in a moonshine
You can't
jar.
use it because it causes headaches.
I'm not getting
Yeah.
any further in there, and it makes you blind.
No, there's the first head. The first set makes you go blind. The second set's fine.
Yeah,
You
the
just-
acetone
it'll give you a
makes go
headache.
blind.
So the first 100 ml makes you go blind. The second 100 ml gives you a massive migraine.
Neither sound advisable.
Right.
No.
But the first 100 ml takes paint off of shit. The second 100 ml makes
Hand sanitizer.
200 ml makes hand sanitizer.
Now
So-
put that in your
You gotta
mouth.
dilute it, even
I'm
for
going
hand
to.
sanitizer.
Oh, that's not gonna work. Let's go this way. Why? It's like you're just judging me and waiting for
I am.
disappointment to happen.
Yeah. Because I know it's coming.
Oh look, it fucking worked. That time.
Just kidding. Coffee.
Oh shit! Fuck no! I have no idea what that is.
Try again.
I feel like it's chocolate, but I don't know what the other ingredient is. Coffee? Chocolate? Coffee?
Oh, you were talking about what was in your store. He asked for tiki mugs. Yeah, we haven't had tiki
Oh,
mugs.
I
Oh,
haven't.
That smells like chocolate.
Yeah,
It's a heavy chocolate smell.
it's probably just pure chocolate. But there's alcohol in there. There's probably no tiki mugs. There's probably a couple tiki mugs. I don't have any money, so I just haven't bought any tiki mug. Don messaged me. It's like, how come everything in your are you closing gossip drinks? I'm like, no, why? He's like, everything's out of stock. I'm like, what are you looking for? Because I know I just spent like $1,000 on a product. You can't tell me nothing's in the store. He's like, this isn't in the store. This isn't in the store. I'm like, okay, well those are all things I don't want to sell anymore. So like,
Done.
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 Like if you're looking for like He wanted. I don't even know why he was looking for specific things. He has giant ice cubes. All the shit he wanted, besides Luxardo Maraschino
But
cherries.
he's looking for more.
He's like, well, I looked at these things. I'm like, why do you need those things? But I don't have them.
Good story. I felt like
Oh my god.
Well, the hand sanitizer recipe came from Jennifer. She had, what was it?
World
It was,
Health Organization.
it was from WoW.
Yeah. Who?
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 Who? No.
That's WoW. Oh, that's World of Warcraft.
I work for the United Nations Organization, the
Who?
World Health World Health Organization of the United Nations Organization. You know who? Name that movie. You guys must know this one.
No.
From what you just said?
Yeah.
That was all a quote from a movie?
I work for a branch of the United Nations Organization called the World Health Organization. You know who?
I'm supposed to know who that is?
No.
Okay, the actor is Christopher Lloyd.
Okay, so Back to the Future?
Nope.
He was in Star Trek.
He was also in Taxi, but it's not from Taxi. It's not from a show. It's from a movie.
Ignatowski?
He was Jim Ignatowski.
What do you do at a yellow light?
Dude.
Slow down.
What?
What
Do you do? Dude.
you do?
If you guys haven't seen Taxi, if you're too young for it, you get I don't know where you can get it. Probably Hulu.
You can get it on Netflix. I watched
Netflix?
it, well, you could. I watched it on Netflix at one point.
You need...
It's got Danny DeVito. It's got Christopher Lloyd. It's got
Oh,
Tony Danza.
Every one
It's
of those
got,
guys
Judd
becomes
Hirsch,
huge. Yeah.
Mary, what's her name? Not Mary Lou Retton. Mary,
Yeah,
Mary
she
Ann-
becomes somebody too.
Yeah. Who the fuck is it?
No, but I'm thinking of the guy that...
She ended up
Oh,
marrying Danny
Kaufman?
DeVito for a
Kaufman.
while.
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, Latka?
Yeah, Latka. I'm like...
Did she marry Danny DeVito for a while?
Oh, I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe.
No, she did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she
They,
did.
she got the curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red hair.
Like, I would say, what, 80% of those people go on to, like, do, like, significant movies later on?
Yeah.
Like,
Such a
what other
great
show
It's
has
from the
ever done
70s,
that?
right?
Yeah.
Even Friends doesn't have the same level of people who've
No.
gone on to, like, create...
It's such
Crazy
amazing.
shit.
It's so funny too. It's just it's
It's
old,
awesome.
but it's still funny.
You know what else is funny? I haven't seen in years, so it might not be funny. Night Court. Remember Night Court?
Jerry Kaufman. Mary Lou Henner. I don't know
Oh,
why I
that's
couldn't
her
think
name.
of that.
Night Court.
Carol Kane was in it. That's right.
Cheers. Cheers was good, but then only had like
Cheers.
3 or 4. Norm goes on, and he's in Nemo. Finding Nemo.
Well, Ted Danson.
Ted Danson.
Yeah.
You got, Cliff Clavin, who does the
Frasier.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Frasier.
Frasier.
Frasier Crane, yeah.
Ted.
Danson.
No, I'm not thinking of Ted Danson. Who's the guy that goes on to make other? Woody Harrelson.
Oh, Woody Harrelson. Yeah.
Like all the, like those, some of those old shows, you don't see that shit anymore. Like none of those people. People who make shows now don't go on to make anything.
Yeah.
But
Jeff Conway didn't really. Bobby Wheeler. He was like the cool guy.
with the big long hair, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hairband hair.
I don't know
No,
what
he
he
didn't
did,
go on
though.
it. Poor guy.
I mean, that was a great show, no matter what.
Dude, like Taxi's the best show. Vodka.
Taxi was good.
He was in Greece. He was on Babylon 5. I don't know. Was it
Babylon 5. That was a pretty popular show, I think. I've never watched it. Yes, I saw that a bunch of the micro distilleries went on to make hand sanitizer. Which makes sense. What are you going to do with all that shit?
Yeah, you don't use the heads anyway, so we might as well put them together.
So the problem is when we use our hand sanitizer and we spray it, the kids are like, "Yeah, it smells like rum." Like, it does.
Because
It smells like fucking rum.
That's a good reason for that.
Yeah, its base is rum.
Base is rum.
So what we did is we took
But I love that
we
stuff.
took the heads and we took what's that shit that we bought? The foamy stuff.
For the diffusers, the oil,
No,
oil, the
but-
essential oil.
Well, we use the essential oil. So we have like an oil thing that like
Yeah.
that makes like lavender smell.
Yep.
So we did not lavender because
Yes,
lavender's
Ian's
hipster.
stripping.
And
Yes.
so we did grapefruit and lime.
Yeah.
So we took grapefruit and lime, and it came out smelling like
7-Up.
no, you think so?
Well,
Oh,
grapefruit
smell
lime.
too.
No, with that candy. It was a candy that smelled like not Mike and Ike's, but it's or Sour Patch Kids, something like that. It like had like that candy smell. So I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Unfortunately, the rum is very hard to hide, so you need to add even more to things. Then I bought the little spray bottles, so
Advisors.
yeah. So I got a whole bunch of this shit. I don't know. I'm gonna do all this stuff when the whole thing passes. We'll just wait for the next one.
Oh,
Yeah,
you just,
wait for the next one. There'll be
just
another
stock
one.
it up. You know?
Yeah.
You know, someone else in China is gonna eat something else too, and it'll be over here.
I like the thing that annoys me is like I go out of my way. I buy you know what people are doing, like they hear COVID-19, they go out and they buy everything.
Yeah.
That is what I do every month.
Yeah, but
Right.
we use it all.
And it's gone every month. right? So I like.
What you just have to do is keep that emergency stock so that you're
I
rotating
have to
through your
double it.
stuff,
Yeah,
but
you
you're
can
making sure
double.
that you rotate,
Yeah.
with X
Right.
But I buy
between purchases.
1 to 2 cases of toilet paper a month for my kids. So I got 3 teenagers in here, right? I got my niece.
Train them to not wipe their asses like it's.
Oh, but I
I know.
try. Because
So-
Liam will clog the toilet like at least every other day. I'm like, stop using so much toilet paper.
Right.
Yeah,
Give
so
them the toilet brush and say, "This is all you get for now.
Yeah.
Nothing
push
else.
it down.
No toilet paper. Use the brush.
Use the brush.
That would probably be pretty clean.
On
Use
his
the
ass.
brush. Yes, on his ass.
Yeah.
Flush the toilet, and then wash the brush off and flush it again.
Dip it in. Oh, that's true. You'd have to wash the brush. But
Yep. No, you don't want to reuse that. Yeah.
no. So like
Everybody gets their own brush.
well, that'd be weird. I use a lot of shit. Like we have like it looks like we're a bunker people like every month because kids just go through so much shit. Then they start to have to do school from home. So now you got to find shit, right? For them to eat during the week. Unfortunately, you can't find anything at the store.
No.
So we just go in and buy whatever you can get, frozen chicken, whatever. Like the freezer's full of shit. You probably saw it.
I haven't had a problem getting food.
No, but
No, but you
You're
did have
fresh
meat this
food.
week. You had problem getting meat this week, didn't you?
there was
I had
no
plenty of
meat.
When I went on Thursday
You didn't
morning,
get ground beef.
Really?
I got a couple packs of ground beef.
I couldn't find. There was no ground beef at all.
I went at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, so maybe go at 9 a.m.
I'm not
There
even
you go.
up at 9 a.m.
Well, okay, that's not my fault.
So
Yes, there's a Costco in Nashua.
Yes. Why do you know that? I don't have a Costco account.
That was a
We
question.
don't, we don't belong to Costco. We have BJ's and St.
No, but he's asking in Nashua.
Yeah, I know.
So that's
And
weird.
he's in North Carolina, so I don't know why. That's
So there's a Costco in Nashua, but we don't go to Costco because Costco it's too big and it's like going into like Market Basket. It's our local grocery stores. It's like going into a Walmart. You don't want to go in there. So I go to BJ's Wholesale, Sam's Club, and then we find what we need to get. But like I walked into Sam's Club the first time, and they had no meat, and I was like, wow, this is fucking crazy. And so somebody asked, "Where's all your meat?" And I was like, "We have meat. We just can't get it out from the freezer
yeah.
to the front before it's sold out. So we don't have enough people working that can literally their entire job is to take fucking freights of fucking meat and roll it from the refrigerator, and they put it down, and it was gone.
People are just. Oh my god.
And I'm like,
Yeah, they are.
so our dog eats just ground beef and chicken, and so we buy all this shit on sale, which is you can't even find shit now,
Right.
because our dog only eats like
Raw food.
raw food. So like we had to feed the dog, and we don't even care like our own humans. We could just go get it at the store technically. But I buy enough for a week, and now I'm like I can't even get enough for a week. So now I have to buy for 2 weeks so that if I don't get any next week, I have some for the week that I'm gonna lose, right? Which means now I have to buy 2 times more than I want, which causes the shortage because I need to buy double because I can't get it some weeks and other weeks. It's like fucking.
But you're not buying anymore because you're buying the same amount over time.
No, it's just that I'm buying more now for later,
It's burst
or more
damage.
later for
Yeah.
now. Yeah, it's like the fucking Walking Dead. I'm like,
Did you have an actual bat in Nashua? No.
what?
I don't know why. Oh, bar. I'm like, huh? Yes, there's bars in Nashua.
Yeah. But this is not a bar. This is a bar in Derek's basement.
Right.
Yes.
There are
And we're
bars.
not in Nashua.
There are. Okay, when you say bar, I'm assuming you mean a bar
speakeasy
that's
in Nashua.
better. So there's probably what three
Bars in
quality
Nashua?
bars that you'd go to get a cocktail.
Even Burton's, I would go to Burton's for a cocktail.
Oh, that's in Nashua. That's true.
Yeah.
Burton's.
There's a few. I mean, it's a chain, but they have a good bar.
Is Burton's a chain?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen it.
Well, I mean, there's more than one. There's one in
There is?
Westford. There's one in Burlington.
That's a chain. I didn't know there were that many. Yeah. So okay.
Yeah,
so,
so-
we probably have 5.
So yeah, Codex.
Codex, the San Fran, they have a
San
bar.
Fran,
If you
Michael-
want tiki.
Yeah, Michael Timothy's and Surf. Both good bars.
Yeah,
Good
and
bars.
Portons.
You got Burton's. You got what else? There's other stuff. I know there's other stuff.
You can't count
there's
T-Bone
a few
for sure.
bars in Nashua.
That are real bars that have you can go.
Like
Oh,
cocktail bars.
yeah, you can't.
Cocktail bar. yeah.
Manchester has
They
that
also
one.
have a Panucci's, which is probably a beer
But
bar.
no.
Yeah, that's a good
I've been.
bar.
And they have
Panucci's.
a Martha's Exchange, which is a beer bar.
Yeah, don't go.
But they have a full
Martha's?
bar at Martha's.
Do they?
They're-
They're known for their beer.
They're a brew pub,
Yeah.
like an on-site
I wouldn't
brew
go
pub.
to Martha's to get a cocktail.
I've had cocktails there before. They're
Really?
fine. Yeah, I mean they're not like craft bartenders or anything, but they'll make
You can
it.
get a whiskey
fine.
sour.
don't tend to like their food, so I don't go to Martha's.
I haven't been there since I was 30.
You were 30.
I don't know. Well, when we went there once, right?
I don't remember.
Like years and years ago. That was the last time.
Oh, yeah,
No,
when you were
do
30,
They
that's
have
right.
a bar. I don't know what you're asking, Samantha.
Do they have a? What do you mean? Oh, we just named
Who's
off
they,
like five.
and what do you mean by bar?
I have a
We're
bar.
confused. You have an actual...
I don't think they're in
Bar
Nashville.
in
I forgot where I mentioned Nashville because nearest big city out there.
Yes, Nashville
Yes.
is the nearest.
Nashville's
city
like
to Hudson.
15 to 20 minutes away. I can get, well,
Not
no,
even.
less
It's like
than
5
time.
minutes, maybe.
If I want to get to a beer bar or if I want to get to
Yeah,
margaritas,
Nashville is like.
I can get there in 6 minutes.
Yeah, what is... Yeah, I guess the question is we don't understand.
If I wanted to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, 20 minutes. If I wanted to go to like Pizza, no, that's still close. I don't know what. There's
I go to
Pizzeria
Nashville
Uno's
before I
considered
go
a
to
bar?
Manchester. I hate Manchester.
Yeah, Manchester. Oh, she doesn't like Manchester because she feels dirty there.
Yeah, I have
I
a bunch
do.
of bars at Tourist Trap.
Where?
Since I'm a state with a
says they-
stay-at-home order, I've
Sin
been breaking
lives in a
every
beach
rule.
town, Tourist Trap, so they have like 15 bars, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, the 3 Mile Long Island iced tea is awesome.
That was good, yeah. I mean, we have a bunch of bars. I mean, those are the bars I'd go to for a cocktail. But I mean, we have like Texas Roadhouse and
Oh,
Chili's
yeah.
and all that stuff.
Oh,
If
Texas-
you wanted to
Texas
drink-
Roadhouse isn't a bad bar.
If you wanted
Yeah.
to drink at a bar, like me and Rob have gone to not
There's a ton.
Takumi, but the one across the street. It used to be Tokyo's.
Yeah,
They have a
is
bar.
there something else? There's a weather vane that they
Yeah.
would serve it.
I mean, they serve
but
cocktails
it's
at that bar.
Yeah.
Takumi type place.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. I mean, there's the Peddler's Daughter, which you can probably
Yeah.
you can actually get a cocktail there because they
Yeah.
got a pretty full size bar. But that's like an Irish bar, so it's gonna be like whiskey drinks and stuff.
Yeah, so if you decided to go to a place where you can get an aviation, 3 bars maybe.
Yeah, Codex definitely because it's on the menu. You may be able to get it at Michael Timothy's and Surf.
You will
I'm
not
sure.
get it at San Fran.
Probably not at San Fran. Oh, you know what?
I can get a fog cutter at San Fran.
San
It
Fran.
doesn't look anything like the fog cutter I've ever had.
San Fran has like a surprisingly good bar setup. They have like surprisingly good selection of stuff for the small amount of
Yes.
space they have.
Yeah.
They have like some very interesting stuff.
We just
Or
ordered,
interpretations.
We ordered takeout from them because Jackie wanted sushi for her
Yeah.
birthday and everything went on lockdown
Yeah.
and you could only do takeout.
I was thinking about ordering from them too.
And yeah, and so we
Oh,
ordered
she was so
a ton of
appreciative.
sushi. She's like, the little Chinese lady that works there was like, oh, you ordered a ton of sushi. You come to back.
Stephanie?
Yeah.
I love Stephanie.
I had to go to the back.
You got time so she go to the back.
She was not like, but she was appreciative. I left her a 50% tip because,
Yeah.
like, it's a small
And they
fucking
wrote on
place,
the
right?
bag, thank you for supporting your local business.
Yeah.
Like, they were
That's cool.
really, happy that we
You know what?
went
I'll
there.
go order from tomorrow. I wanted to this week, but
I was just like, I didn't know. I was going to leave him a $50 tip regardless of whatever I ordered. And it came to $105. I was expecting $130
yeah.
for the tip. So I was like, I'll leave him a tip and then I'll give him a $50 bill. And it came out to $100. I'm like, well, if I leave him a $50 bill, that's like a 50% tip. And so she looked at it and she's like, staring at me like, no, keep it. She's like, oh, thank you very much. I'm like, no problem. Like, if everybody leaves you a little bit extra, maybe you can survive for like a month and a half or however long we're going to be in this bullshit.
Right. Well, I'm sure they're cutting back on certain things. Like they don't need hostesses or hosts and bartenders at this
Yeah.
point. I mean,
But
it's
I
like,
only see the same
No, but
people
the
working
people
there,
that were
so-
in there, it was the guy that always ordered,
We always-
the waiter that always comes over, and
Bastion?
her.
Bastion.
He's a heavier set guy.
No, he's the one that we did the birthday party. He always
Yeah.
does the birthday
Oh, is
parties.
this the younger guy with the?
But the younger
he's
guy
got,
with
like-
the beard is who we have a lot when
Oh,
we
okay.
go in there.
Can't remember his name, but yeah, he's been there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I just stay open. I don't know of any good bars in San Jose. The only place I've been in I sat at a Starbucks once for a couple hours in San Jose. That was nice, and watched them wash the streets.
It's just ugly.
I'm sticking to the South, but Connecticut is beautiful in the fall. Is that what you're saying? Connecticut?
Everything's beautiful in the fall around here.
Connecticut is never beautiful.
No, Connecticut. I'm not a Connecticut fan.
Yeah. If
It's
you
got some
don't
nice
know you're in
areas.
Connecticut, you're fine. Like, there's that highway that you drive in Connecticut. I had to do this going to New York. And, like, it's 2 lanes of traffic on each side, and it's separated by, like, a grass pathway.
And there's the tunnel.
Yeah, maybe.
Route
After a while.
9.
It goes for a long
Or 15.
way,
It's
and it's
for
just
15.
fucking trees everywhere.
Yeah. And there's like the median with trees in it.
Yes!
That's really tight.
Yes!
If you drive your TT, it's really fun because it's kind of...
Yeah, and then there's like fucking exits that like literally creep up on you. You're like, there's an exit. You're like, holy shit, that goes to a town.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
Yeah.
Getting on and off. I usually don't. I usually just drive straight down 15 until I get to 287.
It's weird. I took that, and because my boss at the time was like, oh yeah, go down this way. It's a scenic route, and there's no traffic. I'm like, this is fucking weird. Like
It's a great road. I love that road.
It's like really small. It's like you're in the country forever.
90 to 84 to 91 to 15 to 287 to the turnpike.
And then you're driving on the highway, and all of a sudden you're driving in like what looks like the forest. And it's pretty neat.
It's cool.
That's the only thing about Connecticut.
And the closer you get to New York, the
Worse it
more
gets?
intricate the bridges get. Like there's more decoration on the
Oh, yeah.
stonework.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. And the more traffic you hit.
Yeah. Well, you hit the big traffic around like the big cities as you're going through them, like Danbury and.
Well, in 84, you usually get through Hartford without too much of a problem.
Yeah, there's usually a little bit of backup on that 84 to 93
He said
transition.
ignore the main roads. The towns are beautiful. We in Connecticut are stuck in a dang 1950s highway system.
Yeah.
84 is great. It's like 4 lanes, 5 lanes, usually really fast. Nice like rolling hills. But
I went to Yale once. That's a pretty sketchy area. Like you get through like, because it sounds like I think it was Yale. Fairly certain it was Yale. And it feels like it's like, or New Haven. Is that Yale?
New Haven, yeah.
New Haven is not a very nice place. Like New Haven is like Lawrence. It's you drive and you're like, okay, I'm gonna lose my car here. Like I'm going to stop at a red light and somebody's gonna steal my tires.
See, that's my idea. The median temperature, she lives in around the San Fran area, is
65.
65.
Yeah, that's
That is
perfect.
perfect.
I could live
I've
in
always wanted
65.
to live in San Fran.
San Jose.
You want to
no,
live
not
in San Fran?
I did, yeah. But then I
Still?
knew that there's no. Well, I had no family there.
Oh, okay.
So when I had kids and growing up, I had no free babysitters. So fuck
San
that.
Diego. Have you been to San Diego? You must have been in San Diego
No.
for something. No.
No, I've only been to California a couple times. It was both in the Orange County area. So Anaheim.
Anaheim size.
Yeah.
I've been to Anaheim, LA, which is basically what was a 10-foot difference for like different conferences and stuff. Like San Jose. I went to YouTube, which is San Bruno.
I don't know where that could be next to
know
Oregon,
where
or
San
that could be
Jose
next
is?
to San Juan, or
You know where San Francisco is?
Vaguely,
South,
yeah.
I think, in San Francisco.
Okay.
Roughly, yes.
Yeah, a little bit south, like
It's
20 minutes.
north of LA.
Yeah, if you drive like 10 minutes through San Jose, you'll end up in San Bruno. It's like this little tiny little fucking place.
Okay.
That's where YouTube headquarters is.
Half Moon Bay. There's a Half
Yeah,
Moon K.
84 and
in the
parts
Caribbean.
of 95 are all right. The 2-laners outside of the Merritt are the worst. Though.
San Diego, though? Like, San Diego's just like fucking
Oh,
nice.
I would never
sunny.
live in Florida.
No, that's
That
opposite of
is
San Diego. Like,
horrible.
imagine if Florida didn't suck. That's San Diego. Like,
No,
lots
but
of.
someone said try living in Southwest Florida, like breathing in a sauna. Oh,
No.
Florida's horrible. Plus, it's full of old people.
Yeah. Earthquakes are nothing. Well, we had an earthquake here like 5 years ago.
We did?
You remember that?
No.
Did you feel it? It was
I
like
didn't
very
feel
short.
Okay.
Like I was like, the whole house moved for like 3 seconds, and I was like,
It's usually when that's how I warn people. The world's going to move for like 3 seconds.
and I was like, well,
And
that
that's
was.
it. You may not even notice.
I'm like, that was fucking weird, and it was like a earthquake far, far away, and we just had like apparently aftershock, like the just the rumblings of it, and it was like in a like Seabrook or some shit. I was like, wow, that was interesting. I've never had the ground move. These people have to deal with that shit all the time.
No, thanks. I'll take the blizzards.
Yeah.
We know how to deal with snow up here. I'm fine with that.
It's way too muggy for me.
I was watching. Who's the comedian that takes his shirt off? Kurt.
Bert Kreischer?
Yeah, it was Bert and what's the guy I watch?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan and Bert like talking. And Joe Rogan moved up to Boston. He's lived in Boston since he was 13. He's like, dude, I grew up in like Florida and California. He moved around. I think his father was in the military or something. And he's like, Boston that's where you build character. You like learn shit. You have to deal with snow and all the bullshit that happens here. So like you just get used to it. You never had like, oh, my life is always the same. It's just always the same temperature all the time. You gotta deal with shit.
Never the same temperature. You can tell me.
And he's like, yeah, I used to make money by like shoveling old people's yards and shit. Like that's the way it should be.
Like just the other day. it
Personal
fucking snowed
sacrifice.
here.
Yeah,
Then
it
it
did.
was 60.
4 inches, I was glad to be out there shoveling it too.
Oh, I shoveled my whole driveway. Shoveled my whole driveway.
She did. I was like, I'm like, oh, I might have to figure out how to get
Steven.
the shit on my driveway. And I looked out the window. I was on a conference call. I'm like, oh, looks like my wife's literally shoveling the driveway with a push shovel.
Up till 9 or after 9 or something?
No, she started at like
I'm up
10:30.
at 7:30.
No, Derek.
Oh, Derek, yeah. Derek's up at 9.
I had to be. My meeting started at like 9.
How dare they?
Yeah, they're usually the ones that I don't have to interact on though.
What?
I had a meeting at 8 yesterday.
Interactive. No, you see, if people set up a meeting for 8, I will decline it.
Oh, that's not right. We accept everything, and then if we can't make it, we can't make it.
Then why do you accept it?
So it's on the calendar, so that we can go.
But if you can't make it, then just don't.
It's
Well,
still on the
if you know
calendar.
you can't go, but I mean, I'm not going to be working from home saying I can't make an 8 o'clock meeting when I'm normally in office at
Well, if
7:30.
you're normally, well, then that's different, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not in the office till 9.
Yeah. Oh,
But you're not in an office. That's like an hour commute. So 8 o'clock. Why is that not bad?
if I had to go into the office, I'd be there at 10:30 to 11. So if I'm in
I
a
don't
meeting at
understand your
9, I'm
schedule.
already fucking 2 hours ahead of the game. So I'm winning.
And then you can just check out a little bit earlier.
There's still snow in your
Nobody
yard.
checks out early. When you
Where
work
are
at
you?
home, that doesn't happen. You just,
Justin, where are you? There's still snow in his yard. There's a little tiny
We
bit
have
of
snow.
snow in our yard.
we can snow anywhere in the shadows.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did to that thing. I broke it.
Florida's full of old folks and stupid people.
Well, we got our share of stupid people.
Oh yeah, stupid people are
Everybody
not.
has their share of stupid people.
Stupid
but there's
people-
a lot of old folks. And
Florida does not have a monopoly on stupid people.
No.
I don't know. Have you seen a lot of stories coming out of Florida?
Yeah,
I'm not
Florida
saying they're not-
man.
Stupid people.
There's
I'm
a
not saying they're
FloridaMan.com.
not heavily invested, but they don't have a monopoly.
Okay, all right, I see.
Oh, look, there's there.
If you looked at their portfolio, it may be a heavy
I
percentage.
gotcha.
Yeah. They just get in the news better.
Yeah.
Like we have people who do stupid stuff. When
Yeah.
we drive on the road some days, you don't hit one stupid person, you hit a
Eat 'em
shit
all,
load of stupid.
yeah.
And then my kids
You
are
hit
like,
one
"Oh,
stupid
I was driving behind this person." I'm like, "Yeah, you." Like I try to explain to them like you didn't learn to drive because it's important for you to know how not to hit shit. It's so you can avoid people who don't know how to fucking drive. Like the whole goal of driving is to not let a stupid person do something stupid to you.
Oh, the Lower Peninsula of Michigan.
I know where Michigan is. But that's about it. Like what the fuck are you doing? Why did you fucking slack off on filling those?
Yeah.
I'm filling them now.
No, look. This one's like half full.
Well, you know what? There's a bunch of shit in here, and I can't get it.
I'm doing my best, damn it.
You know what? Do it yourself, damn it.
I see how it's gonna be. Samantha Warren, $1.99! Whoa, how did you get that thing that's up in the corner that says "Hey You" and has like a little person dancing?
Oh yeah.
I feel like I just learned something.
Is this better? Is that better ice?
That's ah! You dick! You can fucking. Oh, you know what? Now I remember what I wanted to do earlier. I wanted to go get a glass cleaner for my glasses.
You're welcome.
No, I didn't do it.
But now you remembered to, so you're welcome.
It's too late. The show's over.
Oh.
I was gonna do it before the show, so I didn't like. If you have smudgy glasses, it's too late.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't do that earlier.
Well,
I could have done that earlier.
you should have fucking done it. I would have remembered.
Thanks for the Saturday bar experience. Yeah, see, we're just a virtual bar.
What's new? Florida man gets eaten by an alligator. Oh no, it wasn't Florida. It was Oklahoma. The tiger people.
Oh yeah, Ian, you have Netflix,
Yeah,
right?
you have Netflix, right?
Yes.
Have you watched the Tiger?
Have you watched Tiger King?
No. I don't know
Oh,
if
you
I
gotta
want
watch
to.
Tiger King.
You knew about it?
I've heard of it, but I don't know if I want to watch it.
Why are you afraid?
Why, it's good.
No, it's good?
It
Or-
is.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
good.
Maybe I don't know.
Okay, so like
It's weird though.
have you ever watched a dog show?
Yes.
You feel
Yeah,
awkward
well,
and weird?
Yeah. That's
You know.
not what tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get to see cool ass tigers.
No, but like
No, these people are strange.
when
like,
you
just
see
their
the culture,
lifestyle.
like the show is about a guy that tries to murder somebody and like murder one of his
think he
opponents
did
or
it.
whatever.
Is
But
this
like
a documentary or is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
like a show?
no, it's a documentary.
It's a
So
docuseries.
this is real
This is
life.
all,
Yeah.
which is what makes it so fucking
so I'm
great.
not really into the reality thing. I don't know.
No.
Really?
Like
I love docuseries. Like, I
Yeah, like
watched the
a
whole first
documentary, not like a reality TV show, but like
Yeah,
a
like-
documentary.
Like reality show only in a movie.
No.
one. No, but it's real.
Like like something you would see. It's like a fucked up. What's that channel that has documentaries? History Channel? No. What? Nat Geo?
Yeah.
Like it.
Maybe I'll look at it. I don't know. I've heard about it. I just don't know.
Yeah.
if I'm
It's about
invested
a.
in the concept. It seems
There's
a little
only
too
like 8
sensationalized.
episodes or something. I mean,
No.
Oh, it's not a movie. Oh,
No.
I'm not getting invested in that.
It's a
What?
show.
What do you mean? What else you got going on?
Ozark just came out on Friday, so I'm doing
Ozark,
that.
come on.
You watch Ozark?
It's good. Yeah.
I think
We watched a couple
a
seasons.
couple seasons, and then I'm just like,
There's only 2 seasons. Well, there's 3 now.
yeah.
So it took how many years to get the third season then?
I think 4 years. I think
The first one and second one came out like really quickly.
it's been.
I don't even know if we finished the second one though. I don't even know if we finished the first one.
All right, when you finish Ozark, it's you can commit
Mullet,
yourself to
tiger,
it.
and murder. Yes, Eric.
Like, okay, so the premise is the guy tries to murder the lady that he didn't
Whoa.
like.
Danny lives less than 15 minutes from Joe Exotic.
Really?
Yeah.
So this guy,
He's in
Dude.
Oklahoma.
you just watch it and you're like, these are real people. It's funny because you're like, these are real people.
I don't know if I want to watch something where I feel bad watching it.
Oh wait,
And you won't feel bad. You'll feel
Watch
better
what?
for yourself.
Have you watched Shameless?
Yeah, but that's not real. That's a show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
You know
but
what I
you
mean?
feel bad for them. I mean, you feel good. About
right,
yourself when you watch
but the
Shameless.
people in there don't
And
live
shit.
like
Yeah,
this.
that-
Well, yeah, they do. They're based off of like.
No,
people
yeah,
that
but the
live
I'm sure
actors
people
don't.
do live like that, but
Yeah.
that's like a portrait. That's a show.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
written,
It's a
scripted.
dramatization of
Scripted, yeah.
real life. Obviously, like the dad in that show, what's his name?
Frank.
Yeah, but his name.
Oh.
He would know.
William H.
Well,
Macy.
yeah.
Yeah, William H. Macy. He doesn't go around giving blowjobs for crack, but like
No,
he
he
does a
just
good
pays
job at it.
people
You
for
can
his
appreciate
college
the
to
work.
college.
When you see the main guy in the Tiger Show, you're like, oh my god, this
He does
guy.
have a pretty good singing voice. It was actually kind of amazing.
Who? Joe
Joe
Exotic? This guy Joe, when you watch him, you're like, oh my god, this guy thinks he's for real. Like, he thinks he's like a fucking sensational star. It's different. It's entertaining enough that you can sit down and watch it and go, I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah, he did get the 2 counts for murder for hire because he can't shut his mouth.
Right.
Like, I don't think he did that for real.
Like, he goes around shooting things because he's got guns. He's in Oklahoma. Like, you watch it is a
you don't
murder
necessarily
mystery.
feel
I
bad
guess.
for him, but you do shake your head at like, wow.
Like, there's a
People
good.
like him exist.
There's the
Yeah,
antagonist.
I don't know if I'm into that kind of thing.
There's the
Oh,
antagonist.
it's really good.
And then there's what's the opposite of antagonist?
Protagonist.
That's a good guy, right?
Yeah.
So the protagonist, you're listening to their side of the story, and you're like,
You're
you
really
don't
just
really
messed up
seem
as
that
fuck.
much better than this other guy.
Yeah.
Like, they're definitely on the same side of like fucking crazy, and it's just who gets away with what because they're not crazy as much
There
as
you
this
go.
other person.
Oh, that's what you made the aviation for. His wife. And he wants to free Joe Exotic.
Yeah, this guy is literally in prison for like what 26 years or something.
Bye, Peggy. Good night.
Good
Yeah,
night.
he's in jail for I don't know how long. Like he got a less sentence.
Yeah.
He ended up getting less than what he was
70
supposed
something
to
years.
get, but yeah.
For like murdering cats and shit like that. It's definitely interesting. It gives you an appreciation for shit that you would not normally even think exists as a thing.
I will maybe check it out, but no promises.
Dude,
I'm not sold. I don't know.
watch one episode.
Yeah.
And you'll be hooked.
You will either be hooked or you'll be like, I'm not mom. Like there's only two
You
options.
might not be. 'cause
I'll
every
either-
show you mentioned, I'm like, yeah, we never watched that. So
I'll either be hooked or
clearly-
I'll just lose all faith in humanity.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you lose it, then you'll just walk away. You won't have to watch any more humanity problems.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's definitely an entertaining thing to watch.
It was interesting.
Yeah. Like,
He does need a pardon.
and it's funny because you watch it and you're looking at these guys and you feel bad for him because he's so fucking crazy, but at the same time, like
Yeah, 22 years.
you're on his side even though he's being weird and he's just an eccentric human being, and you feel bad for him because you're watching going, you're gonna destroy your entire life. And then he does, and you're like, well, there you go. It's an interesting show, but he's supposed to be the bad guy, and he kind of works out. Whoever like filmed it and did all the work, and there's other people, they were gonna make a reality show out of it, and that guy's interviewed, and like the footage that they have of all of this stuff, it's not like dramatization.
Right.
It's real footage that they show,
So,
and you're
this
like,
guy has recorded like
everything, his whole life. It would be like watching me and everything I ever fucking recorded.
My daughter wanted me to watch that.
Oh.
Trials of Gabriel
Pretty much.
Fernandez.
record
Right, but if I recorded all my daily life and this,
Snapchat,
it would be pretty
Instagram,
boring.
Facebook.
Yeah, I don't really do a lot.
I didn't want to
You know,
watch the Gabriel Fernandez because I found that sad. It's
Yeah, I
about
watched
like a kid
Fernandez.
who was beat or something like
Oh,
that.
no, no,
the
no.
trial of it. I'm like, I don't want to watch that.
Yeah, there's just some things that
But
you
it was
just don't
supposed to. It was actually supposed to be really good.
We watched Hernandez, the Patriots.
Oh yeah, the Patriot. That was pretty good. I like that.
Did you watch that?
Did you watch that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the Hernandez. That was pretty good.
That was,
He was a messed up dude too.
yeah, kind of feel bad for him, but not enough. The problem is with Netflix, you go to the front page and there's like 1,000 things.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck am I supposed to watch?
Yeah.
Like, because Chris will say stuff. I'm like, I gotta remember to watch that.
And then you'll watch something and you either get invested or you don't. And then, like, I started watching The 100, which is interesting, but it's kind of sci-fi channel and stuff, so I just kind of watch it when I go to bed.
Yeah, there's just so much on there.
I think we made the Aquavelva, haven't we? That sounds familiar.
What is it?
Aquabella.
Did we do that?
I have a phone. Aquavelva. How do you spell it?
Just like the cola, buddy.
AQUAVLVA.
She's gonna find it first. Are you on the YouTubes?
Are you?
Aqua.
Yeah, you win.
If I don't show up in the top ranks, then we didn't make it.
Oh snap!
I'm not even in here. Wow, it's supposed to. Is a cocktail that's gonna be like shaving cream?
I think it's blue.
Hence aqua.
Yeah, but Aquavelva is a shaving cream.
Aqua is water.
Ready your comments.
1 1/4 ounce gin, 1 1/4 ounce vodka, 3/4 ounce blue curacao shaken.
Obviously, it's like the Windex
Sierra
cocktail.
Mist or Sprite.
Same as a Windex cocktail. I typed common cocktails Aquavelva. You know, considering it, my channel comes up as second, and then the fourth video is blind cognac tasting, and then the Manhattan, which
Have
has
you
you,
heard of
me,
Bruce
and
over at Bar Talking Cocktails. He made one.
Bruce over at Bar Talking Cocktails. Well, Bruce needs to learn how to rank better, because I'm beating him with drinks that don't even match. The old fashioned. Me, Curtis, and Ian drinking Manhattans, cocktail bitters. Me, Doug making a dry gin martini. A live stream 6 years ago. Negroni. A lot of bitter stuff. 20 bottle bar, cocktail martini. Yeah, there's definitely nothing here. There's a lot of drinks here from us. But I did type in the worst common cocktail, so I guess that helps when it comes down to what you're making. So I got, what time is it? I got nothing else. I'm good. Anybody else?
To go to bed.
What?
Well,
Okay,
she does.
never mind.
She gets up before 9,
Yeah.
Who? You?
don't you?
I get up before 9.
It's 10:30.
I'm not really going to bed.
She's gonna sit on the couch and what she's gonna do is watch Netflix comedy shows and she's gonna
Fall
sleep.
asleep.
And then every time it ends, she wakes up and puts on another one. And I'm like, why? You're not even conscious.
I fell asleep really early last night on the couch watching Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I'm watching YouTube and she's sleeping. I'm like, you're gonna watch TV after this, or are you done? I'm like, what's going on? She was done.
Then I slept till 9. I was a sleepy.
Cocktail blog. Yeah, if you type give a follow, it's never gonna show up. Somebody has to approve it. There are certain words that I make sure not to make pop up on shit. Samantha! Ow! Top cocktail ingredients to have on hand. Vermouth? That's messed up. That's like Negroni shit. And martinis. And Ian stuff. You sound like Ian. With less grunting. And bending over and trying.
I'm doing that less now.
Yeah, he doesn't grunt as much.
Grunt less.
Alright, people.
Run, let's drink more.
We're done.
Alright. Thanks everybody for showing up on my first 4K live stream. Hopefully we figured out all the issues and from now on the settings will be saved. And if it still looks good, fuck yeah. Thank y'all for showing up. We'll see you next month whenever that is. I guess
Maybe
next
we
month.
can actually go out into the world next month.
Don't get your guys any of that COVID-19 stuff.
There's
got
no
to
R
watch.
in it. It's COVID.
Whatever.
That's the vampire disease you're thinking of.
COVID-19. It's the same as COVID-19 with an R.
That's what we do in New England.
That's what we do. We add R's to places where they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Take them away from where they should be.
Yep.